Gregorio. Antonio.
New York City, 6 a.m. An out-of-control satellite radio show is being broadcasted to millions of Americans. At the controls, Greg Hughes, a father.
Oh, this is perfect. This is how it should be.
Anthony Cumia, an alcoholic.
Hey, hi.
And Jim Norton, a comedian.
It's me! I work here!
Glad I got that one out.
Are we on live now? Is it happening? This is it?
The three men make up the Opie and Anthony Show, a popular radio program known for its cringe style of entertainment and having very few limits.
I like where this is going. I'm seeing a lot of options here.
This is like different than any other radio.
No telling what we're going to hear in here today. Tits, ass, tons of cuss words.
It's just not like radio. It's like hanging out.
In the past, they have been accused of multiple FCC violations and have even gotten their show suspended from satellite radio.
This is why. This is American freedom of speech.
It's good on every level.
Insane.
Every second is funny.
Wildly funny.
And philosophically spotless.
Everything you are about to hear is real. Real people, real excitement. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Good morning, everyone.
Hola.
All right. Ooh. Good morning, Anthony.
All right. Well, don't expect much out of me today. Like every day. I have such a bad cold.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. This is so bad. It feels like there's a pair of jackals trying to get out of my face.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just itchy and pushing sinuses. And coughing.
You don't sound good.
It's terrible. But I came in because I had taken off Friday. And Parrish had thought I took off today. I would have gotten a phone call guaranteed from Bob. Anthony, hi, it's Bob. Give me a call. We got to talk. Yes, Steve Blatter said that you weren't in today, and Jeff.
They are weird about sick days.
Yeah.
Even though the main guy gets to take every other week off, but if we're sick. I remember being sick recently, and I was up to 2 days in a row. I took off, and then I was getting the calls like, they're kind of wondering when you're going to, get back in there. And I said, well, how about when I feel better than I do right now?
Fuckers, man.
Why are they wondering when I'm coming back from being sick?
Yeah, I'll tell you when. When I feel better. How about that? Because I'm a fucking disaster right now. My throat is fucking everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
If they get mad, fuck them.
No, that's just it. If they get mad, fuck them. No, because then you get this fucking, there's a pissed mist around the room when they're in, and you see them next time and fucking.
Oh boy, you really still care. That's weird.
Yeah,
you got to get to my point. Just fucking do it. I would if I was you. I would get up and leave right now.
Yeah,
I really would.
Believe me.
I'm not putting up with any of this shit anymore. The amount of live shows we do, it's unbelievable. There's not another show around here that does more live shows than us.
They never fucking get that shit. They never get to the point, Like the other day when Louis C.K. was in, it's great. I love fucking Louis and stuff, and that's why we stayed, it was a good fucking more than a half hour late.
No, I don't know.
It was great. Louis is fucking great.
Right.
We went to a quarter of. Yeah, a quarter of. But they just, that just goes away.
Yeah.
They never fucking consider that.
I know that. The other side of it always goes away.
Ugh.
We tried to sneak out once. I forget.
Oh, remember that?
Time stands still around here. But we tried to sneak out. I think it was Friday.
Remember that?
And I really do believe it was one of those weeks where we did go an extra hour here and there, and a few minutes late here, and we probably, did easily an hour and a half extra radio that week. So on Friday, we're like, you know what? It's 9:45. We did everything we could do. We certainly could just go on the air and just babble about nothing just to get to 10 o'clock. But why don't we start our weekend nice?
Let's take a hike.
Told the guys, just throw something in there.
Oh my God.
They looked at it. They looked at that as sneaking out.
Yeah.
And they met us at the elevator and berated me. I got berated on that. Somehow you skated. You snuck out before they got to the elevator.
I fucking ran. Yeah, I know. It was like we were trying to get out of a fucking POW camp.
And they're fucking kind of like yelling at me, and I got right in their face. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know how much extra time we do? that we've never asked for back or whatever you want to say?
Unbelievable. They just yeah.
Well, that's why you missed WrestleMania, I guess.
Yeah.
Because me and Jimmy had two fucking wide open seats right to our right.
You're faking.
Believe.
I had to deal with Edgar all day yesterday.
I know. Isn't it great?
Well, I felt really awkward because other people, they talk to Edgar like he's a real person.
Right.
I don't know how to do that.
No.
Like Jonathan does it, Kenny does it, his ex-girlfriend does it.
Like, Edgar.
Yeah, does it because she still does it. And Jimmy's doing his Edgar, and I'm like, I don't know how to talk to him as Edgar.
Yeah.
I tried once, and it was so awkward. I felt myself heating up. I'm like, this isn't going to work.
It is awkward, yeah.
Because he wants you to talk to him as the character. I know that.
I was actually gonna take the 2 tickets, and like plant them somewhere and then tweet where they were.
Oh, you should have.
No, but then I was worried about what kind of fucking assholes you'd be saddled with, and then I started thinking it would be great if I could just give them to
I've done
fucking
that.
somebody that's really
Bobo?
terrible and know that. Yes. Oh my
Who's Bobo? I don't know this guy.
He's a guy who had his Twitter fucking taken over the weekend.
Really?
By somebody, but he was on.
Right.
He was logged in at the same time the person that had his account password was logged in.
Right.
You could be logged in from 2 different locations and post from 2 different locations on Twitter. So he was arguing with himself, and just by reading him, you could tell which one was Bobo and which one was the hacker. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I don't really know Bobo.
No, huh?
I know people talk about him from time to time. Yeah, but we had empty seats at WrestleMania, so I told Jimmy, you got to take a picture and text it to Roland.
Roland was dying to go.
Because Roland was bothering all of us for a ticket.
Boy. Oh, sorry.
And I finally got a babysitter last minute because I thought I wasn't going to be able to go. And
I couldn't have gone if you did. I'm having car issues.
Yeah, because then Jimmy he writes me, he's like, you're driving. I'm like, yeah, I just found out that I got a babysitter. I'm in. So we went to WrestleMania at the Meadowlands.
What did I miss?
Not much. You missed. What did you miss? That's a really good question. You missed like really cool entrances.
Yeah.
By fucking animals.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Great production, a great stage
Amazing
set.
production.
Like wrestling really knows how to make a show and a spectacle.
Yes.
And
just create an energy.
Yes.
I don't know. There's a few things I found really strange, and maybe Sam could help me out. There's no ring announcer anymore. I didn't know that.
Yes, there is.
They had the blonde broad. She came out in the beginning, and then that was it. She didn't. There was no ring announcements. What are you talking about?
There was a guy in there at one point I saw. You could hardly see him just standing there, but there was nothing like we're used to UFC announcements where the 2 combatants are there, and then the announcement happens.
And they used to announce them as they were coming out.
Yeah, they did. They announced them.
We didn't hear shit
as they were coming out. Like they don't announce them with the 2 in the ring at the same time.
Why don't they do that?
No, they didn't announce them. I'm holding to this.
No, they were saying their names. Like
when?
Yeah, before they came out.
You would
before
see it lit up, and then the girl would say it, or the guy would say it. I heard a bunch of the names, but I would see them first. Yeah, but there was no definitive, like what Bruce. I don't know UFC is different, but Bruce Buffer makes an announcement, and then the match starts.
Right.
I didn't like the way wrestling started the matches, where I felt like it would feel more like combat if they actually stood there and announced each one and let them. I don't know. I kind of wish
that. Like for when they really want to do like a big fight feel, then they'll do it that way.
Did they do that for The Rock and John Cena?
I don't think they did this time.
We wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know.
You abandoned ship?
Oh boy, did we!
Yeah, it was.
Oh boy, did we! All of a sudden, like I was feeling out Jimmy. Jimmy was feeling me out, and I think at the same time we went, "You want out of here?" And we both went, yes! And we left in the middle of the Brock Lesnar match, which was the second to last match.
Oh.
When we entered the parking lot, like, I'm used to going to sporting events where, I'm that guy, I'll leave a little early, or a concert, I'll leave a little early. And you'll see other assholes in the parking lot going to their cars. Yeah. When me and Jimmy hit the parking lot, I swear to you, we were the only people in the entire parking lot, or at least our section.
Yeah.
We jumped in my car, and we were the only car leaving the Meadowlands. the only car. I mean, I wish I wanted to film it because in the rearview mirror you see a lit up stadium and a packed parking lot, and we're the only car leaving.
I twittered a photo of the stadium from across the street.
Yeah,
it doesn't really tell the tale.
It didn't do it justice. I got to be honest.
Well,
with
that's
you.
the match no one would leave.
Of course not
during because it's like the big one, and you guys left during.
And
that's great.
We could pretty much see our apartments from the Meadowlands. Yeah, because of the New York City skyline. There are times that ride could take 2 hours. It took. Am I lying?
No.
Less than 15 minutes.
Yeah, less
door
than
to door.
Wow. Maybe 14 minutes. We were I was out of the thing in my lobby. I couldn't believe it. It was like leaving here.
Wow.
How was it getting there? Did you get there early enough to?
Yeah, we did all right.
Well, I tell you,
I did a fucking power move.
Jimmy wasn't a great idea.
Jimmy wasn't all in on my power move at first, but I went for it.
It was the GW instead of the fucking Lincoln, and
I went power move. I'm like, I'm telling you, these guys took me to a Springsteen show on a Friday during rush hour. We left. And they did the power move to the GWB and went, the roundabout way.
Right.
And it fucking worked for us.
Much faster.
Took us less than an hour.
We hit traffic when we got into the venue, like just getting into the lot. Like, all right, you can't avoid it there. We may hit 15 minutes there, but that was nothing. For an 85,000 person fucking event, we got nothing.
Wow. But we left. We're like, who gives a fuck?
Well, it was cold,
and then my
too.
Twitter exploded. They're like, you're leaving before The Rock? I'm like, yeah, we are.
Yeah, you're not even leaving. Like you said when I saw you there, you were at least going to wait until The Rock and John Cena made their entrance.
We wanted to see the entrance. But there was that tag team match first.
Because the entrance thing is pretty fun, man.
They scrapped the tag match.
They did.
Oh, they did?
They were running out of time, right?
Somebody went long, yeah.
Somebody went long.
Oh, I wish I would have known. How long was Brock's match?
I don't know, 20 minutes?
Oh, we probably should have waited. We didn't know, though. Because we thought there was going to be a tag match in between Brock and The Rock. So I was like, I don't want to sit through another one. I was cold, and it was fun, though. I did enjoy it.
It was cold?
Wait,
fuck, I forgot about that. It's outdoors.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Oh, man.
It wasn't freezing, but I was starting to get, like, fucking cold.
We had our winter hats on. We tweeted a picture with our winter hats on. Who won, Brock Lesnar or Triple H?
Triple H won.
Oh, so Brock doesn't get Stephanie McMahon?
No. Well, that wasn't
sucks.
an actual...
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was.
Because then he said the loser gets Stephanie, which made me laugh.
Right.
Heyman's video is very funny.
Why would you put your wife on the line like that?
There are a few things I wish that they did differently because I think it would make it feel more like I like it to feel, but I did enjoy. Like, I loved Jericho's entrance was fucking amazing. I thought Fandango's entrance was fun.
Yeah. They blew up the Fandango angle, which was strange to me.
That's it, huh? No more?
That was our seats, by the way.
You got to move to phase 2.
That was my seat. And if you go to, I am going to promote my Twitter right now, Opie Radio. I got a picture of Erock online getting food.
That was great.
Did you see the picture yet, Erock? I was scared after I tweeted it because Erock couldn't have been nicer to us yesterday.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Erock.
Who is he supposed to be?
I think he was going for Dusty
Rhodes.
Rhodes, right?
Oh, yeah,
American Dream.
I was hoping he was going for the Hulk because Erock loves Hulk, but. Erock could have been nicer, making sure we're set up. He bought little things for my kid, and he went to our seats to see how we're doing.
The new little paychecks.
And then I'm tweeting this. I'm like, why am I doing this? He couldn't have been nicer yesterday.
Erock.
Yeah, but you wanted to have a laugh.
A little laugh.
You wanted to have a laugh.
You want a laugh?
I think I don't like the way you just hear ding, just the bell starts and then they start wrestling. I guess though for TV,
for TV
you
they
hear it and it's a different vibe.
Yeah, there's commentators like.
Yeah, for TV they do an amazing job. Right. The commentators fill in all the fucking dead spots.
Yeah, it seems like if you're really kind of into it, being home and watching it seems to be like the thing to do.
I don't know why they can't figure out how to have some setup where if you're at the Meadowlands, you could listen to the broadcast. I don't know why they haven't figured that shit out yet for even sporting events. I mean, some sporting events. Well, I guess they do it for
UFC. I think they do it.
They do. That's what I guess. That's what I meant. Other sports like the UFC and stuff, they don't.
They did a thing for a while where they were selling radios at the merch booth.
Right.
So you could tap into the frequency and listen to the commentary.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think.
I mean, I don't know. It obviously didn't work because they stopped doing it, but
There's probably a delay or something.
Yeah,
there's probably some kind of a delay
yeah.
in a moment like that, which is.
Oh, we went off tangent here. Whatever. I'm a little tired too from yesterday. Yeah, they blew up the Fandango angle because his whole angle was he wouldn't wrestle until someone got his name right, and all of a sudden he had his pretty cool entrance. Then they made sure Chris Jericho had a way better entrance, which I thought was hilarious. He had a jacket that lit up, fireworks, all sorts of shit after Fandango's big entrance, and then they just started fighting. I'm like, that's how they're going to end the bit, where he doesn't fight until someone says his name right?
they move on to phase 2 now.
I
What is
guess.
phase 2?
But I thought there
Whatever
could have been
it is.
a little
I mean,
better ending to that.
Yeah, like one weird
one
moment
last
that
Fandango. But with WrestleMania, I do know they don't do any of that nonsense. It's all about, the build up, and then they get the fighting in
They
right
do,
away.
right?
Yeah, they don't play around on Mike at all.
Yeah, and you got to show him. I mean, he's got to wrestle.
No, but I figured they would show him.
No, I understand he had to wrestle, but
Yeah.
but it was such a great bit to me. I just thought they would have had a little better ending.
Is there no mic stuff? I noticed no one got on mic.
Rarely with WrestleMania. It's all about, all right, we've been, shit talking for the last, few months, and we get in there and fight now.
Time to
Payoff,
TCB.
That's right.
I'll say that the entrance for the Undertaker was really awesome.
No one beats that ever.
That's a great sports entrance. The Undertaker.
I leaned into Jimmy and like, can you imagine 85,000 people and you just take your fucking time to the ring? How that has to feel as a performer?
He was just lollygagging, traipsing slowly to the ring.
He's been doing that for what, 25 years, right? Jesus. 21 WrestleManias.
Crazy.
Yeah, but since 1990. So
1990 he started?
yeah.
His match and CM Punk's match was great. I mean, that was a really
I told
entertaining
Jimmy,
match.
I'm like, when you got two wrestlers in the ring that really know what the fuck they're doing, that's what it's all about.
That was the show stealer.
Yeah,
by far.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, that was a classic. Like, that was by far the best match on the show.
And that table was supposed to break, you were telling us?
Oh, yeah, when he dropped the elbow from the top onto the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking leg hit it. That looked
Yeah.
painful.
Oh, man, someone got a dead leg.
Yeah, that's supposed to collapse and break your fall a little bit.
Fandango's wrestling was a little sloppy, but I mean, he had to wrestle for the first time for the WWE in a huge fucking spot.
Yeah. And remember I told you he was going to win in just like a cheap way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
what he did.
I thought he won fair, like in the sense that he pinned him. I mean, it was.
Yeah, but he just small packaged him out of nowhere.
We could give these to Roland.
Oh, he's got the
These are
Oh
my
no,
two-
and
my
no,
two,
unused.
Roland
WrestleMania
probably
picks.
would have got out to your place to get those.
You think?
He
Yeah,
probably would have
he
taken a
would've.
train just to get them.
Oh, that's terrible.
He was talking about it on Friday. I came back here, and he was already like, "Do you think they're gonna go? Do you think if they're not gonna go? Do you think should I ask for their tickets? I want to go."
Oh, God.
Roland asked me, and I told him I just don't know. And
Yeah, I didn't know either.
I didn't think Ope was going to go. Ope was setting up on last Tuesday. Like, I don't know if I can get a babysitter. I'm like, I don't think he's going to make it. I wasn't hearing from Ant. I'm like, I'm not driving because I'm getting this weird fucking thing on my car where it shows the picture of the lift. And too much oil's coming out or something. So I'm like, I'm not going to overheat in the fucking Lincoln Tunnel or in a parking lot with 90,000 people. But Ope surprised me and went. So I'm like, I want to go.
Fuck yeah. And we got out of there nice and early. I was probably asleep before the Rock match was over. I swear.
Oh, without a doubt. I was in bed by 10:40.
I got into my apartment. I said hi to the family, and I was out within 5 minutes.
Horrible. That's horrible.
What time were we home? 10:15.
Yeah, probably 10:15 maybe.
And we left, I think, like barely 10 o'clock.
The Rock match ended, I think, at like 10:40.
Oh yeah, I was definitely
Yeah,
sleeping.
they're going
by
under
then.
curfew. They're not stupid.
I was definitely sleeping by then.
That's horrible.
A couple other things. Could someone explain why they had Puff Daddy? I know they try to go for celebrities and stuff, but Puff Daddy?
Yeah, instead of having the tag team match that people might have wanted.
That was bad, dude. I don't
could
know.
see it in living color because that was CM Punk's walk-on music, right?
What did
Yeah, and
Puff
it
Daddy
wasn't.
do?
It wasn't like an interruption of the show.
It was the introduction, yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Puff Daddy just, I don't know. Was
P.
that,
Diddy? Puff Daddy?
Was that
Diddy.
the unofficial halftime? What was that?
They like to have a performer out there.
Yeah, I understand
and
that.
I guess that was the song. But
why do they pick Puff Daddy? I'm sure there was a bunch of people that would have taken that spot.
Because Vince McMahon is in his 60s.
Out of touch a little bit?
I mean,
And then Puff Daddy's getting nothing, and then he starts talking about the hurricane. He's like using the hurricane to hype up his own shit.
What?
was anybody into him on the floor?
No.
No.
I didn't think
They
so.
didn't boo him. They you know, they tolerated
They were just
it.
kind of there. And he knew that as a performer. So then he starts mentioning, like, you know, we're coming back from Hurricane Sandy. Like, he was using anything he could. He's saying, you know, cheer for Cena, cheer for The Rock, anything to get more energy.
Try to get fucking...
Yeah.
But he's a pro, though, so he kind of, I'd say that for him. He's a lot better than Kanye, who fucking Kanye just thinks that he's such a genius.
Yeah.
And nobody's reacting to him, and he doesn't seem to care.
Right.
He doesn't address the fact, at least fucking Diddy, he knows how to work a crowd a little bit and didn't do too much time.
He's had catchy songs over the years, but I'm so over Diddy.
Did he get a better reaction than Jimmy did in Philly when he said, what was that one? I must confess.
Oh.
It was me in a monkey mask.
That was great.
Just assuming that everyone listens to us.
I was eager back then. I was hopeful.
That was fucking...
I wish we could have interacted with some of the wrestlers upstairs, because I did Artie's show Friday night to promote Caroline's this week, and X-Pac was the guest after me, and I heard he was in the green room in the back, not in the regular green room, but the back. So I walk in the back to talk to him, and it's him and our pal Cowhead was there, and Justin and Eric Stengel, I guess, were there at Cowhead. So I hung with those guys for like 45 minutes.
Nice.
And what a fun guest he would be. He was a fun guy to talk to, man. Yeah, he had stories. He talked about his asshole getting ripped open.
Did he? Yeah.
We had a fucking ball.
Is he still in town? Let's get him on today.
He might be. I think he was leaving today.
Yeah.
Because Cowhead was doing his show live today.
You talk about China?
No, he mentioned the big clit thing to me.
He's probably way over that.
Yeah, it looked like there was another young lady.
But he will talk about it.
So Puff Daddy performed, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a total, like, everybody started going to the bathroom and get food and get merch. And
then a little later they had Living Color as old fat guys.
Yeah, they do.
I remember, what's his name? Corey, the lead singer?
I guess.
I remember seeing him back in the day.
Corey Glover. Yeah.
He'd be ripped with no shirt on.
Oh, God.
Now he had, like, old man clothes on.
Oh,
white
no,
hair.
really?
White hair, but I think he dyes it, like, blonde because maybe it went white. I don't know.
He was in Platoon.
And
yes.
Yeah. And then once again, I leaned over to Jimmy and said, somewhere Black Girl has a massive fucking hard on. Oh, yeah.
We gonna get a high.
Oh, God, they didn't look like that.
No, huh?
We're seeing a picture of Living Color from back in the day.
What's
I mean, I
like,
think they go back to
Grandpappy?
the late '80s, I believe.
Yes, they do. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, yeah, but they sounded great.
They just basically did Punk's intro, which was good.
But then again, I mean, if they can't, sound great doing Cult of Personality, then they should be out of the fucking business.
Yeah.
We're all gonna get sick, and fuck it. I wish they wouldn't give you shit if you're not here.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not mad at you. I know they're gonna give you shit.
Are you still contagious?
I don't know.
I can't afford to get sick. I have girls to put my penis in.
That a boy, Jimmy. That a boy.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like, I don't want to. I know we give Erock shit when he comes in sick, and it's like, what are you doing? You're going to get everyone sick. And then it's like, but I'm fucking sitting there getting an ulcer at home, thinking about the shit I'm going to have to fucking take from these cocksuckers down the fucking hall.
You ought to go and just sit in Scott's office and talk to Bladder and Gary. Make it stop. Do what they want you to do today. Make a pit stop in every office.
Yeah.
Shake hands.
How about we have a meeting today in your small fucking unventilated office? Fucking hey, man. And that goddamn fuck shit. What is that shit called? That fucking emergency? You know when emergency works? When you weren't going to get sick anyway.
No.
What a great gimmick they have. No, let me tell you what their gimmick is. Let me tell you what their fucking gimmick is. They say you got to take it before you get sick.
Right.
How brilliant is that? How brilliant is it? Because then if you're not getting sick, if you're not going to get sick and never were going to get sick, you go, wow, it worked.
With that said, can we get some emergency in here?
No, use Coldies. I hate emergency. I use Coldies.
I love emergency.
Coldies works better.
Nice blast of the vitamin C.
Oh boy,
so Living Color.
Kenny be mad that I wasn't using the cough button.
Oh, he would not be happy. So Living Color fucking sounded great doing CM Punk's. That's his entrance music?
Yeah.
Is that all they did? Oh, they did Cult of Personality.
Cult of Personality.
I love that. Open Letter to a Landlord is a good song, too. That thing.
You do like that, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And after that, whatever.
Can I tell you, Brock walking down that Brock is a big kid, man.
Animal.
Whoa, is he fucking big.
Yeah.
And I guess this is just better for his health. Wrestling is a little easier on the body.
And he only does it 3 times a year.
And it looks like he got a lot bigger since fighting in the UFC. Because I think you got to stay a little trimmer and leaner for the UFC.
Oh, you have to.
He
man.
looked like he bulked way up since UFC.
Yeah, he's bulked.
And he was big. He was big in the UFC.
You never have to make weight. You don't have to do any. You don't have to worry about your diet. You just.
And Sam was telling me, I didn't know this, that the Undertaker only wrestles once a year. I had no idea.
Yeah. He just does WrestleMania.
But he did show up recently on a SmackDown or a Raw, right? Just to kind of hype WrestleMania.
He does like the last few Raws before WrestleMania.
But he doesn't wrestle?
He doesn't wrestle. And then WrestleMania.
There's a little clip of it. That's all they show.
And they buried it in the paper today, too.
Sam, I was surprised to hear that Sam has not met The Undertaker. He has not gotten a photo or an interview with The Undertaker. And then fucking Sam steps on the elevator the other day with The Undertaker.
Yeah, you got to ask him at that point. Well, you have to.
I was late to the Hall of Fame, but we went in, it was the Garden, and we went in through the employee entrance because that's where the media credentials were. And I get in, and as I'm getting my credential, this giant dude with a hat on walked right by me, and I turned around, and The Undertaker was right in front of me waiting for the elevator.
Wow. And I can't believe you didn't just take a quick picture, because there's no one there. It was in the elevator. He would have taken it. It wasn't like there was a lot of fans around.
Yeah, no, it was just me and him and his wife and a dude and a kid in a wheelchair.
Dude, you should have snapped that fucking whole back and snapped that picture with your iPhone.
Fuck yeah.
That's crazy not to. And then you interview him, you get a better one. But flash the moment like that?
And I bet you he's not bothered by the whole thing as much anymore because he's only out there every once in a while. A few days a year.
He was totally cool. And like the guy in the elevator was like, 21-0. And the Undertaker was like, yeah, buddy. You know.
Yeah, he won. So he's now 21-0.
Spoiler.
Which means he'll have to wrestle next year again.
Yeah.
Wow. And he only once a year. He's that hurt, or is he that old, or is it a combo of both?
Well, he doesn't.
Because he still has amazing heat, considering he's only out there a few times a year now.
Yeah, it's a matter of like keeping himself in the best shape possible. Like over this year, he had, I think, knee and shoulder surgery both. So it's like you can't work a regular schedule like that.
You might as well do the main fucking.
Just make sure you're in excellent shape for one match, as opposed to being in okay shape for like.
Let's see if Sam knows. Sam will probably know. Who's the first guy he beat in WrestleMania, like 6 or 7?
Superfly at WrestleMania 7.
About it. I think Sam would know.
Okay, brother.
He beat Superfly. He's beat fucking. I looked over this thing. Shawn Michaels a couple of times, but he never wrestled Hogan.
Not at Mania, but he did.
But I guess he was doing at those Manias too, right? At those WrestleManias.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple of them.
He didn't do a lot of them.
Hogan. Well, I mean, he was done by.
He was done early on.
WrestleMania 9.
Yeah,
and then didn't come back until. 18.
Would they have liked Hogan there yesterday?
Yeah, if Hogan came back for WrestleMania, they would. If he goes back in a WWF ring.
And why?
They'll love him.
Yeah, they will.
And it looks like they got rid of a lot of the nonsense, like you know,
what?
ladder matches and cage matches and all those type of like kind of gimmicky matches.
So save that for Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I mean they do, but what they do now is they try to position pay-per-views around the gimmicks. So like WrestleMania sells itself, but if they want to do a Hell in a Cell match, they'll do the pay-per-view would be Hell in a Cell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they don't need to add that to WrestleMania.
Man, if you weren't following the Iron Sheik over the weekend, you were fucking missing out on some of the greatest tweets and fucking Vine videos I've ever seen.
He makes Vine videos?
Oh God, they're fucking great. They're short. 6 seconds of complete and utter lunacy. Do you know he's crazy?
I was asked to roast him.
Really?
But I couldn't because I was taping live at Gotham. I'd already committed to a live at Gotham. Caroline's. I wish I could have roasted him.
And then he talks about the Jews and stuff. Like I guess everyone knows he's just a nut. So
the Brock have the booger in the nose. Hashtag WrestleMania. He was talking about Triple H and Brock Lesnar. He writes, hell of a match, and fuck the Hulk Hogan.
Fuck the Hulk Hogan. He said Hulk Hogan and his Rice Krispie dick. It's fucking great.
But he doesn't do the thing anymore in person.
What thing?
Like, we can't have him in here.
Well, I know why.
Because he doesn't do the deal anymore. He doesn't do the gimmick. Like, he doesn't get angry. He doesn't yell.
Why?
He just come and sit and chat. I'd rather just talk to him.
Yeah, why doesn't he do anything anymore? What happened?
He's not in good health.
No.
Yeah. He looked good on his Vine videos. He looked healthy.
Give me a Vine video.
I'm looking for him.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm
not into the Vine video thing.
It's so weird.
All right, it's because I have
Will Sasso is the only one I've seen that's doing like a thematic thing.
Yeah.
He just does some gimmicky thing, and then a lemon flies out of his mouth. I don't know. I've seen a montage of it. It's not bad. He does some pretty funny things. But for the most part...
Sticky. Boogie, baby. Sticky, baby. Boogie. Sticky. Boogie, baby. Sticky, baby. Boogie. Sticky. Boogie, baby. Sticky, baby.
I don't know. Right. I don't know what he's doing.
All right.
He's crazy.
Good.
So Will Sassoon's got lemon. I've heard it. I've seen one of his videos.
Yeah,
I haven't watched all of them.
I watched the montage, and it's kind of funny to watch in montage format. You know, a bunch of them. It's not even a montage. It's all of them.
What else about WrestleMania?
CM Punk Undertaker was your favorite match?
Yeah, those guys really know how to work it.
Yeah, they do.
That's what I was explaining to Jimmy. Because some of the other matches were kind of lame, to be honest with you.
What was lame?
I don't know, like the fucking...
Well, I didn't care about the tag team as much, but again, I didn't care about the heavyweight championship.
Oh, Dolph Ziggler's match?
I mean, no, the other one with
The Big Show, that was the triple threat or whatever.
The opener.
Those were fine, but it just wasn't like I didn't have any
they were
investment in them. I didn't care.
You just know when the guys really know their shit and know what they're doing in the ring. It's so obvious. They could really work it and get that energy going in the place.
Erock said the main event stunk.
Erock?
Erock comment.
You've been gone for 4 days and you haven't talked about WrestleMania yet.
Hi.
Give me your thoughts on this whole fucking thing.
I said to you guys, you picked the right time to leave because I thought the last match was really boring.
It wasn't boring at all. The crowd was like...
He said the crowd wasn't into it.
The crowd was completely into it. There was
silence.
False finish after false finish.
I heard silence.
The crowd.
Erock said.
There was silence at certain points. There was boring chants at a lot of other points.
Really?
Yeah.
They chanted boring?
Well, here's what happened. The crowd died because Triple H won against Brock Lesnar.
So why'd they die?
Yeah, everybody was like, what? Why? Again? Like, nobody... People are tired of seeing Triple H win, like, because they think, obviously...
He just wins because he's the son-in-law?
Yeah, I mean... You know,
the wrestlers kind of like, you know, secretly not like him because
it's not that secret for a lot of them.
He pretty much slept his way to the top.
There's a lot of
Triple H slept his way to the top. According to Scorch introduced him to wrestling. Introduced him to the WWF at the time, and now, of course, the WWE. And now he's married to the boss's daughter. So you got to think other wrestlers. And we love Triple H, and he'll be in here again. Yeah, but I'm thinking a lot of the other wrestlers look at him and kind of roll their eyes a little bit.
A lot of them.
Although he works his ass off.
He does. He's a great wrestler.
So wait, so Triple H...
He shouldn't have won.
They would have rather have seen Brock win, I think. And it's more believable that Brock wins because of his UFC fighting. Like, you know that Brock's a savage.
And I think it's more valuable. I mean, if they're paying Brock Lesnar a ton of money for... individual matches, he shouldn't be losing because he's been back for he's done 3 matches in the last year and he's lost 2. So it's like how
that's Vince. Vince is still mad that he left for the UFC.
So he just paid him a ton of money.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
You don't care about the money in the end.
He's just doing it for fun.
Yeah. He's holding a grudge because fucking Brock left for the UFC, I'm telling you.
Because he's probably paying Brock Lesnar like $1 million a match, at least.
Way.
How much do you think The Rock made?
Probably over $1 million for the match.
Okay, so you got Brock
probably
loses.
Easily $1 million.
Yeah.
I would guess a few million.
He wouldn't even step into the fucking arena for less than a couple of million.
He told me that.
He's making fucking righteous bucks making movies. Why is he going to risk his movie career to...
Yeah.
So wait, the Brock loses, and you said the crowd just died?
Yeah, the crowd died.
They were like, all right already?
Yeah, because Brock should have won the match. And people hate John Cena, and they don't... Like, The Rock is, like, a little bit stale. People like him, but he's, But
they know, first of all, he's not going to go out there and give his fucking all.
The Rock,
and maybe,
and
maybe fuck himself up and miss out on his $30 million for a fucking action movie.
He's got to be careful.
Why the hell would he want to risk that? So he's not going to be doing anything crazy.
Like, once you get past the excitement of, oh, The Rock is back, you're like, okay, he's back, but he's part-time.
Well, wait, who won?
Cena won.
That was so obvious he was going to win.
Yeah.
Well, you should have won.
Is he
because
boring,
The Rock's
though?
not... Huh?
He's just boring, Cena.
I don't know. He doesn't...
I mean, he's the hottest guy in the company.
Is he really?
Looks-wise, you mean?
Yeah, he's just really good-looking. That's all. That's my whole thing.
See, I don't know anything about him. Like, is he really the one people like, John Cena?
He's the biggest star in the company.
He looks like
by far.
He looks like a pumped-up Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, he does. But he's like... There's nobody even close to
We used to have him on the show.
I see. That shows you a little I know. Yeah, he's a great guest.
We like all those guys. Whatever.
But they did a really good.
He's bigger than CM Punk?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how we left nice and early?
Does that bother you? They did a really good series to end the match, is what I was getting at.
What do you mean?
Started like...
Oh, I don't care about the technical stuff. That's
Rock
for you
Cena.
and your wrestling
And
friends.
people got excited at the end of the match.
What was the series?
Good for them.
It was like false finishes and stuff, and it was fun.
I just can't. It's hard for me. And again, it's not. So when you watch wrestling, you're like, you see CM Punk jumping off that top thing onto a table. You can't fake that. Like you're jumping onto a table from 12 feet in the fucking 20 feet in the air.
When it doesn't break.
Yeah, you bounce off it. So these guys are punishing their bodies. But I guess I've just gotten so used to it's harder for me to get psyched about it because I know that they're not,
Well, it's a whole different world.
It's a different world.
They're entertaining you, you know.
It's performance.
Yeah,
that hurts a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's insane that I don't understand why you would leave early. The whole point in going,
because my sleep is very important to me.
I didn't care about the Rock John Cena. I don't.
But you didn't even watch the end of the Brock Lesnar match.
Nah, I didn't care about that.
We kind of knew what was going to happen, I guess.
I like those guys, but
yeah, we kind of knew.
You had no idea.
We had a
Once
feeling.
you see him in the ring, it's like, yeah, that's pretty much it.
the walk down was fun. The entrances, wrestling does the entrances right.
I was just as satisfied as when Erock came in and I asked who won the match. I was like, oh, okay, now I'm completely satisfied.
Yeah, but you're also the type of guy who goes all the way to Philly for a Pearl Jam concert and then leaves early and misses the Jay-Z surprise thing.
But I saw enough.
And then you
Don't
go,
you get
but
it?
I got home early.
I saw 95% of the concert.
I do like a good getting out of the...
Yes.
You feel like you accomplished something.
Yes.
One thing good about the Yankees this year, no crowd after the ninth.
Oops.
Great.
Yeah.
It's smooth fucking sailing to get out of Yankee Stadium.
I'll stay for a good football game. I'll leave. I'll definitely leave a basketball game early. I'll definitely leave a hockey game early. I'll definitely leave a concert early.
Really? The big encore?
I pretty much will leave everything early.
Yeah, like concerts, the best part is the end because they save the best parts.
Is it?
Till the end. And like a wrestling show, they put the main event at the end.
So
the best part of the show is not the middle of it.
I had a really good
Doesn't bother
time,
me.
and I'm not bothered by it in the least.
I love getting out. You feel like you accomplished something.
Oh, yeah.
You're right at the parking lot by the main road of a stadium, and you pull out onto the highway, and you're like, I'm out, motherfucker.
I am not lying. We were the only car on the road.
Yeah.
Until you hit that other fucking road that leads to the tunnel traffic.
I was back up in the box for the last match.
Right.
Until the end of that match, every seat was full. Well, except for two.
I honestly probably only two. Like I'm telling you, there was no one else out in the
I could see the whole audience, and every chair had a head on it.
Yeah.
There was people.
It was mobbed.
Yeah.
Look, I got to see the fireworks. I got to see the 21-0 Undertaker thing. I got to see Fandango.
You didn't get to see Bob Backlund take the stage?
No, when did he?
Right after the Triple H match.
Oh, I
really?
didn't know that. I thought they. What did he do? They had the Hall of Famers.
Yeah, they introduced the Hall of Fame class.
I was kind of hoping to see that. Who did they bring out there?
Mick Foley, Bob Backlund, Bruno Sammartino,
Iron Sheik.
I think Donald Trump.
Why did Donald Trump have to be out
Why
there?
is he
He's in
there?
the celebrity wing.
Does anybody care about him in wrestling?
Celebrity wing.
The Hall of Fame thing was hilarious because
Wait. I got this, trust me. And we're going to go there.
Good for you.
I just remember something else.
Yeah.
You got to go and hang out with the family and friends.
Yeah.
And you were telling me some stories from up there. You got to tell them on the air.
Well,
like
I mean,
Mick Foley was looking for a seat and no one would give up their seat.
Yeah. Because
Mick Foley's at a WrestleMania in the friends and family box, and you would think he would have a seat.
Well, I got lucky because, as it turns out, I decided to go with friends and family, but that box and the press box were like the same box. It was just there were some areas that the press couldn't get into, so I just extra access for me. But the friends and family box, so many people were there that they had no seats, so you couldn't look out the window because all the seats were full by the time we got there. Thank God I had a press seat, like right next to the friends, so I had a seat. And
that you didn't give up for Mick Foley?
That's my point.
Yeah, what a fan you are. You should have given Mick
That's
Foley
my
a seat.
point.
I mean, that would have went a long way.
There was an exchange. There was an exchange between Sam Roberts and Mick Foley.
He needed a couple seats.
And he asked Sam.
And Jess was with me.
Yes.
And so I'm not going to, make Jess stand.
Oh, my God.
He didn't ask if he could have Sam's seat, but he said it in a way like,
he goes like,
help a brother out.
I said hi to him and everything. And he goes, Sam, you're a guy. You got connections around here. You know anywhere I can get a seat?
How does Mick Foley not have a fucking seat?
You walk in.
He made WrestleMania over the years.
There's a whole like eating area, like a cafeteria area that wasn't looking out on the stadium. It was looking out on the other side, but it had TVs in it. And so this giant room where people were watching the show, not live, but on TV.
Right.
Ric Flair, Mick Foley, Hacksaw, Mean Gene Okerlund, Sika the Wild Samoan, everybody you could think of.
Bronx Brawler.
We couldn't get up there.
I tried to get you guys wristbands.
But they were sitting in just a room watching it on TV?
Yeah.
That's weird to me.
What was Ric Flair doing there, for the love of God?
Drinking.
He just lost his son a week ago.
Yeah, I know, but he wasn't. I didn't mention that to him. I said hello to him.
Oh, you didn't.
How did he look?
He looked like the Nature Boy.
What does it take to face this guy?
He looked like the Nature Boy.
Just having a good time.
He looked like he was having a good time. He was smiling. He was saying hi.
Woo?
I didn't hear any woos, but a lot of.
Why wouldn't he
chest smash things to those
Knife edge chops?
Knife edge chops.
Why wouldn't he take a WrestleMania off? He just lost his son.
He was at the Hall of Fame on Saturday, and then
So
he showed
weird.
up at. And he was chilling in the box. I got to. I went and
That's what his
pissed.
son's doing too.
Oh, Jesus!
Wow.
Christ.
What?
Box.
Chilling in the box.
I went and pissed when
Right.
Diddy came out, obviously.
Yeah.
And I was pissing, and the urinal next to me was the Iron Sheik, and then the urinal next to him was Ric Flair.
How
did
big
he
are their
need?
cocks?
I didn't look.
How'd you not look?
You gotta look, Sam.
Why did the Sheik need a urinal? Usually his pants are just
Good enough.
dandy.
But there was a backup walking into the bathroom because the Sheik needed quite a bit of help getting out of his wheelchair.
Really?
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he's really getting old, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And he
These are horrible.
wasn't doing his shtick.
No, he
Did he
doesn't
have
do
his-
his shtick
did he
Was
have
he
his
friendly to
curly-
people?
Yes.
Curly shoes?
No, he had sneakers on.
Wait, so if he's not doing his shtick, what kind of guy is he?
He's just like, okay, nice to see you, guy.
Just really nice and just mellow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Probably
so
on meds.
weird.
Yeah. Super mellow.
He might be on pain meds or something if his knees are bad.
Really bad.
It's hard to be angry when you're on pain meds.
Right.
Hulk's here. Hi.
Hey, So anyway, now to the Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame was so funny because they decided to do it in New York. And New York fans are animals. And so, like, it was...
Where was it at?
It was at the Garden.
Madison
a lot of
Square
people there?
Garden.
Yeah, it was full. It was sold out.
Wait, the regular MSG?
Yes, not the theater.
They filled MSG
They sold out Madison Square Garden.
just for a Hall of Fame event?
Just for speeches.
Holy fuck! How many people is that?
17,000, 16,000.
And and they did the floor. It was like a concert.
Oh, so if they did the floor too, that's close to 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
There were a lot of people there.
Wow.
And but they're New York fans. So like the tickets say like, business attire is requested for this event and blah blah blah. And there were some people but there were some people who actually showed up in business attire and everything. But the guys come out and they're trying to give these speeches to encapsulate their careers and everything. But every time they showed John Cena on the screen, or like Bob Backund came out and he was like, like one guy who's doing a great job is John Cena. Boo! You suck! Boo! The whole place boos him. Maria Menounos from Extra, she came out to induct Bob Backland because I guess they're friends.
They're not friends.
Come on. She could not. It was the I hope when they air it on Tuesday that they don't fuck around with the sound, because she couldn't get a word out. From the time they introduced her name, she got pelted with boos. Just every no matter what she said, it was the whole crowd booing her off the stage. She started, and she wouldn't shorten her speech. She started going over like Bob Backland facts that people may not know, and just got the boring chants the whole time. You could tell looking at her face that she had never had to deal with this type of reaction on this level, like this rejection.
Did he do the knee walk?
No, he didn't do the knee walk.
I would have fucking knee walked all over that cocksucking place, up every step.
And then Trump came out. Anybody who wasn't a wrestler
got booed.
Booed off the stage.
Did they boo Trump?
They booed the shit out of
Why
Trump.
wouldn't they? I don't know what he's doing there. Sometimes I tell people, you're fired.
They booed Trump's wife.
Of course.
Trump introduced my beautiful wife, Melania. Boo!
Well, nobody wants to hear from a guy who's not a wrestler. I don't blame them.
Yeah, he's been part of the Wrestlemania thing, but
He has
still,
been, but come on.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was great.
They boo Backland?
No, Backlund actually came out, and he had the speech of the night.
He's nutty.
Do we have it here? What's this?
We don't have this speech because it hasn't aired on TV yet.
Right.
But because he starts like doing his like Bob Backund thing where he's just low key, and he's like, you know, you got to make sure that whatever you do, you just never give up. And he starts looking around. He goes, "You never give up. You never give up. You never give up."
Why?
And he starts shouting, and he's moving his arms around, and he's walking back and forth on the stage, and he's going between speech and promo, back and forth, speech to promo, speech to promo.
Did people enjoy it?
Yeah, he killed it.
Really?
They loved it. And then after, like, as everybody's leaving the Hall of Fame, like, they're playing this nice music, and everybody's in their suits, and everybody's waving. Bob Backund just jumps off the stage and runs into the crowd. And starts running through everybody, and his arms are waving the whole time.
Wait, would he do the arm run? Were his arms weird when he ran?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
It's called being an asshole.
Can you find video of Bob Backund running the old Bob Backund? I forget that he used to just like the arms up.
So what do we got here for the people, Sam?
This is what they aired on the website. It's just a quick interview he did after being inducted.
Right.
And I only pulled it because Jim always says that he used to love Bob Backlund's bland, uninteresting, no excitement promos.
Because he would breathe like, well, Vince, you know, I just want to go out and have a good match. And I think that, you know, if we both wrestle really hard, I'm going to have a good shot at winning and maintaining the title.
And that's exactly what he did for the website.
WWE ring announcer Lillian Garcia tweeted that you were blowing the roof off of Madison Square Garden with your speech. What do you say to that?
That's what I came here to do. I told myself that I was going to do that 30 years ago. That's how long I've been working and coming here. That's how long I've been dreaming about this situation, to have things set up that I have with the WWE right now. Like, I meant what I said. You never give up.
There was great emotion and great passion in your speech, and when you took us through your journey to the Hall of Fame, it was really deep and meaningful. What stands out to you about the moments you spent out there on that stage?
The thing that stood out the most is that how the people listened so intently, and how they were very into what I was saying, because Booker T did a bang-up job entertaining you, and I knew I was going to have a tough time following it. But you people were great.
And he had just been shouting at the top of his lungs.
Bob Backlund's a psychopath.
Yeah.
He's a psycho.
I just saw a tweet from Fandango. He just writes, he tweeted, "Who can't wrestle?" and then hashtag undefeated.
Undefeated. That's funny.
All right, so there you go.
I didn't like my seats at all.
Why not?
I didn't like the wrestling.
Your problem with your seats was the wrestling?
I wanted Hulk Hogan.
He just kept saying he wanted to go home. And then I don't know how to talk to him.
From the minute we got there, Edgar was like, I want to go home.
I know, because I got a text from him, I guess, when he wasn't talking to you.
Yeah.
That said he wanted to go home.
Yeah, that's
I
all
wanted
he kept
Sam
saying.
to take, Edgar wanted Sam to take him home in the middle of a match. Drive me home. Drive me home.
I was going to Jimmy Stay because I really thought we were going for an hour. I really thought, and I drove, so I would have no choice. I thought Jimmy was like, all right, enough of this. But we did good, man.
I'm so glad I didn't go.
Nah, it was fun,
I'd have been,
man.
no, you know why? Because I just know I'd have been sick and cold outside.
It wasn't that bad.
No?
It really wasn't that bad. You had to dress appropriately. I grabbed my winter coat and my hat as I left, even though it was a really nice day in New York yesterday. But as soon as the sun went down, man, it got fucking cold.
Yeah, when we went down to see the Punk Undertaker match and the entrance and stuff, I was just kind of surprised that you guys were still there.
Really?
I wasn't sure if you guys were
I was definitely staying for the Undertaker. I
Yeah.
knew that. Just because I know just how great his entrances are.
It was so crazy going down on the floor. That entrance was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's always had a great entrance.
Yeah.
Enough about the entrance.
But it was so weird being up in that box because, like, I didn't even want to watch the show. I just wanted to wander around and look.
We were cracking up people around us because we kept going, what is the ref looking at? We were just commenting like the whole thing was real and we didn't understand. Like, and then Jimmy says, imagine in the UFC if the fighter held the other guy's head before he punched him.
They always touch the head where they're going to punch it. Like, they'll touch the head and then stomp and punch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if they did that in the UFC, it would be very awkward to have, like, Jones holding the guy's head and punching where he just touched.
We were talking like the whole thing was real and people around us were laughing pretty hard because it was just ridiculous. Like if the Undertaker had such beef with CM Punk and Paul Heyman's got the urn and stuff, why would you go in there and have a legitimate wrestling match?
Yeah, it would be a fight.
Wouldn't you just beat the living shit out of him and finally?
And wouldn't the Athletic Commission have a problem with fire coming out of the fucking ring posts? Not hazardous.
You're saying that
we had New Jersey SWAT guys right next to us, basically. And when the fire hit, I wanted to tap the guy on the shoulder and go, I think there's a fire thing happening here. You might want to check out.
You don't know why after a 2 count, you don't think they should be looking up and looking at the audience exasperated?
No, that's what I said. I'm like, why would you get right back into it?
Like when the ref hits the third one and they roll off anyway, but they don't call the match because that's not when it's supposed to end.
Right.
And both of the performers just sit there looking at the crowd. It's like, why is nobody going after?
But you got you got the wrestler all week, so you only got the 2 count. Why wouldn't you get right back in and try for the 3 count again?
Right.
It's exasperated. And you got to understand the frustration starts to set in, and these wrestlers think to themselves, what do I have to do to beat this guy?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, CM Punk really knows how to work it. Chris Jericho really knows how to work it.
Yep.
And Triple H really knows how to work
Undertaker,
it.
obviously.
Not obviously. His entrance is amazing.
I thought he was good, though.
He's
good.
One of the best of all time.
He's good. But I think those guys blow him away. They really know how to work a match.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Yes, the Undertaker will go into the
Chris Jericho really knows how to work a match.
That's why he was the one in
and
there
CM
with
Punk
Fandango.
really knows. Because you don't even care that CM Punk isn't like all, I'll just say roided out, but you know, he doesn't have that like over the top fucking,
that's why
monster body. But no one cares because he's so damn good in there.
I would assume that Dolph Ziggler is pissed off because Dolph Ziggler is a guy who's really good in the ring, and so he's like, I'm going to go out there and steal the show. And he's in the tag team match, and they gave him 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like they wouldn't give him any time.
Right.
Like he's one part of a tag team match, and they only gave the match 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
You know?
Well, I mean, look at the people on the fucking bill. There's some big people on the bill.
Yeah, I guess, but you wipe out P. Diddy, and all of a sudden you got an extra 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah, but who we couldn't have danced without.
I don't know why.
I like to dance when people rap.
Someone's got to explain why P. Diddy was doing. Why?
I'll tell you why. Here's
they
why.
needed a little music, I guess.
No, same reason they had In Living Color. There's very few black wrestlers.
In Living Color made sense.
They wanted more black faces there because there's very few black wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean
that's why they have. That's why they have a Latin heavyweight champion because they want everybody to kind of have a guy to root for. With the black guys, there was Mark Hunt.
Mark Henry,
whatever. And who else? Like, there's not many.
They probably credit The Rock.
What was the crowd?
Oh, yeah, The Rock. I forgot.
What was the crowd mostly?
Very mixed.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it was very
Wrestling
mixed.
hits every...
More white people, but I mean, they have a very mixed crowd.
Do they? Well,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I would think it's just white trash. I'm teasing, of course.
Very mixed.
I had very uncomfortable dreams last night.
Ooh, can we say that for after the
Yeah,
break?
I mean, really, really weird.
Really?
Involving Sam and Kenny.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Weird.
I can't wait to hear this. Erock, any thoughts? You were gone for 4 days. You gave us 30 seconds on WrestleMania.
Well, Sam was covering
That-
it all.
Yeah, but that.
Oh, dude, you know what the funniest thing was? The whole weekend, like literally, because I went to the WrestleMania store right after we were done with Radio Row on Friday. So, like, from the time the broadcast was over, I was doing wrestling stuff and seeing fans and stuff the whole time. The whole weekend, people were coming up to me and being like, "Hey, Sam, you're doing a great job this weekend." "Oh, thanks." "Hey, is Erock a big help?" The whole weekend.
Yeah, I love those tweets, too.
People were asking me what a big helper Erock was. I felt bad. He was a big help.
Were there any sweatshirts there? I wanted to get a sweatshirt.
Yeah, there were sweatshirts.
It was sold out when I got there.
Yeah, we didn't see sweatshirts.
A lot of stuff got sold out
$300
real
a
early.
piece.
Do you still want one?
Well, it depends on. I want to see them first. Yeah.
Jimmy bought stuff that he'll never wear.
What did you buy? Did you buy merch?
I bought 2 shirts.
Yes.
I bought a Paul Heyman. I'm with Paul Heyman, whatever shirt with the red hand.
I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
Whatever. But I like it because Paul didn't think I liked him, and I want that one. And I got a CM Punk Undertaker shirt, which was like black and gray, which is actually a cool shirt.
It's exclusive.
Is it?
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
And I didn't see any Jericho shirts.
But Jimmy's shopping, knowing he's never going to wear this stuff.
You went to the WrestleMania shop?
I did.
Yeah, he did.
And I went to the little outside one, and I'm like, where's the actual store?
And guess what?
store?
We had the whole WrestleMania store to ourselves.
I did
because that was just before the Rock match. No, it's during the Brock Lesnar Triple H match, so there was no one in there either.
You know how I got...
And when we got there, someone said there was an hour and a half wait just to get into the store.
Yeah, I actually...
An hour and a half wait just to get into the store.
Yeah, I told you that.
Was that true, Erock?
Yeah, as soon as you get in, there was a huge line that was coiling around maybe twice before you could even get near the store.
Not for me and Jimmy, man. We walked in. I mean, there might have been 10 other people shopping, maybe.
I went in.
And in this huge store.
If you're willing to miss the stuff everybody came for, you do really well.
Yeah, you got to go against the fucking, stream or whatever.
You're right, because when we left you guys after the Punk Undertaker match, I went into the store because I was looking all over for this CM Punk t-shirt because it was sold out everywhere. And I ran into some guy who was wearing it, and it was a medium, and nobody had any mediums left. And the guy told me if I let his friend, he knew who I was, and he said, if you let my friend go on the after show, I'll give you this t-shirt that I just bought. And I was like, fuck yes.
Do you have to show his art time?
No, sorry, dude. I needed the shirt.
Yeah, but you have to fucking
run
this by me and Ann and Jimmy.
I think we're vetoing that.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, I got the shirt.
I hope you have to give. I hope you have to give the shirt back because we veto that.
How's he gonna find me?
All right. Well, thanks, Erock. That's amazing. You really added a lot here.
Erock didn't even hang out he didn't hang out in the press box. He didn't get to see the wrestlers.
Erock was making sure me and Jimmy were taken care of. We ran into him at least 3 times, I think.
Yeah, but he was in a...
Once on the food line, he just found us.
There was free food.
Once at our seat. No, he wasn't getting food. He was just making sure we were all right.
Where was the free food?
Upstairs, in a box.
Oh, we wouldn't know that.
We wouldn't know.
Well, you asked for tickets late, too. Plus, I was thinking about this.
We had all right seats.
You had good seats, especially for...
We had no...
Not amazing seats.
And
we didn't have the floor.
And we had no perks.
Hang on.
Although Erock drove... This is why I feel bad that I tweeted that picture. Erock drove all the way into the city to give me a parking pass so me and Jimmy would be taken care of.
Erock wanted to do that, though, because...
Knowing, it was a major fucking, traffic problem yesterday because of WrestleMania.
He asked me for my extra parking pass so he could give it to you.
Right.
Like, he wanted to make sure he was the one.
Well, if you had an extra parking pass, how come you didn't offer it to Opie?
I was going to. I literally...
That's a really good question, Jimmy.
Thank you.
When I texted you guys to let you know that Erock had my parking pass and that you should have it. But you
didn't drive all the way in the city to give it to us.
I wasn't going to. But actually, I would have because it was on the way for me. But otherwise, I wouldn't have.
Jesus.
But yeah, no, Erock didn't hang out with the wrestlers. He
wanted to make sure me and Jimmy were taken care of, right, Erock?
Yeah.
There you go.
But he sat somewhere else. Why didn't you hang out with the wrestlers?
One, I didn't know the wrestlers would be in the press box because you were in the friends and family area. I wouldn't have seen them anyway. I wasn't in that section.
They were all over the place.
I saw a couple when I first got there. I was in the elevator with a couple, but I had a pass to a suite, so I sat on the other side.
All right, well, there you go. When we get back, Jimmy's going to talk about his weird dream.
Nice. Yeah, I hear that.
And other shit from the weekend.
That was really uncomfortable.
We got a final college basketball game tonight. The brackets are done. We got 2 left.
April Madness.
Got 2 left.
Let's see. It's that team with the guy with the busted leg.
Yeah, Kevin Ware.
And
Rutgers.
Louisville, yes.
And what?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I saw I saw like the guys getting off a bus on TV. Boy, they sure love them beats.
Oh, they all had their headphones.
Every single one of them got the beats on, and they're fucking all the basketball players, and they're all just walking around. And
probably get them for free.
And some of these guys, I guarantee you, were tatted up at 15. Like you just see these guys, they're like freshmen, and they're fucking just tats everywhere.
I bet you half the headphones didn't even have any beats on. It's just the look they have as they're getting off the bus, I think.
Them beats.
I would bet some of those guys had nothing going on. They just had their headphones on.
That fucking Dr. Dre motherfucker, huh?
Yeah.
Making some fucking change. Oh, no, wait, not change. What do we call it? Guap.
Yep, there you go.
Some of the guap. I learned that from fucking...
a website?
No, Who Kid.
Oh, the Who.
Yeah, you got some guap. 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 Guap, nigga.
You should wear your wrestling shirts to work.
I have to wash them first because I have very, very delicate skin.
They had a Bob Backland shirt in that store.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you should have got that.
Oh, that's what you should have got.
It was red, so I don't know if you would have worn it.
What of a red Backlund because he was a redhead. But I didn't see it, and
you're gonna be jealous when I wear mine.
No, I'll just throw paint on it.
Oh.
I have to wash them. I can never wear shirts without washing them.
Washing?
Really?
Yeah.
It gives you a rash.
Oh, it itches. I feel
Shit
hot.
makes you itch.
Dude, I feel like there's a hot, like...
Oh, wow, really?
Over my skin. I have to really wash them.
Amazing. Yeah, girls can piss on you without any problem.
Well, it doesn't just bother my throat. I don't waste it.
So you guys are all in now? You going to watch Raw tonight?
I might actually, just because it'll be the follow-up to WrestleMania.
I think we're done.
No, I'm going to do something Raw, but it's not watching wrestling.
But I can guarantee this. This is a promise to the listeners. We're not going to be talking about wrestling tomorrow.
See,
the only reason we talked about wrestling this long was because WrestleMania was in our backyard.
That's what I was going to say. You guys had good seats because you asked last minute and you spend 360 days of the year shitting on the product.
Yeah.
So
we don't shit on the product. We treat.
What are you talking about?
On wrestling?
Yeah, you say terrible things about wrestling.
Like what?
Dude, they said
like Fandango.
They said as
Right.
far as all the press they got leading up to WrestleMania, the biggest one was Fandango coming on our show. That's kind of cool.
The Fandango thing was huge.
But what, we don't shit on. We tease it, but I mean, it's like we interviewed Jericho. We have CM Punk. We take care of all those
Paul
guys.
Heyman.
That come in. Fucking
Triple H.
Foley. Any of those
has
guys that
been
want
in
to come
here
through.
in the last year.
Yeah. I would say we trashed the
I mean,
product.
Foley, we treat him nice.
Considering I love UFC, I'm pretty open-minded about it. It's just not my thing, but I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
So what are you going to do for the next fucking year?
Exactly. Pecker liquor.
No, he's.
Are you going to watch Raw tonight?
He's
and
all
tape
in
it?
for
He's
Raw
all
tonight,
in.
and then there's a pay-per-view. I'm sure 2 weeks from now.
I think it's
What is
3
he?
weeks.
He's
Which
down
one?
every 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think there's. I don't remember which one is in 3 weeks, but
The hat in the store match where they all run in with derby hats and try to knock this hats off. The hat rap match. So who's fighting at the Raw tonight?
I don't know. The Rock will be on Raw.
Oh, really?
Talking about his loss?
Yeah, he's not gonna wrestle, but they'll probably.
Where's Raw tape?
Plugging G.I. Joe?
It's gonna be at Izod.
Did he plug G.I. Joe?
They're wrestling right next door again? They just did it.
Well,
no,
they
because
don't want
they're-
everyone traveling.
Yeah, they're getting.
So they're going right to the IZOD. Why don't you go there tonight?
I'm thinking about it.
Wait, are there tickets available?
I doubt it. I don't know. Do you want to go?
No, I don't. I'm busy.
I wouldn't be hugely surprised if they don't set up another Rock Cena match.
Another what?
Rock Cena
Well,
match.
yeah, because it's 1-1.
Right.
So then it's the tiebreaker bullshit, the Ali Frazier thing.
Right. And everybody's
Just
kinda,
like Ali Frazier, right?
Kind of, yeah.
people are a little sick of that match, so I don't know if it'll work.
They're not going to do it.
So maybe they shouldn't wait for WrestleMania. Maybe they get it out of the way nice.
Tomorrow, how about tomorrow
And then
night
let
they
The
do it?
Rock go
Yeah,
back to
Raw.
making movies.
Yeah, really.
Who do you think
Motherfucker.
people really want to see fucking wrestle? John Cena against who? CM Punk, would they like that?
If they had done a John Cena CM Punk match, it would have been big.
Have they fought?
Yeah, they fought before, and but their matches are excellent.
Is anybody undefeated in wrestling or no?
No, I mean you can't, Fandango.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
He's not. He's had several defeats.
Oh, is he wrestling?
No, he's
Why?
He's alive.
Oh, wow.
Why wouldn't he be wrestling?
British Bulldog?
He's dead.
Oh.
He's dead.
Their program was very good. I looked at the program. I didn't buy it, but they had a Hall of Fame and they had the regular WrestleMania one all in one. It's a massive program. I smelled it.
$632.
Oh, see, that was actually cheaper than I thought. I paid $8.50 for mine outside the store. It was really well done, though. They put together a good product.
Jimmy loves
Yeah.
buying things.
I do. I didn't buy the program. It
Just
smelled
loves
good.
buying things.
They don't skimp on anything. The Fan Fest was huge.
Yeah, they understand how to make a tremendous.
We're still talking about
show.
wrestling.
Yeah. The production value is great.
Yeah.
The fucking arena looked great the way they set it up. I mean, they don't fuck around, and you know they don't fuck around. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Erock, final thoughts on WrestleMania?
I'm good.
Do you have any snack? What did you eat there? What did you eat there? Because I ate bad last night.
No sort of.
But nothing.
No moment. No
He took
like.
I think he took like 4 days off for this thing.
Yeah. To give us some content on the air. So far, you've given us none.
Right.
I mean,
was it-
since you've been working here.
What was the funnest thing that happened for you last night? Like last night was like maybe the best live event experience I've ever had.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
What have your other ones been? Wakes?
Well, it's because you had like some privileged
Right.
areas you went into.
Just wandering around and looking at wrestlers interacting, and then wrestlers like being like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
Wow, they know you.
Yeah, they all do.
Oh, that's crazy.
I was
Is
like,
this
holy
is this a
shit.
childhood dream for you?
Yeah, dude. When
Like
the
you're
Miz
now
is
walking
coming
around
up to me
and all
like,
these
hey, there he
motherfuckers,
is.
they know you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, because someone probably said, "Where's there a homosexual?" That's
not what they said to the Miz.
I had a glove in my pocket at that UFC thing we went to, and I was backstage, and I was just getting guys to sign it for myself, and I saw Frank Mir, and he goes, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey," and then I asked him to sign, and he goes, "Oh, this guy's a fucking autograph hound." Like, he probably thought
That
it was
happened to Opie with
Yeah.
the president, by the way. That's right.
I was so embarrassed.
That's why I don't.
With,
I don't ask for any pictures anymore.
You got them all.
I don't have. There were guys there last night that I didn't have, but I didn't want to. I wasn't going up to anybody asking for pictures last night.
You're in.
I'm
now
in.
you're in. You
Right.
can't do that.
Yeah, you can. I do.
You're one of the guys.
I like
I
like having relationships with people.
When's the last time the Miz called you? Here's your relationship.
There
he is.
Yeah, that's your relationship. So
It's your
you get that
relationship.
picture.
But he's coming up and being like, "Hey, you know," and talking about the interview we did and specifics. And
You
like,
didn't get the Undertaker.
And he wrestled before the pay-per-view.
I know. I did 2 years ago. He headlined it.
Headline WrestleMania.
2 years ago, he was the headline. This year, he was the pre-show.
What's Miz?
Is that bad?
I mean, it's not good. It's not to say it's not recoverable, but
Wait, why was he the headliner? Who did he wrestle 2 years ago?
Cena.
And Cena won?
No, he won.
Was it a good match?
It wasn't great.
Well, then why is he off? Why is he out of good graces?
We're still talking about wrestling.
I can't believe
I
it.
tried 3 times.
I saw.
Let
I
the record
noticed.
show that I tried 3 times.
I noticed.
I did try.
Too fucking interesting, you know?
Well, not according to Erock. He hasn't added anything.
I can't.
Erock.
Yerk.
I had a lot of fun running into different wrestlers at the event and other events this weekend. I saw Jake the Snake sitting at the bar at Outback.
And?
Wow. What about the end?
He does weave a hell of a tail, doesn't he?
That's the setup, and then there's always the end.
Because he doesn't have anything else because he fucking thrust his face into a bloomin' onion.
I'm starving.
Yeah. And then what'd you see?
Yeah. So the bottom of the plate, completely clean, like they just washed it.
Feed me. Isn't that a slug line for one of the wrestlers?
Yeah, that's Ryback. Feed me more.
Feed me more.
Yeah, Ryback was great. You see him pick up Mark Henry like that? Holy shit.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. He picked up that fucking big fatso.
Started walking around with him on his shoulders. I couldn't do that.
Mark Henry's well over 400, right?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Is this still wrestling?
I think so. I don't know. You try, because I obviously failed.
All right.
We don't even run our own show anymore. What happened?
How about this?
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Ooh.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime.
Does this have a theme, you think?
Huh?
You think this has an Erock theme?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out right now. Oh, I got it.
Who's saying
It's not bad.
Oh, wow.
Not fucking bad.
Who's this?
Dire Straits.
Oh, yeah, I like this.
Salt to the swing, right?
Yeah.
Not bad. Got to give Erock some props today. I like when he makes us think. Hank Aaron broke Babe Ruth's home run record 39 years ago today. The Sultan of Swing. Bravo. I'll take that one.
Well,
You're not good at talking about wrestling, but you can pick a mean tune. What? Huh?
How can he not be good at talking about wrestling?
I don't know.
This is his shit. He doesn't have a lot of
Because
shit.
even Jimmy asked me, you think this is Erock's Super Bowl? I'm like, yes.
It's supposed to be.
He doesn't like sports, so this would be his Super Bowl.
I think I almost wet my bed last night.
Oh, no.
I didn't do it.
You did wet your bed recently.
Oh, yeah.
What's that about?
I don't know.
Aren't you too old for that?
Yes, I am. By 40 years.
You left the sheets on and came to work, right?
Yeah, I didn't care.
It's so gross.
I swear to God, I give a fuck. I went back to sleep.
In the wet sheets?
Who cares?
Yeah, I'll
That's
lay in
disgusting.
some stuff too.
Like in cold whiz, I just move over.
Yeah, because I'm too tired. Like when the kid was sleeping on our bed and stuff.
Fucking gross.
He would pee all over the place, and I just
my
would roll over into it. I didn't care. I was too tired.
Kids pee, I wouldn't like.
Everyone else would fucking get up and change everything. I'm like, nah, I'll do it in the morning. I'm tired. I won't even know I'll be out cold.
What if it seeps sticks into the mattress.
Whatever. I'll buy another one. I'm fucking rich.
Whoa.
You guys are disgusting.
I had
and rich.
weird water dreams.
That's why it's called filthy rich.
I don't know. I'm due for a good mattress, actually, a new one. But
I dreamt that I was at a park, like a zoo, and there were these weird animal. Like there was a bunch. It was cold, and then someone said, "Oh yeah, those are the warm water animals." And there was these long rectangular pools of water,
right?
And I could see under it.
Yeah.
I could see like a bear swimming under it. And I was afraid to get too close because if I fell in, the bear would get me. But then I saw it was a warthog swimming in the warm water.
A warthog?
A warthog.
Can you put up a warthog on our screen?
A giant warthog swimming in the warm water.
Who dreams of warthogs?
I don't know. Maybe it was hog. Fucking. But
oh, that's the animal that looks like it has a mustache. Yeah. All right.
And then
has the Raleigh fingers.
Steve Martin was in my dream. Like I was sitting there. I had done a performance at a festival and it was really good.
Right.
And Steve Martin came by, and some other big celebrity recognized me, and they came back and said hi. But I went to stand up to shake Steve Martin's hand, and he said something like, no, just stay seated. Like he wasn't interested in making up with me.
You never have good celebrity dreams.
Or realistic interactions.
Yeah. They always go awry.
But Sam was in my dream,
Ooh,
and it was, and
man
Kenny
of your
was,
dreams.
and it was around the time of the fucking the zoo, and they were clowning around or something. So Kenny was laying on the ground, and Sam was giving him a golden shower.
Come on.
It was, but it wasn't at all. They weren't doing it sexually. Like Kenny was just trying to like be crazy, and it was so weird because Sam was peeing on his. He was pissing on Kenny's neck. He was not in his mouth. It was on his neck.
As a goof?
Yeah. And like Kenny was like getting it all over his shirt collar on purpose, just to make us go, "Come on, your shirt's gonna be all wet. Your shirt collar's gonna be all wet."
I was pissing on Kenny.
He was laying on his back, and you were urinating on him all over his neck, piss neck.
Did Sam have a big hog?
No, it was nothing like that. I didn't see his dick. It wasn't anything sexual. It felt like it was almost like just trying to do something for reaction from us, which is why I think I had to piss.
That's funny.
There's no idea what the meaning of that dream.
I don't know either.
be.
I'd love to know, but because I am curious. And again, there was so much more to it.
Yeah.
There's so many people in it. I don't remember, though. It's like we're just beyond my grasp.
You were there, and you were there, and you were there.
Yes. And there was a yellow brick neck. He was tickling on it.
You were pissing on him.
You know what? Scott is a dream reader. Let's go to Scott in Jersey. Scott, go ahead.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Hey, Jimmy, if you were having a dream about the zoo, Erock must have been in it also.
Well, he was obviously the one in the water. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
It didn't feel sexual. It didn't feel dirty. It was... Yeah, I know it means something else. Probably because I had to piss.
Did you feel like you had just shared a laugh with friends?
No, but we were like, oh, God, oh, my God, he's getting all over his shirt collar, like all over the collar of his shirt. Because he was going to stand up and had like a soppy wet collar.
Soppy wet collar.
That's a good dream.
I wish I could remember more of it because there was so much. It's on my tip, fucking.
You will.
Dreams are weird when you can't remember them. You kind of remember a little bit of it, and then something happens during the day. You're like, oh yeah.
You got to wake up and just talk them into a recorder or write them down immediately.
Ooh. Some more will pop into your brain. Some more stuff from the dream. Anyone see Jurassic Park 3D? Did pretty well, huh?
Oh yeah.
I want to fucking see that. Can you bring a 3-year-old to that, you think? Probably not.
I did.
Probably could.
Huh? You did?
Sure.
It's scary when the lawyer gets eaten.
Yeah, it's probably a little too scary.
Yeah.
I wonder if it looks good, Jurassic Park 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, that's re-release. That's amazing. Fucking 20-year-old movie or whatever it is.
I'm sure it holds up. Did they add any other scenes or anything?
I don't think so.
Or they pretty much just
3D'd the shit out of it.
Just threw the 3D on it?
Yeah, it's pretty...
Even not in 3D, the first movie holds up.
Dude, that movie's fucking great.
Lost World is horrible.
I gotta say, my new Samsung TV, you got Samsung TVs, right?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Terrible, right?
Good.
Oh.
Nice.
It's just, yeah, it's so crisp.
Do you have it set though for soap opera look or I don't movie look? Do the movies look weird? Do they look like I
haven't
video?
I haven't tried out everything it could do, but I don't think it's on that soap opera look. I don't think. And I didn't even have it on 3D. No. I was watching the Louisville game, and I went, "Oh fuck yeah, let's put this on 3D." But the regular looks so amazing.
Is it 3D TV?
I'm not 3D, HD. I meant
HD.
Yeah, it's 3D too, but I haven't fucked around with it yet.
How much is a new good 3D TV? A good one.
$8 million.
Oh, I would have thought more.
Oh.
I have no idea. They just bill me, and I don't know. I just sign a check, and I have no idea.
And how much of a good set?
I really don't know.
If you want to get,
I want giant like yours.
If you want to get something small like
Mine's
a 65-inch.
That's what I got, 65-inch.
I got a 50-inch, and I'm thinking of putting the 50-inch in my bedroom, and then getting rid of the one we got from K-Rock's. That's in my bedroom.
You still got that one?
And then fucking. Yeah, and then just getting like a 44-inch for the living room. I don't need a 50-inch.
My young son pushed that TV over years ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that still a good sex? I'll give it to
That was the
somebody.
first casualty of having a kid. I've lost 2 big TVs because of my kid already.
Maybe I should wait for Apple to.
What is it, like $4 grand, really? For a,
I don't want to
for a
spend
65-inch Samsung?
3D?
Samsung 65-inch with the 3D capability?
Yeah, around there.
All right.
I'll tell you, nothing beats that fucking 90. I was watching, because when you're sick, what do? You lay on the couch, you watch a lot of television.
And you watch the Brady Bunch.
You watch the Brady
Price
Bunch.
is Right.
Things like that. No, I was on a fucking Sopranos kick.
Really?
Marathoning that shit all over again. There are some episodes I realized I never even saw.
Really?
Oh, very good, Erock.
You ever see Big Pussy get killed?
What? Oh, spoiler alert. Yeah, there are some episodes I was like, especially at the beginning, the first season and second season, I was like, I don't remember that one. Yeah. But, man, you realize, like you get more of an understanding of who is who the second time around.
Oh, really?
'Cause the first time you're like, wait, who is that? And he's the boss of that guy, and that's about. You totally get, like, an understanding of it. And then just, like, I don't know how many times I paused and had to go to IMDb. Who is that? I've seen that person. Oh, who's that? And then you realize, like, what's his name? April, the first one, the guy that died.
Yeah. Jackie.
No, the other one. Richie or Jackie? Which one was it?
No, it was
the first
Jackie.
one. The first one was Richie.
Jackie Jr.
Jackie Jr. and then there was Richie Aprile was the older guy, the scumbag.
But then there was the Johnny, right?
Jackie was the guy who
Jackie
died.
Senior. Jackie Senior.
Yeah, I thought you said you had all these guys figured out.
I
What
did
happened?
for a second ago. I know, you're right. And then I was sick.
No, I'm confused now.
But, like, he was Grandma from Rounders, and then I never realized that fucking Dr. Melfi, the mom from Goodfellas, is the fucking mom from fucking Sopranos. She's like the mother from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait. What, who?
You got to show me
Hold on,
pictures
I'm
now.
just coughing now. Like, I'm trying to talk and not cough at the same
That's
time.
the worst.
Very hard to do.
Which mom? Stop coughing. I'm trying to hear you.
Oh, God. What's her name? Tony's wife, of course. Fucking
Edie.
Edie Falco.
Yeah. Carmela.
All right.
Carmela. Her mom in the show.
Oh, was fucking Lorraine
was
Bracco's mother. Okay.
Lorraine Bracco's mom in Goodfellas.
I never knew that either.
Yeah. How do these people live?
Did you know Dr. Melfi was in Goodfellas? She played Karen.
Yes, of course. But, I was watching that. And then I caught SNL, too, which I think that one bit is really fucking funny now.
I think we could play it on the air.
That fucking Jacob.
I thought it was funny, too.
It was fucking funny. Bar mitzvah boy, Jacob.
Right.
It's a funny bit. I think they got a pretty good character there.
I think we could play it into break. I think it's
kind of fucking funny.
Why don't we play that into break? It plays like a radio bit.
You know what it is, too, though? The expression, because it's a chick that's doing playing the Jewish boy.
Right.
But it's so over-the-top Jewy.
Right.
And I just thought it was a funny fucking character, yeah.
And then Melissa McCarthy, that's her name, right? Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah, she was on.
She was playing the Rutgers coach?
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
So that, and the rest is, oh, boy.
Speaking of the Rutgers coach, props to Sean Hannity, one of the only people in the mainstream media that looked at that whole situation, way clearer than most. trying to explain that is the culture when you go into a university and play sports. And he agrees, and I do at this point as well, I guess, that, the coach obviously went too far, but people are blown off the fact that's the type of shit you do get when you get into some of these programs.
Boomer was saying that, too. Boomer,
good for Boomer.
Saying, that's part of what it is.
MSNBC drove me nuts with this whole situation. Obviously, there's not one person over there that has ever played, a sport.
Throwing the ball at your head, though, yelling at the guys, I got no problem with.
But they have a problem with the yelling, even. But Sean Hannity basically said, "I don't mind this. It's building character," is basically what he was saying. And then it turns out that asshole, the whistleblower, was trying to extort money from the university. That's coming out today.
Oh, great.
So here you got a disgruntled fuck who he went to the university with his lawyer and basically said he's disgruntled and he felt like he was treated wrongly.
Yeah.
So he wanted $950,000 from the university. The university's like, go fuck yourself. And then all of a sudden he has this tape.
They shouldn't have
said,
that story
is not. That story is not over.
The university should have fucking.
Because now they're questioning if this kid was, trying to extort money from the university. But Hannity had a really good take on it. He was way calmer than the rest of these idiots on TV.
Yeah.
Basically saying, okay, maybe the guy went too far, but you got to understand this is what happens. If you're into sports, especially on that level. They're motherfuckers. I remember I said it. I mean, we had a high school coach who was scared shitless of. He threw balls and all that stuff, and he probably did yell faggot and stuff like that.
Did he?
I don't know anymore.
That's fucking.
But he probably did, especially back when we were growing up.
That was the thing, like the throwing the balls. But they didn't seem to really care. Like, the players didn't look shocked.
They understand.
They didn't look like, hey, what are you doing? They didn't look hurt.
No, not at all.
They just kind of were like, oh, okay.
I'm sure they were saying under their breath, what a fucking asshole and all that stuff. But you're right, they didn't care.
Yeah.
I don't know. And they will just not stop. These situations, they just don't.
Well,
who are these
imaginary?
Yeah, I know, but who are these imaginary people that keep the story going until everyone gets fired? Because now they're going for the president.
Yeah. I love how they.
And now the president's going to talk to the student body and the teachers today or tomorrow. He's trying to calm people down because they want him gone too.
Well, then the president should have stuck up for the athletic director. Like, fuck the president, too, because these cowards all run for cover. None of them stick up for each other, and then they all want... It's like, either stick up for your people, like the coach goes, okay, but why do all the other people have to get fired?
Right.
If they're all getting fired, why shouldn't he get fired?
And I think the athletic director explained himself. He basically didn't fire the coach because he thought there would be a lawsuit situation. Because everyone sues all the fucking time.
No.
So he's like, look, I suspended the guy, and fined him, $50,000, which is pretty outrageous. And he's admitting now that he was too scared to fire him because of lawsuits. But that wasn't good enough to save his job. He's out, too.
Well, he resigned. I mean, they probably were going to fire him, but...
Oh, no, we all know that shit. You get to leave on your terms instead of getting, disgraced. It's all bullshit. They talk to you behind the scenes and go, look, you resign or we're going to fucking, drag you through the hot coals.
The players have to stick up for the coach, though, because it's embarrassing. It's almost like if there's video of your girlfriend yelling at you going, and I told you to bring out the goddamn trash, and you're like, okay. Then you got to defend her because you don't want to go, I'm a pussy whip zilch. So that's why they're defending this coach.
But Ant makes a really good point that no one has pointed out. That you do not see any fear on any of those players' faces.
No. They're not cowering.
They're not cringing or anything. They're just like, oh, fuck. They're frustrated.
It's like, he's throwing the ball at our heads again. What are you going to do?
With that said, obviously the guy went a little far, but no one's talking about that. Just the fact that is the culture, and especially in college sports and in these programs.
Yeah. Jesus, this is fucking ponderous.
Effing ponderous. Oh, I finally saw Vice.
Oh, good.
Fuck yeah, man. Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, the HBO documentary series, whatever you want to call it.
Was the first episode the child suicide bombers?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, it was the Philippines, how they just murder politicians left and right. I don't even know why. Oh, I know why you'd want to be a politician in the Philippines, because it's so corrupt that you make a shitload of money
but
if you can survive.
Yeah.
But the risk. It's unbelievable how many politicians they kill in the Philippines.
And, of course, the New York Times trashed it because it's not journalism. I just fucking...
Why do they trash it?
Because they're such little cunts.
What are they talking about? It's not journalism.
Because they're just showing you basically what these situations are like.
Right.
And they're not telling you one way or the other. Like, the Times is so fucking... It's like, well, sorry that you haven't broken an interesting story since fucking Serpico. But I happen to like this because they're using real language. They're just real people going and doing this shit. I find it fascinating. I'm much more interested in this than some fucking boring, dry, completely opinionated Times piece.
Oh, I really liked it. And then the suicide bombers in Afghanistan using kids, they got some I don't even want to call it B-roll footage after one of these suicide bombs. Holy fuck, there's just a head in the road?
Yeah.
Fucking see that kid come apart like
Dude,
that.
There's just a head. You're like, where the fuck is the rest of the body? Was that? And then they show a guy, and this was more disturbing than seeing the head. A guy running with someone's hand in his hand.
His hand in his hand?
He's running off with someone's hand. I don't know why. I wish they explained that.
It was the bombing. He just found his hand. He probably was in shock. They were either holding hands or he picked it up to give the guy.
Oh, my God. Imagine it's somebody.
Maybe that was
it
his
was
hand.
just the hand, though.
Maybe that was his hand. Might have been his other hand.
Oh, you know what?
Oh, boy. Could you put this back on, please?
And he was just kind of holding by a finger or two, and that really creeped me out more than seeing the head on the road.
Probably give him back to you. Probably let go and say, "Could you put my hand back on?" Right?
Jeez.
Maybe that's what it was. He goes, "Hey, could you find my hand?" And the guy found his hand for him. You might be right.
That's the fucking best part of it.
Maybe they had hope that they could reattach it.
That was good that they showed that stuff because the regular media doesn't show that stuff. And you know what? There is value in seeing. That's what happens when a bomb goes off. It's not just this thing you hear about with a puff of smoke. That's what a hand looks like. It's fucking. It really brings it home. You're like, oh, that's terrible.
But they're using kids. That was just very, very disturbing. Basically telling the kids that these bombs will explode outward and they'll be...
And they lie to them?
Yeah, you won't be killed.
And you won't be killed. Or if you are killed, you're going to be a martyr. It's all good. But the Quran basically says don't kill.
Yeah. They're terrible.
But the Amans have said it's okay. Thus then the conflict.
Yeah, and they interviewed... Shane gets in there and they interview some high member of the Taliban. They interview some fucking heavy-duty people.
Shane is nuts. Because Shane goes and talks to a high-level guy, in the Taliban. He has to take a fucking weird ride there, and then he's in this house wondering if he's going to get kidnapped.
Yeah, how do you know if you're going to be kidnapped?
Wondering if this is some big over-the-top setup. He doesn't know. That is insane to me.
Yeah, I don't know how they make the connections they make.
And then you see him talking to, like, a guy that was, friends with Osama bin Laden. Pretty close to Osama bin Laden. In a room, and they're just drinking tea.
Yeah.
That's the weird stuff that always fascinates me. They're sitting there, and he was actually offered tea by, like, a high-ranking official in the Taliban. Yeah. It's so strange. No chairs, though. I don't understand that. Get a chair.
They squat.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable. What if you have a disc problem? That's going to be a nightmare.
I don't know how he gets access to these people, what they tell him that they are shooting.
Crazy. Just crazy. What's the next episode? Is the next episode North Korea?
No, that's the last one of the season. The next episode is...
I don't remember what the next one is.
I do remember it. It is the fucking Kashmir, India border.
Oh, right, Pakistan, India.
And
Kashmir.
Oh, and people escaping North Korea.
Oh, right. I thought there was a North Korean angle there. Okay. Yeah, Vice, HBO. Check it out on demand. It's really fucking good.
What absolute assholes the Times, because it's got great reviews everywhere, but of course the Times had to be, of course.
And you can't help but think we won the human lottery, being born in America, or, our Canadian pals. And certainly we got some listeners in Europe and stuff, but imagine being born in the Philippines. Holy fuck. What chance do you got at a good life?
Very.
You make a good tranny.
Slim to none.
They're very good trannies from the Philippines.
Are they? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let me say hi to Joe in New York. Joe.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, man.
Veteran of the United States Marine Corps Infantry. I'm just taking a guess.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. That guy might have been carrying that body part because Muslim tradition, when somebody dies, they can't go to paradise if all their body parts were not buried together. Now, I know there's probably little scraps of flesh everywhere, but that is part of their tradition.
Okay, yeah, but maybe. Don't they have to get the scraps of flesh, too? Or they've decided as long as you get the main body parts?
every piece they can get, I would imagine their tradition dictates that they
Yeah, Jews are like that, too. They have those ambulance things that drive around, especially in, like, Brooklyn, heavy Jewish areas. And they drive around when there's a car accident or something like that. They soak up the blood and, like, everything and take that. So
And then what? Guad is somewhere gone, and he makes a decision if you got enough of the body before he allows you to have, what?
Maybe.
Eternity?
Maybe.
Something?
Yeah.
So weird.
Something like that.
Religious rules are so weird.
It really is crazy.
What are you laughing at?
Someone, thank you.
thank
Eric said on things says Babe Ruth was the Sultan of SWAT, not Sultan of Swing, making Erock a horse's ass again.
Yeah, Babe Ruth was the Sultan of SWAT.
No, I get, but I understood Sultan of Swing was close enough.
That was a Babe Ruth thing. I was thinking that, too.
But I was just thinking swinging a baseball bat.
I think Erock's a fucking idiot.
He is.
Oh, Erock, I'm defending you today.
He broke Babe Ruth's record, so how does it not tie in?
He was... Well, they're
But
going
Babe
with
Ruth was
the actual
Sultan.
The actual nickname is Sultan of SWAT, though, right?
And that's the... But Babe Ruth was the Sultan.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but Babe Ruth's in the anniversary here.
Yeah, but he's not really the focus of the it's
Oh, my
more
God.
supposed to be...
We're getting this picky.
And the Sultan of Swing is not the Sultan of SWAT.
I'd have played the house next door to me.
Oh, there was a lot of racist shit that was going down when Hank Aaron was getting close.
Oh, yeah.
Man, they didn't want a black man beating Babe Ruth's record.
No.
They did not want that at all.
What size is your TV, by the way, to get back to that?
I think it's 65.
Sweet!
Bringing that back, are you?
Yep. You don't like that?
No.
Where's my vegetable juice? Thank you.
Let's go to Dave in Jersey. Dave.
Oh, yeah, going back to the Rutgers coach, you're saying that you didn't see any fear on those players' faces. One reason is because they all know they can kick the crap out of that coach. Those are all in shape, 19, 20-year-old guys, and it's an old
Thank you. The mainstream media were talking like they were like innocent, scared kids.
No, but I mean
if they were 12, 13, 14, 15, fine. It would be different. Those kids weren't scared of their coach. I mean, they were scared, but not to the point where they thought something really bad was going to happen to them.
No, but maybe that's the only thing that coach can do so that he can get their respect. Because if they wanted to, that group of 5 or 6 guys could beat the living crap out of them. Maybe
that's nice language.
Yeah, there was just a lot of people that were not experts on that story, talking out their ass. That's what just bothered me. And I'll say it, yeah, I think the coach went too far, but that is absolutely the culture.
If I was a coach, I would really yell at them.
Yeah.
When they were dribbling, I'd say, "Come on, make a basket. What are you, a man or a mouse?" That would get them.
Just be encouraging.
Yeah. You can do it.
You can do it.
Or I'd tinkle on their necks till their fucking shirts were all sopped. Oh, Margaret Thatcher died.
Oh, she did, huh?
I thought she died years ago.
Oh, Maggie
Didn't
Thatcher.
she just... What? Just died.
She was that whole fucking
87.
Reagan era
87.
thing. Yes. Hello.
The movie, Meryl Streep was great as her.
Didn't that just happen, that movie?
A year ago or something?
Huh.
Yep.
Margaret Thatcher has died at the age of 87. Breaking news. I swear to you, I thought she died already.
Very fucking interesting, too. She was fucked to death by a gentleman of color.
Wow, really?
Who saw that coming?
Hell of a way to get it. Go out.
Lucky girl. Oh, well.
You think her pussy was a disaster at the end of her life?
Of course.
Yeah, and the beginning.
You got the internet now is there's no mysteries anymore. You absolutely can find out what an 87-year-old pussy looks like if you.
Sam, can we see what an 87-year-old pussy looks
like?
Are we ready for this? 87-year-old pussy.
So inclined.
Yeah, let's look. Let's just look. Let's see what happens here. Put in 87 too. I want to. Oh, okay. 87. Let's see.
I show someone from 1987.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So far, it's a lot of young gals. A lot of young naked gals. All right. Still no 87-year-old pussy.
Yeah.
Old woman pussy. All right, fair enough. Now you got to find one that looks old woman pussy. Madonna comes up. No, that's about a 60-year-old. We're looking for an 80. And that lady's like 30. No, that's not 87.
Put in 100-year-old pussy. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, right there.
What?
Move down. Yeah. All right, go over.
Oh,
no, over to the left.
Right. I see where you...
Sam.
Over the other way.
Right there, yeah. That's the obvious one.
Ew. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Come on,
That looks like
real.
a tongue. Is that real, you think?
Oh, look, it's dripping down. It's like...
Photoshopped.
Looks like the mouth on the Scream mask.
And she's probably 75 anyway. We got to go older than that.
Yeah, just cute hair.
All right,
Put in that 100-year-old pussy. See what comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it might be like the exaggeration.
Yeah, no.
Let's see.
A lot of cock pics.
Yeah.
Girl eating some other
good with the bad.
These are all...
Yeah, what the fuck? Maybe I'm wrong. You can't find old lady pussy?
That's too bad.
On the intratubes? You find fucking beheadings. All kinds of shit, but what? They don't want to show old lady pussy.
God, so you put... I guess the porn industry is on to us because it's all hot chicks if you put in 100-year-old pussy.
They just see the pussy word in the search.
And that's it. Old woman, old pussy. No, keep it like that. All right, let's see what comes up now.
Anything? No?
Nothing comes up.
I was searching for it.
All right.
Tying up Google.
No.
All that.
God, man, what the fuck? Why can't we look at old pussy today?
Google filter shit like that?
All right. Now we're at old nasty bitches. Older nasty bitches.
Let's see.
No.
Not old.
No, man, we want old.
Geriatric. Geriatric vagina.
Very good.
Geriatric vagina.
Senior citizen pussy.
Exactly.
You might have to put the C word.
No pussy. Vagina.
Oh, God. They're
How about just old lady nude?
Oh, God. What?
Nothing. Fuck.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Did you put geriatric?
We're trying everything.
Fuck, man.
That's too bad. It's really a shame.
Really
Naked old lady. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What is that?
What is that?
Look like from The Shining. All right. That's. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That looks like a monster.
It really does.
Her skin isn't fucking...
Oh, my God. Would you hit it? Grandma Gertrude.
Wow,
that's brutal. Would you do it, Jimmy, for the story?
No, I wouldn't even talk to her. If she needed medicine, I wouldn't hand it to her.
Oh, my God.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, my God. You know it smells sour.
Yeah.
You know it smells sour. It's awful. Oh, my God.
There's nothing good about it.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh, our vegetable juice is here.
Juice.
Oh, cock!
Right.
Spilled it.
Spilling it.
Those goddamn Nathan's fries. They had them at Meadowlands.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, those big, just meaty fucking French fries.
Pretty fucking good, huh?
Yeah, they had nothing even close to healthy to eat. Man, America just doesn't want to eat healthy.
No, it's
and
very
they know it at
difficult when
sporting
you're
events
out.
and these big events. They just know that it's a waste of time to even offer it.
It's very
And everyone just wants fried food.
I think they'd do better than they think, though, if they had, like, grilled chicken or healthy. I bet you that they would do better than they think they would do.
There wasn't anything close to healthy at this thing.
Popcorn is as good as you could have gotten.
And they salt the shit out of that.
Yeah. And that was sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
It's weird.
Man, I fucking make a disastrous mess of my house when I'm fucking, like, sick.
Really?
Like, for the most part, I might pick up a plate and bring it back into the kitchen and put it in the sink. I mean, my house, I feel bad. Angie's going over there. I think the 4 Mexican maids have to go in there.
You feel bad every Monday.
But, yeah, it's so bad.
Every Monday you say the exact same thing. I feel bad she has to go over there today.
You're right.
Worse than ever?
But today, worse than ever. I think there's half a banana on my night table.
Yeah.
That's right. Where's the other half?
Half a banana.
You feel bad for your proctologist.
Right. What the fuck were you up to? Half a banana. You lose the other half somewhere?
Oh, you fuck.
Were you playing poker this weekend? I saw you tweet a picture of some chips. Oh,
what's that? Yeah. I played a little poker
at your house.
Yeah, but you know, I wasn't really into it.
Why not?
Because I just felt like shit the whole time.
I thought I saw poker chips.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, I'm just like fucking. I left everything. I think there's like I made some eggs at one point. I didn't even rinse out any of the bowls or put them in the sink. Like they're exactly where they were, still stuck on the fucking shit on the counter. It's like glue.
Jesus.
Oh, it's terrible.
You should take pictures of that.
It's horrid.
That's the stuff I would love to see on your Twitter.
It's really bad.
Your house looking like a disaster.
Disaster. But the maids will be there today. Hopefully they clean my room first because I'm beelining it right into fucking bed.
I hope your shit's all over the floor. Oh, Mr. Anthony, we just need 2 hours.
Hola. The vacuuming. I got to stand there sometimes while they're vacuuming my bedroom and wait. I want to go to sleep.
And people think you don't understand real problems anymore.
Exactly.
I was going to say, the listeners could really relate to that one.
I say it on purpose. Believe me.
Wow.
You know how creeped out they are picking up diapers and cum out of the same bedroom? Condoms?
Jesus.
Oh, God damn. And then taking fucking, like, cold medicine on an empty stomach.
Right.
That's bad.
Yeah.
You just fucking, you get a stomach ache, and then you crap, and then you got to fucking put your undies in the sink.
Why?
Oh, just fucking.
You got undies in the sink?
I've done the undies in the sink before.
Just throw them out. What are you saving them for? Do your underwear stink, you think?
Wait. Are they hanging out in the sink, or you have to wash them in the sink? I've been known to wash some underwear in the sink.
I rinse them out. I usually do it in the shower because I'm ready to take a shower and I'll take my underwear off. And if it's, I just throw the underwear in the shower with me.
Throw it, you guys.
I'll squeeze a little shampoo on it and let it simmer.
Yeah, because I don't want to
while I'm showering.
I don't want to be embarrassed. I've been known to wash out a good racing stripe
believe me,
in my own sink.
If I did my own fucking laundry, I wouldn't give a shit.
My underwear's never fucked up like that. But the inside of my asshole right now, put your finger in, Sam. You'll be amazed. It'll stink a little bit.
Let me tell you something. You don't drink Guinness.
That's a good point.
Why? Because if you drink Guinness, or you like I said, like cold medicine on it.
You've never had a good smear
I have
on your underwear?
Not
a good smear?
A good schmutz?
My asshole is a delight. It's a delight, my asshole.
A stickle of shit on the back of your fucking underwear?
Sure. I had it on my chest. But I'm just saying it doesn't happen anymore.
I'm mortified, man. I use my palm like it's a rock, like I'm washing down by the river.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll wash them out. And then throw them all wet on the top of the laundry pile so everyone else knows what the hell I just did. Oh, I'm fucking embarrassed. Yeah. This asshole could get some things done. Oh, my God.
You know what it is? I think I've trained my asshole to always be clean because it's always puckering for a massage finger.
Oh.
My asshole is always like going for like little massage finger kisses, and I always need it to be clean.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks like one of those kissing gourami fish.
I tweeted over the weekend that I had duty that could only be described as radioactive. You ever have radioactive duty?
Radioactive?
Where it hits the water and then like it starts dyeing the toilet bowl water.
Whoa!
And it smells
like
to
steeping
high heaven.
tea.
Oh, it's horrendous. It was like radioactive as soon as it hit the water.
Disgusting.
Like radioactive shit was coming off it. It looked like.
Wow. Crazy.
I was proud.
Oof. I love a good long fucking log. Love it. I drop a long log. It's that little childish part of you. When you take a big shit, you want to jump up and go, look what I made.
Look, I made it myself.
And nobody wants to see it. It's almost like if Michelangelo, all of his artwork, people are like, ew. I just want to show people when I take a giant shit.
We should go back to the Scorch tape. I'm thinking.
Oh my God! Yeah,
we got derailed last week.
I hear
Louis C.K. came in and other people, and we didn't get back to the Scorch, his latest PFG TV. People like that.
I hear tell there was one after that, and the table's gone.
Oh, really?
Somebody posted something on Twitter with a picture,
right,
photo, and said,
"So maybe he's listening
the
to
latest
us."
one, and the table's gone.
The giant table's ridiculous.
You gotta keep it though.
Why don't we take a break? We'll maybe play some PF2 TV. Yeah, but he's got a new set.
Hey, wait, it's a whole new set.
Wait, because we made fun of the set, too. Maybe we're...
72 views.
Maybe we're kind of helping him out.
72 views.
It's not a lot.
Huh?
He obviously knows when something's up because it goes like, you know, episode 1, 200 views. Episode 2, 290 views. Episode 3, 6,700 views.
That's because of us.
Yeah.
The Lazy Rain probably thought it was because of her.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's right.
All right.
He's probably like, hey, the show's catching on.
So
and
why
then
don't
the
we
next one's 72.
So why don't we just go with the brand new one he posted? Fuck it.
We should.
Why don't we do a little bit of that after the break?
Good.
They're all good, though. So fuck it. Let's go to the new one without the table. See what changes he made.
You want to play this SNL thing, too?
How long is it?
3 minutes.
I thought it was funny. Ann turned me onto it this morning. I don't really watch SNL
I think
anymore.
it's a pretty funny character. I don't know.
But Ann said this character's pretty funny, and then we played it before the show, and I was laughing.
The expressions are pretty funny, though, so I'm not sure.
Because we all know a Jewy Jew.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're certainly pulling that off here.
It's
in
that
this sketch.
It's the. I don't think it translates just audio. It's that whole thing.
So we don't want to play it? We don't have to play it.
Yeah, where the kid looks over at Seth and then like slowly looks back at the paper. Like it's a lot of expressions.
Right.
So I don't think it.
All right,
it really plays for just audio.
Someone showed me, there's a picture in the Times online, and somebody wrote, isn't that Norton texting in the picture online for the Times review of HBO's Vice? If that is, it is me in the background texting. You can see me, but it's at the party.
Oh,
but that's me at the table alone texting.
Oh, my goodness.
Oof. And then what? Dennis Falcone wrote an email to me? What's this about?
Stop coughing. I'm trying to do something.
I'm trying.
Oh,
I wish I
Jesus.
could. I really wish.
That's
terrible.
One of my old pals is out of work?
Fuck. Really?
I don't want to say his name. I worked with him at BAB. He's a good guy. Really good guy.
Wait, do I know him?
Yeah, you would know him.
Oh. Write it down.
Fuck. Well, how do we help these people out?
Who is it?
Send them cyanide. Eat this.
Oh, God.
Fuck. Now what? I have to write another check for somebody?
Oh, boy.
Is that what he says?
I'm starting to get sick, too.
He says he's not looking for money.
Terrible.
But that means he's looking for money. When you write, I'm not looking for money, that means you are looking for money.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
What else did he say without giving up his name? Oh, look at that.
Hey there, man. Hey there, man. First off, I'm not looking for money. I'm not looking for a job. I'm not looking for money. And I'm not looking for you to play records for any of our labels on the show.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, maybe he's not looking for work. Oh, wait a minute.
I just need you to take care of my wife.
Oh,
before I kill myself.
Oh, all right. Oh, no, he's
I'm
good.
a cuckold.
Yes, I need you to come in her pussy. Make a cream pie.
No, all right. He's just an old friend reaching out. All right. Oh, okay. I'm just reaching out to check in, man. I'm not wicked Twitter savvy, and I've gotten as far as rolling on the phone to get a hold of you, but that was it. The last time we had lunch, you had literally just signed the deal with XM. And, geez, a lot has happened since then, eh?
Not here.
Oh, he just wants to do lunch. Oh, okay.
Oh, who is it?
No, he's a good guy. I was scared that he was out of work. He went into the music biz. He went from radio to the other side. He works for a big label.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Fuck. It scared me for a second. It means nothing to anyone. I'm sorry. We're going to do some Scorch shit next, I think. Right?
Yes, please. I love it.
Yeah. The Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony Show.
You got what I need, but you say he's just a friend, and you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need.
All right, Ant's fading fast. And we got a song about friends.
I bet it's motherfucking Too Short got arrested, right?
Bismarcky's birthday.
Oh,
Bismarcky's birthday.
How old is he, like 49?
49, yeah.
Oh, what's your guess?
Good guess. There's a lot of AIDS shit today, too.
AIDS?
Yeah, Arthur Ashe announced he had AIDS 21 years ago. And then Ryan White died 23 years ago from AIDS at age 18. Ryan White would be 41.
Everyone has AIDS.
So this is the end of our story. And everyone is dead from AIDS. It took from me my best friend, my only true pal, my only bright star. Well, I'm gonna march on Washington, lead the fight and charge the brigades. There's a hero inside of all of us. I'll make them see everyone has AIDS. My father, AIDS. My sister, AIDS. My uncle and my cousin and her best friend. The gays and the straights and the whites and the spades. Everyone has AIDS. My grandma and my dog go blue. The Pope has got it, and so do you. Come on, everybody, we got quilting to do. We're gonna break down these barricades. Everyone has AIDS, 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 AIDS.
Jeez, I just wanted to announce it.
Oh.
What the hell?
Apparently everyone has AIDS.
This is a day in history, and then we get into a whole song because of it.
You have AIDS.
Yes, you have AIDS.
I'd hate to tell you, boy, that you have AIDS.
You got the AIDS.
You may have caught it when you stuck that filthy needle in here.
Or maybe all that unprotected sex put you here.
It isn't clear, but what we're certain of is you have AIDS.
Yes, you have AIDS.
Not HIV, but full-blown AIDS.
Be sure that you see that this is not HIV, but full-blown AIDS. Not HIV, but really full-blown AIDS.
I'm sorry, I wish it was something less serious.
But it's AIDS. You've got the AIDS.
It's just this day in history, man. Ryan White, 23 years ago, he died from AIDS. Arthur Ashe announces he has AIDS 21 years ago today. That's it, right? You don't have another one, do you?
No, I'm good.
Put it there.
Ooh, grapes today.
Gimme.
Grapeys.
I would like a red grape.
No.
Oh, Edgar.
Why
Did
not?
you wash them? You're fired.
I don't think he gets it. Oh, he's laughing a little bit at you.
Shut up.
He's laughing at you, Edgar.
Well, we got PFG TV ready to go here.
Me.
Queued up and ready to go.
Yeah, this is the
We were just getting
latest
into the last episode, but now there's a new episode since then.
Which is even better because we get to go through his thrilling intro again.
I want more Lacey Rain, though. I loved her.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah. We got to get her on the show to talk about this fucking show.
Yeah.
She was wonderful.
Yes.
You really care what she has to say, or you want to just hook up with her? Let's be honest.
I would love to hook up with her, but honestly, I would love to hear more about Scorch's show.
Oh.
I would love her to talk about Scorch's show.
Why the fuck haven't we been invited on Scorch's show with all the promoting we're doing for him, Sam Roberts?
I don't know. I start to
You know
feel,
people in his camp still, right?
I feel guilty after we do these segments. I can't even.
Why? We gave him 7,000 views on his last episode. He only does 200 views.
I know, but he doesn't like to be mocked, I don't think.
He told me that he got Triple H into the business, you know.
He told me that, too.
Triple H, who's now running the WWE, and Scorch is somewhere in New Hampshire.
You know when Scorch was a wrestling manager?
Do you know what his name was?
What?
Vito Carlucci.
And who did he manage?
Yeah, who did he manage?
Local talent, mainly from...
He made it sound like it was WWF guys back in the day.
Well, apparently there were talks of him entering the WWF that kind of fell through at the very last minute.
Why? He'd be great for them.
That's some information I got from Scorch, actually. Scorch let me know.
How close was he?
Very close. I mean, as close as one can be.
Really?
Yo, yeah. He actually, I think, decided to go for radio, if I remember correctly.
That's kind of smart.
Yeah. And, but he did get Triple H in the business before he left, so.
He did?
Yeah.
You think that's true?
Do I think it's true, or was I told it's true?
Well, I know you were told it was true.
I was told it was true.
Do you think it's true?
No, I do not think it's true. No, I think that's
Where's Triple H from?
True.
He's kind of from up that area, right?
Technically,
From up in that area?
Scorch and Triple H both went to Killer Kowalski's wrestling school.
Is that true?
I know Triple H did. I know Scorch was associated with that indie group.
He probably knows him.
What do we know about Scorch that is true?
Scorch's Pizza. People are looking for
what do we
hamburger.
know about him that's true?
What do we know about...
Because it seems like it's all one big Fabrication.
I'm a secret agent.
Right.
I got this
All right,
double life.
Without further ado, let's get into Scorch's PFG TV, Season 6, Episode 4.
Now, do you want the summary of the episode like last time?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. In this week's episode, we've got an interview with former Bruin Scott Young. I hope you're a hockey fan, Scott Young?
Yeah. Scott Young played for the Bruins.
Okay, that's pretty much that's the ground that you would cover?
Yeah, I don't know much about him.
Okay. We've got a live musical performance by Sarah Lakita and the Problematics, along with an interview with Sarah Lakita. Actor-comedian Steve Sweeney.
Oh, boy.
Steve Sweeney made it.
Stops in to tell some jokes with Scorch and Sibby.
Oh,
that's a key phrase.
I can't wait to hear Scorch trample his setups.
Because he didn't say tell jokes to Scorch and Sibby.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. Sweeney's funny, man.
This is an action. Well, so is Scorch and Sibby.
Yes. So
this is an action-packed show that you don't want to miss. You can now watch Scorch's PFG TV on WFXT Saturday mornings at 2:30 a.m.
That's not Saturday morning. That's in the middle of the goddamn night.
Yeah.
That's not Saturday morning. I guess technically it's morning, but what the hell's he talking about?
It still says that the show's live.
Okay, even though we could see the sun coming through the shades.
Well, he's not going anywhere Saturday at 2:30 a.m. to do a live TV show.
Right.
Well, I would like to see the great opening of the pier.
You sure you don't want to skip it since we've seen the opening before?
No, man.
Oh, please.
I love looking at New Hampshire in the open.
All right, let's take a look at New Hampshire.
Well, live. Well, it's not New Hampshire, though.
It's not? I've never been.
Live from the Santa Monica Pier in beautiful California. No.
Why does he have the Santa Monica Pier and it's open?
At one point, there's the airport that's shown is LAX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with New Hampshire. I don't get it.
Maybe flights to the New Hampshire area.
From PFG Television Center at Red 13 Studios, welcome to Scorch's PFG TV. I am Lord Dougman W. Godspeed. Tonight, on another exciting episode, two-time Stanley Cup winner and NHL legend, Scott Young. Also, you know him from Something About Mary and over 20 other motion pictures. It's Boston funny man Steve Sweeney. And special musical guest, Limelight Magazine Song of the Year Award winner Sarah Lakita and the Problematics. Of course, legendary disciple of rock and roll greatness. It's Scorch's co-host, Sebastian. So let's give it up for your host, Scorch.
Pause.
Yes, sir.
Pause. As we mock him, let's not forget we don't have a visual element on this show. We're not doing some big fucking half-hour TV talk show.
Yeah.
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
And look, why is he coming out with, like, they didn't fade out the fucking other graphic. Look.
It's a slow cross to
Slow cross, yeah.
But he's not starting on the chair
way
this time.
too slow.
He's not starting on the chair.
Is he doing a monologue?
He's walking out, and he is pretending that there's an audience that he's asking to quiet down, even though that's obviously a pre-recorded track.
All right, let's go.
Welcome, my friends. Here we are. The very first episode. I'm going to talk about this in a second, but this is actually the very first episode that we are filming to be live on Fox 25. Oh,
yeah. What? Wait.
How can you...
Wait a minute.
Film an episode to be live.
To be live on Fox 25.
But he got on Fox 25?
Did he? Did he, Opie?
I don't know.
I don't either. You can't take his word for
Fox
it.
25 is the Fox affiliate out of Boston or New Hampshire?
Infomercial?
It's 2:30 a.m.
Did he pay? See, that's what people do. They buy infomercial time and just play a show. It's not like they picked up the Scorch PFG.
No, he conned somebody into paying for his show.
Yeah.
It's an infomercial.
Wait, I think I just got tricked by Scorch.
Yeah, you did.
I was believing his hype. I'm like,
saying
holy shit, Fox 25.
Louis watches us. And
yeah.
Louis.
You think he's going to mention that soon? All right, let's go.
Have a seat, man.
We made it.
We made it.
Jim Osabi.
And you all know my pal Sib Hashin, right? Give it up for Sib.
Everybody.
We're now on Fox 25, you know what I'm saying? So, what's up with you, man? What's happening in the life?
No big table.
It sounds like the crowd is dubbed in, even though they probably are. Are they there?
There's some people there, probably.
You think when he said,
they sweeten
it for like 3 people?
They're sweetening the crowd a little bit.
Yeah.
A little sweetening.
They fixed it in post.
A little.
A little sweetening.
A little.
A little bit.
You're saying it's a little bit.
A little bit. Just sweeten it up a little bit. Just a little.
So
give it a little punch.
A little splash.
A little splash.
Yeah.
We need a little splash more.
You got to supplement those live applause.
Right. Just something to beef it up a little.
Just a little bit.
Fill in the dead spots.
That's right.
Well, I just want to tell you right off that I had the best time reading both.
What's good is when somebody disappears into the furniture, which is A, way too high, and B, it's a black leather couch, and this idiot's wearing black pants and a black shiny vest and a black shirt. It literally looks like there's a head and 2 arms.
It looks
floating.
like his head and his hands are sticking out of the couch.
Yeah.
You're right.
He's wearing a leather vest on a leather couch.
Yeah. It's a terrible outfit.
What are you doing, man?
He's blending right into the couch. Yes.
And you know how you can usually tell when a room is full of people? If the voices of the hosts echo.
Right.
Then you can tell there's lots of people.
Lots of people for it to echo off of.
Yeah, but they sweeten that up in post.
A little beefing up.
A little bit.
Hack by one of our first guests, Jimmy Dunn.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a couple of pages in here. One line is that it's worth the whole price. So if you get a chance to get it, for us guys, we like to bring something in the, the Bacauza and something we can leave there and read a couple, pages every day. This is the book. Thanks, Jimmy, for coming on. Thanks for writing another book. And you know what? I'd love to see a boat hack, too. Because it's one of those books where, I'm sorry.
What's the Bacauza?
It's
the toilet?
The way a dumbbell says toilet. But he didn't say what the line was. There's one line in here. Can you go back?
Sure.
This should be on a website called worstbookdescriptions.com. There's a thing in here. It's the best line. How about telling us? Listen to this atrocious book endorsement.
By the way, he still has the end table.
Yeah, why wouldn't?
All right, that's all right.
Yeah, you got to put your notes there so they don't fall off.
But the table's gone.
That's really cool, too, when the angle shows 30 feet of the wall behind you. It's like he's sitting in front of the elevator on The Shining. It's red and black.
I like to think that the table was repoed because he didn't pay his pottery bar.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
It was Rent-A-Center. Troy Aikman came and took it back.
Yeah,
we're taking your table, brother. Hogan.
Yeah, you really want to see that much. That's a great camera angle. Show how small they are in the room.
We got the rule of thirds. 1/3 is the people, then 2/3 is dead space.
Yeah,
right?
it's exactly the dead wall space, which is distracting from. There's everything wrong with this visually. All right, I want to hear the great book description because this made me want to run out and buy it.
Yeah. Let's
great,
hear this.
Great opening as opposed to a monologue.
Sorry. And you all know my pal Sib Hashin, right? Give it up for Sib, everybody. We're now on Fox 25, you know what I'm saying? So, what's up with you, man? What's happening in the life of Sib Hashin?
Well, I just want to tell you right off that I had the best time reading Boat Hack by one of our first guests, Jimmy Dunn.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a couple of pages in here. One line is that it's worth the whole price. So if you get a chance to get it, for us guys, we like to bring something.
Oh, my God.
What? There's there's an entire book. There's a couple of pages in here. There's one line. So I'm supposed to rifle through 148 uninteresting pages to get to one line while I shit?
He is a terrible co-host. Holy shit.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I know.
He has a funny word for bathroom, though.
Yeah.
Let's hear that. I'm going to crack up.
You like that, right?
Yeah, it's very funny.
If you get a chance to get it, for us guys, we like to bring something in the, the Bacauza. And
I've never heard it called the Bacauza.
I haven't either. I haven't either.
You haven't?
That's what the name of the studio should be. The Bacauza room. There's everything in the shit.
Shit. I'm glad you explained that.
And something we can leave there and read a couple, pages every day. This is the book. Thanks, Jimmy, for coming on. Thanks for writing another book.
No close-up on the book.
No, why would
Terrible camera work. Now they're back on the fucking three-quarter room angle. It shows Scorch and this guy in the middle of the fucking frame, giant red and black striped wall behind them, black couch, and he's holding up the fucking book, hoping the camera catches it, and it's on the wrong angle.
That's a two-shot. What are they doing?
Everything they're doing is wrong.
There's too much space in that frame not being used.
And you know what? I'd love to see a boat hack, too. Because it's one of those books was like, I was sorry it was ending.
Plus, you're in the bathroom a long time. Many, many times during the day. We'll discuss that. Jimmy, for those that haven't followed along, Jimmy, I asked him to come and be part of this show again, this first taping for Fox. But Jimmy is actually going to, he's in a media freeze because he got signed to be in a sitcom on another network. But it's actually it's a
wait. These are the little things that I love.
This is brilliant.
You missed the other one.
This is brilliant.
The only reason why I love playing this shit. He, in his mind, is the biggest fucking thing on TV. I love it. He said on another network.
Another network.
Right. He's competing with everybody, man. He can't mention another network.
Exactly. There's a media freeze. They're not allowing someone to be on a show that's on another network.
Hey, they're not talking about me. I'm not going to talk about them.
Because does he mean Fox 25?
Yeah.
Like he
is part of the Fox family now.
Right.
So
he does an infomercial on.
No, he's part of the Fox family.
This is brilliant.
So he's not going to mention another network. That would be stupid.
Right?
Is it a media freeze?
I got to hear that again. I gotta hear what he's fucking talking about. That's brilliant.
All along, Jimmy, I asked him to come and be part of this show again, this first taping for Fox. But Jimmy is actually going to, he's in a media freeze because he got signed to be in a sitcom on another network. But it's actually it's a prime time. Prime time.
See, bounce up.
So what he's saying is that everyone who does like Leno,
right.
It has to be a show from NBC.
Right. No, you have them on, and you just say another network.
Yeah, but he
said no, he's not even going. Like he can't even go on.
Jimmy's in a media freeze.
A media freeze.
That's what you do. As soon as you get a sitcom, you go into a media freeze because you don't want to promote
anybody about it.
You keep it under your hat.
Oh my God!
So like New Girl and the Mindy Project and those shows, they don't get promoted.
No, they can't.
Because Fox doesn't have a late night show.
Right.
You can't do it.
Little Scorch, you understand, right?
Yeah, don't give him any credit, Scorch. Hey, pay.
We can't mention the competition. You understand, right?
But you don't have anything to worry about.
Said he's in a media freeze. He's in a media freeze.
Can't do it. He would if he could.
A media freeze on another network. Oh, God. God bless him. He is huge in his mind.
He is.
Off our show.
Oh, he admitted that.
By the way, I'm still waiting to hear if there's any actual applause. I'm not sure if there's...
He's got friends, I'm sure. I'm sure I would bet there's about 10 people in there.
Okay.
And then they sweeten it up in post.
Give it a little spice.
A little spice.
Okay. Every other line was Scorch PFG TV, and they got pissed off at him, but they still let him stay, you know what I mean? So what else is going on in your life?
Well, I'm really excited about tonight's show.
Yeah.
We've got a professional hockey player on who's won
There's head and arms in that couch. That couch has a head and arms.
Just looks like a head and arms sticking out of the
What
couch.
a horrible outfit for that couch.
Oh my God! He couldn't have picked worse if he was doing weather in a fucking green shirt and pants.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh my God, is that atrocious?
2 Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
A local guy, too, an American, a rare breed, and we got the fantastic Sarah Lakita band.
Yep.
How good is that? And Mr. Steve Sweeney's in the house.
Sweeney's in the house.
In the house.
Boston legend, big movie star. Steve Sweeney's here, y'all.
So that basically
Steve
fills
Sweeney's
the
a big
what's
movie
up
star?
with my life these days?
Yes, he is, y'all.
Now Scorch is going to tell you what's up with his life these
Yeah,
days.
I'd like to know.
I'm just glad nobody asked him.
He can't get that Fox 25 thing out enough.
Yeah.
I could be on
proud, though,
the
man.
Fox affiliate here in New York.
Yes.
I could go. I could go and say I would like to buy a half hour of time.
How much
when
is
you
that?
when you get infomercial time at 3 in the morning, whatever it is, and go on and do it. You're allowed.
Yeah, and then you go to a local access studio, and they will allow you to film in that studio for free.
There you go.
You got a show. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's
we
do
should
it.
do that.
Nah, it takes work.
That would be funny if we did that. That would be very funny.
If we did
That's
a
sort of what
public
we-
access show.
Well, that's what we did up in Boston, Real Rock TV. I mean, they bought time on a Spanish station, and we're on.
That was a really high budget, though. They shouldn't have showed when you ran out and you made the noise. It's so frenzy.
You remember that?
Oh, it's my favorite moment.
I was
we gotta go.
I was hoping you forgot about that. You remember that, huh?
My favorite moment in the entire thing.
Fucking hack. Stupid fucking hack.
Let's hear what's going on in Scorch's
let's
life.
do it.
So that basically fills the deal. You know what's up with my life these days?
No one knows.
I crashed my Jeep.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I crashed my Jeep doing no more than 5 miles an hour. I crashed my Jeep.
Who was in the Jeep with you?
A friend of mine.
All right.
You know, I have a new young lady in my life. Hey, Kimmy, nice to see you. And Sibby, the first day Sibby met her, Sibby gave him Sibby gave her one of his pat downs, and for no reason at all of a sudden Sibby gets out of the bar stool and says, "Oh, I'm gonna pet you down." And I'm like, I noticed though, as I think about it, he didn't say pat you down.
What'd I say?
Pet you down.
Pet you down?
You know what I mean?
This
So
she's a sweet. Could possibly be.
What? This is good. This is good
the
stuff.
most inane,
No, it's good stuff.
useless, boring conversation I've ever heard.
Do you know what it is? This is devoid of charm.
It is drivel.
It's
Yeah, know what I mean?
It's literally charmless noise.
Oh man, little Scorch, what are you thinking of that? I think it's interesting.
They're jealous, Scorch. They're always jealous. Everybody's jealous of you, buddy.
All right,
We're
I'll
on
be-
Fox 25.
I'm gonna get back to this in a minute here.
Fox 25.
Remind the audience.
People care about my life and what happens, right?
Yeah, tell them about the Jeep.
This is
Say
not
hi to Kimmy.
a story you convey to people.
It's good Scorch is wearing. He has a weird orangish colored couch, which blends into the fucking red wall behind. All these colors are horrid.
No thought was given to what was going to be on the couches, what was going to be behind them, the lighting, the camera angles, nothing.
Yeah, but he'll fix that because he got rid of the big fucking table because of us.
Fuck 25.
I want to do a talk show where I have a bright red suit on and I'm sitting in a bright red chair.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be great. That's right.
If you intentionally did it.
Mm-hmm.
Not
You should just do
intentionally.
a series of really bad one-off talk shows on random public access channels.
I'd love to.
Just see what sticks.
That'd be fun, actually.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you, man. You know what? Thank you very much.
Your mother's got to be really happy.
Well, it's good because I was finally able to stop dating her. So that's a good thing, you know. Anyhow, yeah, we got a great show today. Yes.
Let this opening be no indicator. We have a great show today, despite we haven't even had a mildly interesting moment yet. Poor Scorch.
Why did he mention crashing his Jeep?
Because it was really a great. It gets you curious.
Yeah, he's kind of endearing himself to the audience. He's being like, hey, look, it happens to me too.
But he never explained why he crashed at 5 miles an hour.
Well, no, why would he?
No.
Why would he have follow-up?
That would be interesting because that's almost impossible to do.
It was at least the beginning of a story.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear the end.
I wouldn't mind. I would have liked that one. Wow, Thatcher led Britain from 79 to 90. That was it. She was done in 1990?
Then John Major picked up.
Holy fuck. Ooh. Yeah, if you don't know, Margaret Thatcher died.
The Iron Lady.
Yes.
Yeah, well, she obviously always had neatly pressed clothes. She was the Iron Lady.
Now let's get back to the board.
Space shot. No, that reminds me it's time for weird news, folks.
I should bring the song back. Weird news.
You make this
Now,
big,
let's
Sam.
start off with the human statue story, okay? In Australia, you know human statues.
Human
when,
statue.
When people, they put on
They
the
put
green
the white,
makeup.
the white
Yeah,
stuff
and
in it. They freeze, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So there was one in Australia.
You know what I mean?
And this kid knew that he was a human statue. So he tried to be one of those, those pestering. So eventually, after touching him all over the place, nothing inappropriate, he gave him a wet willy, one of these things in the ear.
Oh, I hate those.
So the statue broke form. Okay, the statue got up off the pedestal, punched the guy right in the mouth, broke his jaw, and knocked all of his teeth out. You know what I mean? So, what I would like to do is, at this point,
that's a lie. We've seen the video.
Yeah.
That he doesn't knock all of his teeth out or break his jaw or get off a pedestal.
No,
no, those incidents didn't happen.
You saw the video, right?
I did.
He just throws the punch and hit him, and the guy walks away.
Wait, he's pumping up the story a little bit.
And the guy
spice to it.
And there was a severed head, and he was running with the severed head, and there was a severed head, and there was a child suicide bomber.
Well, you gotta punch. Whatever.
Why didn't you show the video?
You don't know what I mean?
Maybe he is. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Does he show videos?
Let's
During
his
his show?
ability to.
Let's see.
They don't want to take anything away from Scorch time.
Got up off the pedestal, punched the guy right in the mouth, broke his jaw, and knocked all of his teeth out. You know what I mean? So, what I would like to do is, at this point, I would like to issue the very first, Scorch's PFG TV listener viewer challenge.
Hold on, pause, go back.
Listen to the applause.
The worst.
Wow.
Worst applause introduction ever.
First of all, it's so fake.
And the applause started too early.
They piped it right.
It's early.
And they started before, like, who would applaud?
Which makes it more noticeable.
The entire audience started applauding at the exact same time where they shouldn't have.
You got to cue that shit up better.
This is hilariously bad. Let's hear that again, please.
I would like to do is, at this point, I would like to issue the very first, Scorch's PFG TV listener viewer challenge.
Pause. They're applauding because he said PFG TV, basically. If they applauded at the end of the setup, then it would kind of work. Listen to that again. No crowd would just all start applauding at that point.
All of his teeth out, you know what I mean? So, what I would like to do is, at this point, I would like to issue the very first, Scorch's PFG TV listener viewer challenge.
No, now applause. You wait.
Oh, my God.
Because there's an anticipation thing there, too.
They applaud after what they're applauding has been stated.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is like applause you would hear at, like, Radio City.
Yeah.
All right.
With a full crowd at Radio City.
The Rockettes going into their kick line.
And
it's the same gusto.
I love when they look at it, the fake audience that's not there.
Yeah, he's looking out at the fake audience.
There's not an audience there.
No.
This should be viral. This show should be viral.
Oh, my God, yes.
This should have millions of views.
Millions.
Yeah. I told you they like me.
Whew. All right.
Within the next 2 weeks.
Did you catch that edit?
Wow.
Oh, he fucked it up, so they had to redo it?
Yeah, you can see completely.
Let's see.
Wow.
Wait, man, this is a challenge, though. We're ready to hear the first PFG TV challenge.
We're making people wait for it.
Psyched.
Issue the very first, Scorch's PFG TV listener viewer challenge.
That's when you hit the applause. Right up the challenge.
Within the next 2 weeks after seeing this show, I am going to be somewhere in downtown Boston as a human statue.
Whoa.
So, here's the challenge.
Oh, no.
You have to punch every single statue that you see from now to the next 2 weeks in downtown Boston.
Laughs.
If you are the lucky one to punch me,
it's Rupert
I
Pumpkin.
won't punch you back, but you're going to get a huge, huge special prize that the Scorch's PFG TV lawyers are working on getting us right now. So,
as we speak.
As we speak. So make sure you punch every statue you see.
Everyone.
You can get the grand prize, folks. Yeah!
He didn't say what the prize was.
Right.
But do you understand what a lawsuit that is waiting to happen?
I know, but if you're going to have a contest, you got to get everything figured out.
Dude, the laughter that was piped in, the
that was fake?
the fucking
The laughs were real.
The no grand prize.
The lawyers are working on it.
The fucking
what lawyers? You got to.
No one's working on it.
There are PFG TV lawyers,
but they should have the prize already if they're going with the contest.
Do you think that?
Holy shit!
If a statue got punched in the face and somebody said PFG TV told me to do it, the person with the statue would have a legal case against Scorch?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He set himself up for a lawsuit.
Yeah. I cannot get enough of Scorch. This is fantastic.
It's amazing.
Let's hear more, please.
We're on in the middle of the night, and a lot of people have just been drinking as they watch the show. So you know what? We're not really going to give you any prize, but I guarantee you some people are still going to go around punching this.
Stop punching.
Hell yeah. You know, those are our listeners. We love you. Those are our listeners. The world's strongest
Pause again.
Oh, my God, was that bad applause? Who does this? They just on their home computer?
It's really bad.
They're just sweetening the audience a little bit.
Just pumping it up a little, right? Just a little bit.
You know what? We're not really going to give you any prize, but I guarantee you some people are still going to go around punching them.
Stop punching.
Hell yeah. You know, those are our listeners. We love you. Those are our listeners. The world's strongest cup of coffee, Death Wish Coffee. Have you heard about that?
I just heard about that. Brand new.
You just heard about it. When?
Last week.
Tell us about Death Wish Coffee.
Okay, this guy's Death Wish Coffee. He's got...
So awkward.
There's no chemistry here. Not an iota.
Is it a sponsor? Or are they trying to get into one of those?
I don't know. That would be like...
The show's a mystery.
If Jay Leno was doing headlines and he asked the band leader, "You heard about this?" And the band leader was like, "Yes." And then Jay was like, "Oh,
I'll give him a pass.
Right, you tell him then."
I'll give him a pass if this is a sponsored thing.
I don't care.
They just had a tough time working it in.
This is fucking funny, though.
You like it?
Fuck yeah, man. It's this guy. You hear the audience, they're going crazy.
Yeah.
You are.
My band's supposed to be on.
The Skull and Crossbones, all right? And he's made a challenge to everybody else. This is the strongest cup of coffee you're ever going to drink. I saw 600 milligrams of caffeine. All right?
See, I'm one in the world of hallucinogen.
What a non-idiot would say is this is how many are in a regular cup of coffee.
Right.
So that
He gives no basis of what that is.
I still don't know how strong it is.
For all I know, a regular cup of coffee has 610.
Right.
Or is it 3?
Exactly.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I wish a non-idiot had given that description.
It's really bad. Wow.
600 milligrams of caffeine. All right?
See, I'm one in the world of hallucinogens. I like downs, not ups. Do you like being that
the
up?
syndrome that you
I
have.
do one cup of the real thing a day.
I want to hear
Then I'm
about his 1 cup a day gets me going to the Kadunkaflunk, whatever he calls the toilet.
In that up?
No, I do 1 cup of the real thing a day, and then I'm like, I'm wired.
This thing has the strength
Maybe the pills
of double the strength of espresso. And it comes with a disclaimer warning the drinkers, believe it or not, to have many sleepless nights. Okay, I mean, that's insane. You can get it on Amazon right now.
Nuremberg rally flags behind it without the swastikas. It looks very Nazi-like, the black, red, and white.
Nazi, because you should not see this.
And then he has like a red couch that blends in with the red in the back.
It's just hideous.
Yeah.
Drinkers, believe it or not, to have many sleepless nights. Okay, I mean, that's insane. You can get it on Amazon right now. $16 or a 16-ounce bag, $20. Huh?
16-ounce bag?
16-ounce bag, $20.
I'll give you a 20-ounce bag for 40.
You know what? We'll talk about that off here. We can't do this now. We'll talk about that later.
Right, we're on
so,
Fox.
we got one final weird news story. This is interesting.
It's charmless.
I guess that was a pot reference.
A charmless, terrible joke.
I don't understand what...
I don't think it was set up ahead of time either. I don't think they discussed that they were going there with that.
That coffee thing wasn't a news story.
No.
It was just explaining that there was coffee on Amazon if you want to buy some.
Oh. But they needed to go there so they could set up their really good drug joke.
The pot joke?
Yeah.
I mean, it was strong, wasn't it?
It was a good joke, but I mean...
It's great.
Yeah.
Christian Urba of Poland, amazing new world record. This guy rode his bicycle up 2,754 steps to the top of the Shanghai World Financial Center. 1 hour and 21 minutes. Yep. That's all it took for him to do that. How about that?
Unbelievable.
You're in good shape.
Wouldn't do that.
Ride your bike up, you know? What do you do to stay in shape?
Oh, my God.
He's interviewing his co-host.
They have nothing.
He goes, so he finds articles, and he goes, okay, then I just riff off this. And then he got to the end of the article, and he went,
Yeah, I got nothing.
There's no wit.
There's nothing here.
You don't think so?
It's devoid of anything. It's a visual and audio vacuum.
All right.
Shape.
Wouldn't do
you ride
that.
your bike up, you know? What do you do to stay in shape?
Play drums.
Oh, is that what you do? Did you ever play in? What bands have you played in?
I played in Hardcore and Boston.
Were you in Boston?
And Dirty Water.
Dirty Water, give it up. That's the one.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, it's a good news, bad news situation. The good news is...
That's another terrible
The
edit.
fake fucking... I love it. What a setup balls on him.
And then they started the applause early because they thought he was going to say Boston first.
Yeah.
Anyone else pick up on that?
No, they didn't start anything. The editor hit the button early.
Oh, the guy that was supposed to sweeten it up a little bit?
Yeah, sweeten that in post.
Please sweeten it up. Sweeten up the laughs.
Amazing.
Dirty Water, give it up. That's the one.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway, it's a good news, bad news situation. The good news is he did break the record.
Great.
But obviously, as you can tell, the bad news is nobody ever spoke about it. There you go. Oh. And that, my friends, is today's installment of Weird News.
Did you get that?
No.
Fucking funny. Spoke like a bike, you cocksucker. This guy's fucking good.
That whole thing was a setup.
To say no one spoke about it, but that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Holy fuck.
What are you talking about? No one spoke of it.
He just did.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
What is? He went all that distance for a spoke joke. Because it was a bike story.
Spokes.
Spoke.
Yeah, spokes. Wow. That's good.
Yeah, that's great.
A bike has spokes.
It does.
More, please. Please.
What a hell of a show today,
Wow,
my God.
great show.
We have got coming up great comedian Steve Sweeney. We have got Sarah Lakita, and we're going to be talking about the Aero Chicks and so much more. And we have got professional athlete Scott Young coming up right next as we continue with more of Scorch's PFG TV.
I think he wanted to say right now.
Yes, he was going to say right now. Because he realized there's nothing happening.
Nothing to go to.
So he had to say right next.
Did the band set up so they could play for 2 seconds?
Yeah, let's see the band.
Last time?
Where are they?
Okay.
Does he have a band today in this episode?
No, we couldn't afford the
Welcome
band.
back to Scorch's PFG TV.
You didn't go
Very special guest right now.
Wait,
There is a new problem.
I want to see something.
The audio's not synced up with the video.
Yeah, now his mouth isn't moving with the sound.
Can we go back to the end of that one?
Yeah.
And the new beginning. I want to see something.
Okay.
To just the end and the beginning. Go ahead. I want to see if his left hand has moved on that couch at all.
Yeah.
Or if it's exactly in the same position, meaning he just... Okay, good. Try it.
Yeah, that they just...
So much more. And we have got professional athlete Scott Young coming up right next as we continue with more of Scorch's PFG TV.
Oh, okay, he clapped. Wait. Shit, okay, it won't matter.
Welcome back to Scorch's PFG TV. Very special guest right now. The guest, pro hockey player.
No. Go to
a lot of stuff going on.
We can't do this whole thing.
Get rid of him.
We got to do. Yeah, we got to go to Sweeney.
Go to Sweeney.
I want to hear poor
can't do
Steve
the whole
Sweeney's
thing.
jokes get stepped on by...
Oh, yes. He will trounce every setup he tries to do.
That's Scott Young.
Yeah,
so.
that's the fucking hockey
Well,
guy.
let's see the band. Let me see who the chick is.
You got the...
Oof.
Boy.
What a pig. Oh, my God.
70.
What a frump.
Yeah.
Oh,
What does this say?
Wait
a
minute.
He's outside?
Hold on a minute.
I see a car driving.
Oh, no. They're setting up a bit.
Is it a bit? Is it a bit?
Yeah, okay.
It has to be
Let's see the bit.
because Sib is in
a robe,
and he's got like a cup of tea or coffee.
Yeah, what's happening? Let's see.
Right. And it's 3 younger people in their 30s living with 3 older people in their 70s. And one of the commercials, there's a girl in the back seat, and the old lady's looking at the GPS saying, I don't know how to use this damn thing. And the girl in the back seat is looking at a map book saying, I don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's amazing that
contrast.
times have changed. What kind of a crowd do you get at an event?
Hopefully the craziest ones. It's a huge variety of people, honestly. Women, men,
fucking
young,
Sibby
old.
Sibs Vids. I get the opportunity, and I'm honored and privileged to show a video that I've taken somewhere in this wonderful country of ours, supported by one of the songs that my old band, Ernie and the Automatics, just released. I want you to sit back, get your favorite drink, Get a smoke.
Arsenic.
Put your feet up. Relax.
Right.
And enjoy this week's fit.
Is it since home movies? Looking at a beach,
palm trees,
all shakily taken.
Yeah, it's
video.
like a tsunami video. I wish that's what it was. It's like a bad music video.
Yeah, horrible.
Just driving.
Driving down the road
in a Caribbean town.
It is good stuff. Put it in the show.
What is this?
I don't
It's
know.
a guy driving down the street in like fucking Waikiki. It's terrible.
Sibs fits.
Oh my God!
He's still driving. Why would you cut to something else?
Holy
He's driving
shit.
in real time.
It's still driving. It's still pointed out the fucking windshield. She's showing
you
you a
just see
nice
a car
scene.
in front. He's just on a road. He's still driving.
Sibs vids are terrible.
It didn't even change again.
No, it's one long shot out the windshield. No, wait. At least show the fucking ocean. You're passing. He doesn't even show the ocean. No, I want to see how long he just drives.
It's the camera that's pointed out the windshield. It's
What the fuck are they doing?
It's hilarious. It's nothing.
It's absolutely nothing. It's just a shot out the windshield as he's driving. And there's nothing to look at.
Nothing.
It's not even a nice area.
No, it's a who gives a fuck area down in the Caribbean somewhere.
How careless and sloppy. There's people on bikes.
Oh
What is
my
this?
God. I don't know what this is.
It's still the same shot, by the way.
Yeah. Just the camera aimed stupidly out the front window.
You think this would be a...
All right, finally, now it's
Another
different
road. A tree-lined suburban area.
At least he made a cut, but he still has the shot out the windshield. That's it.
This is terrible.
Now he's showing you bushes and houses
He
on
just
the
showed
side.
a shrub. Everything's going by way too fast. You can't see anything.
Fucking terrible.
Fuck!
Why would Scorch think this would be good for the show?
I don't know. He almost shows the driver.
Yeah.
You're now he's showing the knuckle on the fucking steering wheel.
Wow. Wow. This is terrible.
What the fuck?
This is terrible.
What is the point of this?
No point.
Oh my God.
All right, let's hear how they come back to it.
Yeah,
fuck
literally has another 2 minutes.
Yeah,
What?
fuck it.
No, we can't make
skip
it there.
Skip
I
over
bet
that.
I bet that the fucking bands pay money to fucking have their songs played.
Yeah, but he's
Sib's
just
band.
driving.
It's Sib's band.
Oh.
All right. There's better ways to fucking play the song from your band.
How about you bring the band in?
Let's hear Scorch now, coming back. All right?
At least he shows a sunset at the end of the thing.
Oh, it's just atrocious.
What the fuck was that?
Welcome back to Scorch's PFG TV. What a show so far.
What a great show.
They don't acknowledge
and we're
it.
very much loving the fact we are now on Fox 25.
We're going big time.
And I'm so excited about this. Our guest,
By the way,
our
Paul,
special
the
guest
camera
of the
work,
night
it's on Scorch, and you see Sib's left hand and watch.
You gotta go one shot or two shot.
And
you can't have just the guy's left hand and left knee.
And there's so much room to
the
Scorch's
right.
side where they could absolutely get both of them in frame. We're hearing him carry on a conversation with a severed hand.
Right. What is he going for Stanley Kubrick? Just fucking making everyone uncomfortable? What are you doing?
It's terrible.
Wait, do you think Scorch's notes are secretly tucked away?
Maybe.
Or are they just shoved into the couch?
Shoved into the couch.
Oh, my
I got to pee badly. I'm going to run and pee.
Oh.
What? No.
I have to piss. I can't hold.
Oh,
How long since we
little
broke?
Jimmy.
I got to piss desperately.
All right, so why don't we do a quick break?
Yeah, I can't hold.
And then we'll do the Steve Sweeney
I
thing
want
and
to
move on to other shit,
that
all
sounds
right?
good. That sounds good.
Opie and Anthony. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
That's so true. We went to the bathroom, and the PFG TV with Scorch just is making me mad.
Yeah, everyone gets mad just talking about, like, what's wrong with it.
Well, they set up Sib's video.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, okay, cool. He's going to show a cool video or something.
Nope.
And the setup was so long, and he has a wardrobe change and everything to set up his video, and then it's just a shot out of windshield for 4 minutes.
Yeah. Terrible.
The fuck was that? And now we're looking at an almost 2-shot. You can't have an almost 2-shot in the business. No. You either have a 1-shot or a 2-shot. You don't have a 1-shot with the guy's left hand and left knee in the picture.
Especially when you're talking to that guy. Right. Like, then you hear his voice, but you don't see him.
You see all of Scorch, and you see a left hand and a knee right now.
That's it.
Fuck, this is enraging.
Where are we at? Where did we leave off? I think we want Sweeney.
Yeah, we want Sweeney, then we'll move on as far as this goes for a while.
Oh, wow.
Oldest comedians ever. Aristophanes actually got lines from this guy. Many different kinds of lines, including comedy lines. This is our pal Steve Sweeney.
Oh, yeah.
PFG TV.
Rewind. Watch them stand up out of frame.
Really?
They stand up to clap for Steve Sweeney. Their heads are out of frame.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Come on.
Watch.
This is just basic TV production.
Oh, this is great.
Literally basic shit.
There we go.
All right, good.
Actually got lines from this guy. Many different kinds of lines, including comedy lines. This is our pal Steve Sweeney.
Oh, yeah.
You're just looking at his crotch. Are you trying to say that never happens on Leno, Jimmy?
No.
Never?
Half of Scorch is showing, and 1/4 of Sib is showing as they stand up to greet the guest who is coming out.
The big guest.
Wow. Steve Sweeney. All right.
The great Steve Sweeney.
Let her rip.
Sit down. What is this?
That's good. This is the future.
Thanks a lot. What an introduction.
This is the future of the
you know, I've done over. Let me tell you something, all right? Since I got that introduction from Scorch's PISS show, I've done over 20-something movies, some about Mary, me, myself, and Irene. And, yeah, you know, no one could be madder at me the way my career has ended up. In the 3rd floor of a freaking abandoned building in Framingham with a bald-headed host from freaking New Hampshire. Sibby, I'm surprised at you putting a knife in me. I'm sad. These are called feelings. What's your name, Scorch?
Yeah, come whatever you want, man. You're the superstar.
But anyway, I take what I can get. You shouldn't make fun of old people. I've been very depressed, if you want to know the truth.
Why is that?
Well, I don't want to get to the cause of the depression, but what I did was I went to a veterinarian the other day, and the guy said, "Where's your dog? I said, "My apartment's too small. It wouldn't be fair to the dog." He said, "So what are you doing here?" I said, "I want you to put me to sleep." He said, "What?" I said, "You know, I want you to put me down." So, and he said, "What are you, crazy?" I said, "Do I look crazy? Do I? Do I look crazy? I look like those guys you run away from in the subway." So he said, I said, "So you're not going to do it?" He said, "No." I said, "Of course." I said, "So will you fix me?" And he said, "Fix me, you know, neuter me, you know." He said, this is what he said to me, Sib, and I know you're a dog lover. He said, "You're a little mangy. So what I'll do is I'll groom you." So he gave me a chew toy. And anyway, listen. I am here, you know, because you were talking about, you know, your love of animals or whatever you were lying about.
Wow. You hear what he just said, or whatever you were lying about? This is really uncomfortable. Steve Sweeney hates him. It looks like they don't know each other.
Yeah, and Steve Sweeney realized he got himself into something.
He was like, what is this?
Because he was probably lied to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fox 25. It airs on Fox 25.
We got 20 million viewers
And then he realizes, oh, my God, I'm in some
you can tell he's not into this at all.
No.
He's like, what the fuck is this?
Rewind a little bit so you can hear him say a lot. What else
he
lying about?
Neuter me, you know. He said, this is what he said to me, Sib, and I know you're a dog lover. He said, "You're a little mangy."
Story goes nowhere.
So what I'll do is I'll groom you. So he gave me a chew toy. And anyway, listen. I am here,
He won't even look at Scorch.
you know, because you were talking about, you know, your love of animals or whatever you were lying about. I am here for a very special cause that I'm involved in. I am running a 10K Sunday
for the restless leg syndrome. And as you can see, they're very restless. And I also am afflicted, and I know this is just comedy to you people, with the irritable bowel syndrome. So I try to crap Sibby, and I can't because my legs are so restless. It's very sad. And then there's a million-man march in Washington, of course, for erectile dysfunction. And we are going to march, Sib, and I hope to see you there. All right, so listen, I've been waiting 2 hours. Start firing some questions at me. So
Pause. Why wait in 2 hours if it's live and we're only 50 minutes in? 'Cause they'll probably keep retaking stuff.
Wow.
You can see Steve Sweeney is miserable being there.
Yeah, he is
He's not enjoying this.
Not a happy man.
I don't blame him.
Being in that studio.
He was one of the guys, I told you, one of the guys I beat out for Lucky Louie.
Oh, wow.
It was me, him, and one of the guys. It's the only time I've met him. Yeah, I liked him, though. He's obviously a very funny dude.
He's a very funny guy.
But you can tell he just fucking wants nothing to do with this.
I wonder what it was about. He probably waited too long.
He was probably annoyed, and Scorch put him on last.
Right.
He's the biggest of those guests.
Oh, he should be up front.
Oh, boy.
No one's still watching this video. Only us, because we're obsessed with it.
72 views.
Good.
And we are going to march, Sib, and I hope to see you there. All right, so listen, I've been waiting 2 hours. Start firing some questions at me so I can get out of here.
First question, how your two dogs going? I love your two dogs.
I got two great dogs, and I also have a good friend named Sibby, who is absolutely, out of millions of men, the worst loser on the golf course. He pouts, he storms off, and he takes my money all the time. And
now, wait a minute. How do you lose?
I know.
And take somebody's money.
Well, I mean, the one time you've lost, and he's living off The Rock. His daughter is with The Rock.
We don't tell people that.
The Rock is sending him money.
And now we owe the WWE money for mentioning him.
Now, a lot of late-night hosts do use toothpicks, and I know that you're starting a trend with that.
Yes. Yes.
No, anyway, I've been watching this show. It's a great show. That's it. Is my segment over?
Jesus. No, you know what? Can I relay a funny story?
Yeah, go ahead.
With me and Steve?
Yeah.
Because we go way back. I mean, I was a big fan of his, going to shows, and he'd see me and give me these looks,
Yeah.
Then I'd see him, and a couple of weeks later, finally he goes, you know what? I said, I think this guy's connected. He thought, and I finally introduced myself. I said, and we've been golfing buddies for the longest time. But we also were judges on the community audition show.
Yeah. Right.
What?
And one of the years, a couple of years ago, Steve was on the final show.
Yeah.
And I was really disappointed with the selection they made.
Right.
And just to give you some legs, I've sang harmony with Brad Delp on 2 world tours. I sang on record and live with Sammy Hagar. And I also sang live and on record with Rick Derringer. So I like to think I know what I'm saying about vocals.
Right.
Anyway, I wasn't really happy with the selection they made for the grand prize winner. So I call up Steve and I go, Steve, what the hell's going on?
Great story
How did you pick her? What are you, out of your freaking mind? Don't you know anything?
Right.
And he says, you know what he says to me? He says, go f yourself. And he hangs up the phone. So I wait a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I call him back. I go, hey, Steve, hi, this is Sibby. You know what? I already did go f myself, and it was good. Well, and then I said, let me finish. And I said, can we go off later on today? He goes, sure. So you know what? That shows you a good friend. You can tell your buddy to go screw.
Well, let me tell you my version of the story, okay? Because as you know, I sang harmony with John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
That's right.
Look, I'm the first to admit that I don't know anything about music.
He was singing with Bradley Duck while the barbecue
what
was
Sibby
going.
does is he takes these 12, 13-year-old children and he crushes their self-esteem. They're sitting there wide-eyed in innocent little faces, and he'll look at them and say, think about Walmart! And then the parents will come up to you afterwards. It's a great. I love doing the show, but the parents will.
I don't get this.
I don't get it.
I'm hearing people talking.
This isn't fun anymore.
But I'm not understanding what the fuck they're even talking about.
This is excellent. I want to hear more. This is
God.
Really?
Cringy. Yeah, poor Steve Sweeney.
It's not fun anymore.
But even Steve Sweeney, I understand he's pissed, but I don't even know what he's talking about. Scorch, thank God, has just shut up.
Right.
He hasn't said a word, and fucking You know, that magic story Sibby told. Wow.
I'm not having fun anymore.
No, I'm just mad.
Well, that's where we part company. I'm enjoying this quite a great deal.
I got mad in the bathroom with the video out the windshield.
It's yeah. I don't know what that
Sibby's
was.
vids? Sib's vids?
Sib's vids. What is he talking about?
Sib's vibs?
Sib's bibs.
Sib's vibs.
Please, more of this uncomfortable interview.
You want more
from...
Dude, I've never heard an interview that made me this uncomfortable.
Come up to you and, do you know how old my daughter is? I don't know, 14. Yeah, she's only 14. Why don't you give her a 10? You know, so, yeah, you're right, Sib. I should have...
That's all right. You won. You know what?
No, you know what?
No, I got kicked off. No, I got kicked off and you're still there.
You know what? I voted for the person that you liked on that, but I was overruled by Joyce Cole-Haywood. So you can tell her to go F herself.
Well, I got kicked off because they had some nasty rumors about me and Joyce in the back room, and you know, so I'm gone.
Oh, so my rumors worked. But you know what? Wow. Here's the thing. This show, I mean, the momentum it's gotten. Anyway,
can I ask you one question? Yeah. I know you've had a stellar movie career. And
I actually have been in the biggest movies of the summer twice. Back to School.
He hates Scorch. He won't even look at him.
Jesus. Nothing better than an Inside Story. First of all, I love him. And then, like, the quality of the video went from really light to dark.
Yeah.
He does hate Scorch.
Hates him. He won't even look at him.
He's not looking at Scorch.
He's pissed because he was sold a bag of goods here. He was sold something that this isn't.
What was he told this show was?
I don't know.
Probably anything but terrible.
It's a talk show on Fox 25.
He was told a number of listeners.
Yeah. It's a lot of fucking viewers.
He was given a number. I mean, that's what I meant, viewers. He was given a number, though, like whether it's 100,000 or 1 million or
it's
something
huge.
Impressive.
Sib, Sibby is the co-host. So
he said there's a big YouTube
friend of yours.
You know, Scorch like Sib. Come on, get some of your celebrity friends. We need a big get.
Do you think Scorch is annoyed right now that Sib is getting to do this on his own?
No, he's clueless.
Scorch said, I'm doing a great job.
Scorch doesn't care. He's just sitting there going, this is great.
Amazing.
All right, a little more.
Really?
A stellar movie career.
I actually have been in the biggest movies of the summer twice. Back to School, if anyone remembers that, and Something About Mary.
Right.
And I was in Me, Myself, and Irene. And I just did one called The Makeover. It was on ABC. It sucked. And my part sucked. But I've done a lot of independent movies, and I'm producing 2 things for Showtime and Comedy Central. So I met, like,
hey, don't mention the other networks.
You guys have an executive producer.
Yeah.
And you know, he's dressed worse than I am.
Yeah.
And now I'm an executive producer.
There you go.
So,
you know what the question I got about is,
yes.
and what's it? Something About Mary.
Yes. Was
that
it
classic
real?
scene.
Was it real?
Exactly. You know, they cut that out on TV all the time.
Do they?
Yeah. No, my wife doesn't even think it's part of the show.
Right.
But they have this scene where every guy's done it, accidentally zipped up his his pack, his nutsack there, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they showed that in the movie, right? What was that?
It wasn't Ben Stiller's thing.
Was it your package?
No, let me.
Was it I love the accent. Was it package?
Shit. Here's the best part of that whole thing. Here's the best part of this whole god-awful exchange.
Yeah.
Steve Sweeney wants to commit a murder. He's being nice to this guy because he plays golf with him.
Yeah.
He wants Scorch to die of cancer. But here's the thing. Scorch is so left out of this, and he knows it. At least he's smart enough to shut up. But he wants to be a part of it, so when Sibby says something about zipping up, Scorch, just to get in the mix, goes, please listen to Scorch's including me laugh.
And you know he's now mad at Sib.
Oh, he's just
because Sib got him involved in this nonsense.
Scorch doesn't know this is a bad segment. He just knows he's
and this will probably ruin their friendship.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
not at first.
Maybe we're going to see a new co-host.
Right. No, it's going to ruin Sib and Sweeney's
Sib and Sweeney.
friendship.
Yeah.
Because Sweeney goes, "What the fuck? What did you get me involved with here?" That's going to come out. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Right? What was that?
It wasn't Ben Stiller's thing.
Was it your package?
No, let me.
Yeah, we gotta get
I have this scene where every guy's done it, accidentally zipped up his pack, his nutsack there, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they show that in the movie, right? Well, what was that?
What was that?
Hold on, we're missing something
It's
else.
called a fucking, like, a prop, you dunce.
There's no reason to...
Exactly, that wasn't a hamburger on the hibachi. What was it? Your friend's head.
Let's go to Chucky in Queens. Chucky's in love. What's up, Chucky?
I can't get enough of it. It's unbelievable. I'm obsessed.
Well, I was asking Jimmy in the bathroom, like, I don't even know if this makes good radio. I don't know. I just get mad.
I'm obsessed with it.
Go. I don't know if I'm outnumbered out there, but keep it going.
All right. Fair enough.
Let me tell you something. In the very beginning, you were cracking up about the physical shot, how he took himself out of the camera shot, but you missed a line when he was like, we waited in many comedy lines, but those weren't the only lines. Like making awful.
Oh yeah, no, I caught that, but it was just one more in a sea of terrible jokes.
Oh my God, classic Scorch. Keep it up, boys.
Oh yeah. All right.
I love this Sweeney interview.
Wow. I'm going to believe the one guy.
Terrible.
I'm going to believe the one guy that this is working.
And Steve Sweeney's not even enjoying it. I mean, he's having a miserable time.
No.
He's putting no effort into it. He just wants to go home. Because he opens up with, I've been depressed. I'm not going to go in for the reason for the depression. I would love to have talked about that.
Yeah.
You got to push him on that.
Oh, dude, Scorch doesn't care.
I have this scene where every guy's done it, accidentally zipped up his pack, his nutsack there, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they showed that in the movie, right? What was that?
It wasn't Ben Stiller's thing.
Was it your package?
Yeah. No, let me...
Wow.
See, the level of questioning on this show is
let me just... I don't like to get into this, but...
It's the level of...
The level of questioning on the show is outstanding. But little Scorch, I would have handled this a little differently. You know that, right?
It's all right, Scorch. Sit back. They all know.
All right, I'm going to hang back.
Sometimes you shine brightest when you're just sitting back.
You sure?
He knows. No, he doesn't. He hates Scorch.
Hates him.
Who does?
What's his name? The comedian.
Steve Sweeney. He's a legend. Steve Sweeney's a legend.
Scorch is sitting there trying to include himself, and Steve Sweeney, he paused for a second. But then when you realize Scorch was just talking, he just started talking over him.
I want to just get guests that were on this show now.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
all I want to
get
do.
it now. I want Steve Sweeney. Can we get him on the phone? Because I want to know why. He is so mad. So something went down. He realized probably when he showed up, like, what the fuck? This isn't a big TV show.
Let's work on getting Steve Sweeney on the phone. I'd love to talk to him.
Right? What was that?
It wasn't Ben Stiller's thing.
Was it your package?
No, let me...
Wow.
See, the level of questioning on this show is
let me just... I don't like to get into this, but I am going to take a moment to talk about my package. When women see me naked, they always say the same thing. I can't believe you're white. Anyway, this is why, as I mentioned earlier, erectile dysfunction is such an important issue.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Steve, I don't get that.
I know. But you're from New Hampshire. I'll do it slow. Hey, listen, I know we go out to New Hampshire. You New Hampshire people, I go into New Hampshire. At the top of the sign, Sibby, it says, "Welcome to New Hampshire."
Bienvenue.
At the bottom, it says, "Bienvenue." I've been in New Hampshire a number of times. No one's ever come up to me and said, "Oh, bonjour, monsieur. Comment allez-vous? Bienvenue." It's more like that. There's a bear over there. But I want to congratulate the people of New Hampshire on that Kangamangas Highway there.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Kangamangas Highway. That is
I like your version better.
This is your show. I should be looking at you.
No, it's okay. I don't want to look at you. Go ahead. Look at you.
I was on Letterman, and people say, "How was it?" I said, "I don't remember. I just did it." You know, it's kind of like the '80s.
Right. If you were there.
You know, but I've had one of the best thing about this business.
Steve reminds me right now.
So bad.
This is it seems like a comedian coming unraveled, and it's like there's so much interesting stuff to talk to this guy about because he is a legend in Boston, and he's a really solid act,
and he's got some bitterness to him, which is great.
There's something there that he's really seems depressed about something.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't you want to? He didn't want to go into it, but why not just have a real conversation with him? I would much rather hear that.
Of course.
You feel the same way because we've had a lot of conversations. I have worked with people in my field that were my heroes. I worked with George Carlin.
Unbelievable.
I followed Richard Pryor at the Comedy Store. I was good friends with Rodney Dangerfield. So, you know, now that I have one foot in the grave.
Sibby's impression was really good. This is why he's the co-host.
Did a Rodney impression. He kind of pulled at the neck of his shirt. And
black vest.
That was either, Rodney Dangerfield or Frankenstein.
See, no, it was fucking Omar as he was thrown out of the helicopter.
What the fuck?
You expect me to believe Sibby was a co-host?
Because Sibby says so.
Sibby says so. Let's hear the Rodney impression.
Yeah, that's great.
It's great.
With people in my field that were my heroes. I worked with George Carlin.
Unbelievable.
I followed Richard Pryor at the Comedy Store. I was good friends with Rodney Dangerfield. So, you know, now that I have one foot in the grave,
You're here on our show. Thank you.
You know, getting back to death, because it's so important to talk about this. This is what I want to do. What do they call it when they burn you? Cremate.
Hiring you.
Cremate you. Are you stoned? I've never seen him this focused. Anyway, so this is what I want to do. Sarah, by the way, great music.
Like a guy. He sounds like a guy ready to commit suicide.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve Sweeney sounds like unless this is a total put on.
No, he's mad about.
He sounds like a very sad guy right now who is ready to commit suicide.
Because he's probably sitting there going, "This is what it's come down to. I'm doing a public access TV that's on in the middle of the fucking night."
Pretty much it.
And he thought it was going to be something else, so he was probably excited going into it.
Wow, he sounds really depressed.
Yeah, something going on there.
Great music. So I want them to cremate me, get my ashes, put them in an ashtray, dump them on a carpet, and I want David Erock himself with his latest vacuum cleaner to vacuum me up. What do you think?
I would like to see you get sucked up by an Erock. Yes, that would be kind of cool, yes.
We started out on the wrong foot.
So now,
yes.
you've been on Letterman, you've been in some of these movies. Now you've made it to the top, so your career is actually getting better as you're getting older. So
where do we go to?
All over the place. We go to 7, 8, 10 homes now that we're on Fox.
10. So we're going as far as west as Wayland and as far east as Waltham, something like that?
We're going from Quincy to Hull, and then maybe from Quincy to Dorchester.
Okay.
So we get a good signal, yeah.
Well, for those of you who ever, I know there's a big difference. The South Shore and the North Shore. They act like it's Germany. There should be like a wall. It's like there's not that much difference, I hate to tell you. But anyway, Quincy is the home not only of 2 presidents, but it is the greatest place in the world for an emergency manicure, pedicure,
holy crap,
or massage. This audience sucks. I'm going to tell you right now. This is A material. This is A stuff.
Oh man, I know. Like,
the only one laughing is the executive producer. He looks like a homeless guy. But I like him. So this has been a real thrill. I have absolutely nothing to plug. Oh yes, I do. This is Fox, right?
Yes.
Right. I have a show that's coming on Fox. It's going to be on Sundays. I am the host. It's a reality show, Sibby. It's called Catch an Illegal Alien. Now, we are shooting them at Home Depots all over the country. Now, this is how the show works. One guy runs up the aisle, and you go by the usual guy that gives you directions at Home Depot. Oh, yeah, I don't know where it is. Maybe. And if you catch the illegal alien before the other guy, you and your family get a trip to his country of origin. So you can go to the Dominican Republic, Guatemala. We're very excited.
Holy shit.
So this is it, the end of my life.
Wow.
Thank you for witnessing it. Oh, by the way, Steph, I was very disappointed because I hope I can get through this. I really thought I had a shot at being the Pope.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have liked the hat, the slippers, the Pope mobile, get up there. Yeah. If I were Pope, here's what I'm doing. I'm bringing back 2 places that you kids don't know about, but I remember them growing up. They're called Purgatory and Limbo. Kind of a Malden Everett feel to them. Now, Limbo was your soul. It's just kind of rocketed. It's kind of the NASA program. Now, Purgatory, God looks at your life and says, Sib, come on. You've been a dick.
Right.
Sorry, God. But I'm not sending you to Lynn. So you're going to stay in Everett for a while.
Oh, man. You know what?
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
Come back on again.
All right, thank you.
You got to give it up. It's Sweeney from Sweeney Playhouse. How's that? Was that very lucky?
That was good.
There you go. Steve Sweeney on Scorch PFT. Coming back. We're going to close out our very first Made for Fox TV show on Scorch's PFG TV. We're coming right back.
Oh, God.
Wow, so that wraps up our very first Made for Fox TV show. I want to thank our special guests, Sarah and Lisa, Sarah Lakita and Lisa Dario. You can't forget about them. Scott Young, Olympic player, professional hockey player, and so much more.
And, of course, the one and only
Steve Sweeney. Thank you all for coming out to the show.
It was a great show.
Start next week.
I had a ball.
Next week, we're going to talk to you about the PFG spot. Now, you might be able to become one of the hotties, one of Scorch's hotties on the PFG spot. So for now, for my pal Sibby and for myself, check out ScorchesPFGTV.com for everything else. I will see you next week right here live on Fox 25. See you later. Bye.
End of SNL music.
Yeah, you can't do that. Fox wouldn't allow that. It's not made for Fox. Fox doesn't even know he's doing this.
I don't know what to say anymore about Scorch.
Yuck. It was fun, but then it just gets sad.
It's just so terrible. Well, he's. I guess he's very happy with what he's doing.
Good for him.
Is that something?
Steve Sweeney on Twitter.
I hope so.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear the behind the scenes.
Oh God, do I?
I want to hear what's happening behind the cameras.
Yes.
I want to hear how big the audience is. I want to hear what the problems were with Scorch. If he's still speaking at all with Sibby.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at Sibby for getting him involved with that. All right. We're going to take a break and we're going to wrap up our show after these messages.
Listening to Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
All right.
Go home.
Everybody have fun.
Fired.
I'm going to be... You're
You're
fired.
faking.
I'm going to be in bed with some NyQuil.
Shut
nice. It's like
Go
drugs.
home.
Go home.
You don't have a cold.
Go home.
Have chicken soup.
Aren't we leaving too? Isn't it time?
Or some grapes.
Grapes. Oh, grapes.
It's terrible. I know everybody hates it, but I can't stop.
Well, I just don't know how to talk to the guy.
Well, this was fun.
This was fun today?
Yeah. Sibby on Twitter?
No.
None of these guys are on Twitter?
Not that I see.
Oh.
Who got a WrestleMania hoodie?
Thank you, Sam.
What? What do you mean?
I bitched Sam with my fist into giving me a WrestleMania hoodie. I threatened him and he gave me one.
How'd you get
I wanted one. I kind of like this one a lot, actually.
How'd you get one for him?
I make it happen.
Do they have them from WrestleMania 1? I bet you those are worth money.
I mean, they exist.
They do exist?
Sweatshirts?
I don't know.
Look for WrestleMania 1 stuff quickly before we go.
All right.
Do it now on eBay.
Why are you yelling?
Would you hate me if I became obsessed with wrestling, but all I did was just talk about the big matches? Like I didn't know anything about, like, count The Rock, right?
Huh?
Yeah, if you just got annoying.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've done enough wrestling talk for one day.
I think so,
We've
too.
done enough talking for one day.
I'm just curious if there's any, like, Jimmy Snuka shirts.
You want a Jimmy Snuka shirt?
Yeah, I do.
Why Jimmy Snuka?
Because I like him. He's my favorite wrestler.
He is your favorite wrestler? I thought it was Bob Backund.
Oh, I meant Backlund.
You don't even remember who your favorite wrestler is.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we did it for a Monday.
You bet we did. You're welcome, people.
Yeah, I hope they're happy out there. If not, I'm sure they'll let us know. Tee-hee. Hey, Jimmy, Caroline's this weekend. Let's not forget.
212-757-4100. I am there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good. Let's go to the gym and look at naked guys and the blonde with the nice hiney. And
let's go there and sniff it.
Let's get vegetable juices.
Ooh.
And that's that.
And thank you all very much.
Yeah, we'll do this again tomorrow. Sam's next.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
I was just told, and Eric, this is legit.
I heard it too.
You heard it, okay.
Yeah.
On his way out, I was told I have two, on Opie's way out, here on After Opie and Anthony Live today.
But first he said, who wants it?
I was told that I have two very special prizes to give away. So you can call up if you want, 866-WOW-1-WOW, and we can figure out some way to give them both prizes to the person who deserves them the most. The first prize is, of course, dated April 8th, 2013, completed Greg Opie Hughes Sudoku puzzle, signed, successfully completed.
During Scorch?
Probably, while the show was on. Yeah, he let Scorch and PFG TV do the heavy lifting. And while that was going on, Opie was able to complete an entire Sudoku puzzle. And the really nice thing about these Sudoku puzzles is that they come with extra laughs, because Sudoku is located right on the funny pages.
Ooh.
So you'll get a little Zitz, Jumpstart, Hagar the Horrible. There's even, what's down here? Red and Rover, Doonesbury. All that complete with the Sudoku puzzle. The second prize, and this is the prize that was just very aggressively thrown back in my face, which I don't understand.
It hit your eye.
Yo, how come?
I apologize. It wasn't supposed to hit you in the face. I was just throwing it back over to you.
You're just showing your aggression. That aggression wasn't meant towards me.
No, it wasn't meant towards you.
Because the second prize is a gift intended for Opie's child. Purchased by Erock. It's a John Cena headband and wristband set.
Yeah, the little kid thing.
It's not a kid thing. It's a full-size adult thing.
It was in the kids section.
This is the shit that John Cena wears. A kid? Did you think a kid's head was that big?
It was in the section of the store with all the kid clothes, so I thought that's what it was.
Apparently, Erock decided to get Opie some John Cena C-Nation merchandise for his kid.
How much is it?
And Opie left it here with the specific instructions that this is to be given away.
Can I get it?
After show.
How much was it, Eric?
It wasn't that. I think it was like $10, $15.
It's probably closer to 15, wasn't it?
Somewhere in there.
I mean, it's a set of wristbands, and it's WWE, and it's WrestleMania. It's not coming cheap. Like, it's more expensive at WrestleMania than it is on the website. You upset about that, Eric?
Oh, that's just another dick move.
Can Eric autograph it for the giveaway?
That's not even what he was keeping it for. He wanted to hold on to it tomorrow for his for someone else in his family. He said, make sure I get this tomorrow. So there you go. And that's what he did.
Why did you buy his son some C-Nation stuff?
Well, I didn't know what other kid stuff you would get.
But why are you buying his son goodies at WrestleMania?
Because he doesn't get anything.
His kid?
No, from the wrestling thing. I got it for him. I was like, here, look, bring this home, because you brought something home from the event. He wasn't going to go to the store or anything, so I gave it to him.
Yeah, but his kid's like 2. His kid doesn't know he's at WrestleMania. Eric, you got to take that heart of gold of yours out of your body. I don't know. You keep setting yourself up for these things again. Did you not realize something horrible would happen?
Yeah, I don't think so.
You didn't?
No.
You decided to be nice again?
Yeah. Boy, that don't work.
No, because what happened on Friday? I don't understand. Friday, the story of the day was Erock wormed his way to go and pretended to help Sam. And that story was the story that was put on the air by who? The guy that you just bought C-Nation gear for. Hustle, loyalty, respect. It says hustle, loyalty, and respect, Eric. Now, I have never seen you hustle. You're a loyal guy, but I'm going to tell you this. Not that Opie obviously has no respect for you, because he's taking the gift
Although the other wristband says you can't see me. So maybe that was the problem, that you went to give Opie a gift for his kid, and he simply couldn't see you. I find that hard to believe well, don't worry about what that's based on. But I do find it difficult to believe that he couldn't see you. How do you feel?
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
You're a little perturbed, aren't you?
He was pissed.
He was pissed, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He still is.
It's that moment where you just realize, you're like, fuck.
I look like an asshole right now. You feel like an asshole?
No, not that. I think you just feel screwed.
Do you feel like an asshole, Eric?
Once again, something is being given away, so, yeah, I'm going to learn.
Like a dick, right?
Yeah.
Like the Islander picture.
That's true. I mean, yeah, this is the guy that you gave the Islander poster to.
Yeah.
You're always trying to get somebody something. It's one thing if it's like a special thing and he's like, oh, I want this. But it's another, it's strange to go up and be like, hey, Opie, I found some John Cena shit that I just purchased. You can give it to your kid. And he's like, what? What do you think of all this, Sal?
I think it's hysterical.
Why?
Well, the thing is, Eric is genuinely a really, really nice guy.
Well, I know. It says hustle, loyalty, respect, 10 years strong.
Eric, Eric is very generous and stuff like that, but he's, I don't know, man. He's oblivious sometimes.
He's like that. He's like he's a beaten wife.
I think he likes it. Yeah, I was thinking the same. I think Eric kind of likes it in the end.
He's a dog whose owner just keeps kicking him in the legs and putting cigarettes out on him and pouring buckets of piss onto. But the dog keeps coming back because he's like, maybe today he won't throw the bucket of piss on me. And then he goes, come here, boy, come here, come here. And Eric goes, oh, he sounds like he's in a good mood today. So Eric comes running over, and guess what happens?
Zip.
He gets no, it's a bucket,
oh,
Sal.
It's a bucket.
It's a full bucket, and what he does is he spends every day pissing in a bucket, and he lets it collect. And he goes, come here, boy, come here, come here. And Eric goes, oh, yeah, cool, I'll bring my John Cena stuff that I just bought for your kid, and splash, bucket of piss.
I think maybe is it something that Eric's trying to relive in himself? You know, like buying Cena shit?
I think Eric had a wonderful childhood, didn't you, Eric? You got all kinds of goodies when you were a kid, right?
I grew up in a good household.
Yeah, you grew up with a well-to-do family.
Yeah.
You wanted for nothing.
I liked my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's anything like that. I think...
No, I was buying for another kid, and I picked those up along with it. I was like, oh.
What'd you buy for the other kid?
For my nephew. I bought him some Cena stuff.
Kids love Cena.
Mm-hmm.
I think Erock would really like to have a relationship with Opie that's deeper than what he has. And so he does nice things for him. For instance, and I didn't have a problem with him doing this, but I mentioned on the show today, I had an extra parking pass for Wrestlemania because I was not going to drive there. I was able to take a bus that had a police escort. So I didn't have to worry about that. And so...
I asked you.
And so, right, so I picked up my parking pass. And I told Eric, I have an extra parking pass. I already picked it up, and I have an extra one because I had known that Opie and Jim were talking about that they didn't have parking. And Eric said, let me have the parking pass, and I'll give it to Opie. And I said, great. You know, it makes my life easier. If you want to be the one to go and find Opie and give it to him, then you go do that. You know, perfect. Sounds great. And he did. And he took the pass. And then he went out of his way because he already lives in Jersey, and that's where the show was.
Wait, he came into the city?
Yeah. He came into the city.
Well, I picked somebody else up too.
Yeah, okay.
He came in.
Shut the fuck up, Sal. You weren't even there.
But you do that sort of stuff all the time, where you try to like sideswipe someone so you get the credit.
No,
I'm
not
not
saying
swiping him, asshole. If we had tickets and parking passes and we didn't give it to them, and they come in on Monday bitching and complaining for traffic or whatever, and they find out that we have these passes.
Eric, I was here on Friday. I know the whole story. I got.
Well,
it.
you weren't here all day Friday.
What do you mean?
You're a little late, little tardiness.
Just about 15 minutes late.
I heard more like 45 minutes late.
No, I got here at 5:45.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's kind of. Most of us get here at 5, so we'll go 45 minutes late.
Okay.
Most of us get here at 5. But no, I don't think Eric wasn't trying to sideswipe because he wasn't being secretive about it. He was
but Eric probably wouldn't say it. Only if he was asked, like, hey, where'd you get this pass from? You know, then he would say it.
Well, I mean, and again, I don't care. I don't need whatever.
Eric does that sort of shit. It's annoying.
What?
It's just like you would do that sort of thing. Like, you'd be very secretive, you know?
There was no fucking secret with it, Sal. It was if we didn't let him know we had a pass, and then Monday came around, they were bitching about it, we would get shit on for it. I just asked him, I'm like, you have an extra pass? We should give it to Hope. That was it.
Has he ever done something like that to you, where it's like maybe something you did and then he put his name on it type of thing? Because that's what you're kind of...
Yeah, well, I mean, Eric used to give me a lot of his work, and then I got to a point where I just told him I'm not.
Yeah, because I was told, give Sal something to do. And that's what I did. And because stuff was delegated to you, you go, I ain't fucking doing your work.
No, what are you talking about? I did it for months, and then I just realized I have other priorities I got to work on, so that's it. So I went on to other things.
Eric, how come you were told to give Sal something to do?
When we hired him, I was told, what can we give Sal? What do we have to give him?
But, like, what is that? I don't understand. Like, for me, it's like nobody tells me, nobody would ever say, hey, you need to find something for Sam to do. Because I'd be like, I'm fucking busy right now. Why are you taking time out of your day to find something for me to do? I'm doing shit. Like, how come Sal needed something to be found for him to do? Was he wasn't doing anything?
This was when they were determining what Sal was actually going to do here when we hired him.
Has that determination been found?
I think everyone's still confused on that.
Okay, everybody's still a little mixed up on it. Troy, have you been hearing this?
Yeah. Well, I was here Friday, and Sal was really venting about Eric.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, this is the type of bullshit, and you remember when I brought this up.
And this is what I told him in the office, too, by the way.
This is why I brought this up before. Eric's not around. We're not on the air. We're doing whatever. If he doesn't have to be responsible for his words, he's all talk.
Oh, he was livid.
Okay, you want an example? I'll give you an example.
No, well, explain why you were upset on Friday.
Because, yeah, Eric was relaying all these messages that I needed to give to the interns on Friday, when it's like, Eric, you have their number, you have all their contact, just do it yourself. Why does there have to be a middleman to only complicate the situation
Because I was told when I'm not going to be here, it had to be relayed, everything that needed to be taken care of to everybody else. So that's what I did. And I do that every time if I'm not going to be here.
Why would you
just because you don't want to fucking do anything because somebody tells you something.
That's not the case. If you're still boss of the interns, regardless if it's a Monday or a Saturday.
But I'm not here.
But
you're here.
So why would you relay the message through me? That's only going to further. It's only going to take whatever
Eric,
you want.
Do you think Sal has a problem with delegation?
Sal has a problem. It seems to be with anybody telling him that, hey, you have something to do, and he goes, no, I don't want to do anything.
No, I've never said no, I don't want to do anything. I just have an issue when you're trying to relay a message through me when you're the boss of the interns.
Here's what I think of that, and Troy, you're pretty good at giving a truthful opinion. I think that Eric would give Sal the information because then somebody here would be responsible for the interns doing it. That if somebody in Jersey, like if I'm an intern, right, and somebody in Jersey tells me don't forget to clean up the studio, and I go, okay, and then I just walk home, nobody knew that I had to clean up the studio.
Right.
Because the dude's in Jersey. Now, if somebody in Jersey told somebody that was here to tell me as an intern to do it, somebody's going to make sure it gets done.
Well, I mean, an employee has to be accountable for the work. You can't just give it to an intern and say, well, I texted the intern. So the employee's got to be accountable for it.
Eric, it was all well known that Eric was coming back later that day.
And it was Eric was doing the countdown, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know, my question, if I was Sal, would be like, well, you said you're going to do it, so why don't you just do this? I'm working on this other thing. Like, that's usually your job. You're coming back to do it.
Was that what it was in relation to, Eric? I'm a little confused.
Because I did the countdown, and I did your show.
Right.
I built everything except the indie countdown.
Eric did, I mean, to Eric's credit, he went out there, and he did good work with me. Now, like I said, everybody was saying, you know, Eric, you know, it was a goof that Eric was there as my helper.
Right.
To Eric's credit, he did good work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I said it from the beginning. I can't look at Gary or Rob or Steve Blatter and say, I need to take Eric away from the show to help me at WrestleMania.
Right.
However, if you will allow Eric to be there, he would be a big help, and he was a giant help there.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Beyond that, he did all morning there with me, and then he came back, and he was here all afternoon working on stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did the countdown, and he did my Sunday show.
Yeah. So it's not like he tried to bail out of his work here.
Right, and that's why I'm a little confused, because I don't think he was trying to pawn anything off. He was here all...
When you're told when anybody is not going to be here, you have to make sure that the things that you're responsible for are being covered. Okay?
Yeah.
And the way things work around here is they need to document everything or know that somebody was talked to. So when things had to be laid out for what had to be taken care of during the show and after the show before I came back, that's what was done, and it was sent to Sal, it was sent to Travis, and it was sent to Rob.
What specifically?
I don't know what he's complaining about, because there was nothing out of that was overwhelming for him that I asked to get done.
No, Eric,
what specifically were you complaining about?
It wasn't work that Eric was trying to give me.
What was the work?
It was to do the PDTs for the weekend. He's like, hey, is the intern still there? I said, I don't know, Eric. I'm doing my own things right now. I'm occupied with that. You have his number. Why don't you just contact him?
He wasn't responding. That's why I wrote to you, because you're here and he's supposed to be here.
Okay, regardless.
That's a fairly accurate response.
But Eric didn't tell me that. Eric's like, well...
Did you ask him?
No, but Eric just texted me this whole thing.
I don't think it's Eric's job to say, hey, Sal, just to set everything up. I've already spoken to the intern, but he's not picking up his phone. So if you wouldn't mind, if Eric says, hey, find out if the intern's still here and tell him to do this...
It's
and
just
you
he
didn't
always do.
Yeah, but you don't.
Always does this
yeah, but you don't say. You don't text him back and say, "Why don't you tell him yourself?" You
did.
You texted him back and said.
I'm pretty sure I didn't. I say I don't know where he is, or I don't even know what I texted you back. But
okay, well then don't say I did, and then give me something completely different and say, because the fact is that you just. It sounds like you were upset. And you just started talking about it with Troy and Roland, whoever was in the room.
It's just like, why, let me know then that I'm responsible for the interns now. I was never told that, oh, Sal, you're in charge of the interns if Eric's not here. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden now it's another thing I got to think about throughout the day that, oh, Eric's texting me to do work to tell the interns to do.
Well, it's not a matter of you don't have to be overarching in charge of the interns, but if Eric goes, hey, help me out with this. It's not crazy to be like, oh, okay, it's a weird day. Eric is in Jersey because whether you think he should be there or not, Gary and Opie said he should be there, so he's there.
I didn't say anything about
so
him
it's not
going there.
It's not crazy for you to be like, oh, okay, I'll help him out and do this. Is it?
No, but I do understand both sides of the story here. I do understand because, first of all, it's frustrating for Eric because Sal a lot of times doesn't want to work. He doesn't want to put in the work that it takes for that position.
I've always helped out Eric, though.
For that position. And then at the same time...
What position?
For the associate producer position that Sal has.
Right. Meaning the guy who sits there and is like, yo, I need this cut up. I need this, like grunt work.
Grunt work. And he's low man on the totem pole, which means he has to pick up a lot of the fucking bullshit that we've all had to go through. Right. Every one of us. So it's now his turn to do it, and he doesn't want to do it. So I understand Eric being frustrated on that end. But I also understand Sal with his frustration with Eric because I've worked closely with Eric in Sal's position. And Eric does do stuff that's just kind of like, will pawn off work just as much as he possibly can.
Do you feel that's what you're doing on Friday, Eric?
No.
You weren't?
Not at all what I was doing on Friday.
And I'm not saying it was Friday, but I just do understand where Sal's coming from sometimes.
I have the text here.
Okay, what does the text say?
So throughout the show, I was coordinating with Sal on various things. Stuff that had to be given to Sal, your voice tracks, stuff like that. And then after that, I said, did Alan leave? Because he wasn't picking up the phone. I didn't tell Sal that part. I just wrote to him, did Alan leave? Okay. Alan wasn't picking up his phone. And he said, he's doing something for Troy. So that means he's here.
Okay.
So I said, here's the PDTs for the countdown, which means the pad data, the stuff you see on the screen for those listening. Give this to Alan to do the PDTs, which is also what I said in the email the other day that I would provide this for the intern to do. And he just writes back, call him. I don't know where he is.
So Sal's issue was that he didn't want to tell the intern to do the work.
It's not about. I didn't know that Eric wasn't able to get in touch with it. In my mind, I thought the scenario was Eric is just telling me to do something just to tell the intern.
But
something.
that seems to happen all the time, where even the littlest thing that has to be covered by anybody here.
It's not even real work.
Yeah,
it's just. All you had to do is go tell the intern to do it.
I honestly, I didn't know that Eric couldn't get in touch with the intern.
And what difference does it make? This goes back to the original thing that started this, where he was complaining about the emails I sent out. The email was to cover the bases, so not only that the stuff that I wasn't here for could be taken care of, but everything for the show, the channel, whatever, until I got back was being taken care of. So how is that being a pain in the ass, giving you work and being irresponsible?
The email you sent, I understood. Like I
just were complaining that started all of
it. Do you have so much on your plate? That, like you said, you're busy concentrating on everything. Is there so much on your plate?
No.
That you couldn't walk up the hallway
I interpret it as Eric was pulling a power move to make me get.
He's got more power than you.
No, but Eric does this sort of stuff though. He does this sort of like where he wants you to just show that he has power around, just to make you do shit, just to inconvenience.
Guess what? Am I doing to inconvenient you?
It's just I get that I just get that feeling from you sometimes. I get that feeling where you'll assign me something that you could just easily do yourself, have it handled quicker, but you want to give it to me just because you can give it to me.
Yeah, but you know what? When Raw Dog ran the Louis C.K. segment from the other day, Thursday.
Because I can give him as a cast.
Okay. What? From Thursday's show. Louis was on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So Rob comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, Raw Dog's going to run this segment." He goes, "Can you voice it?" I go, "Of course, yeah, I'll host for Raw Dog because I've hosted for Raw Dog before." And he goes, "Okay, yeah, we can just cut out this part and start from there." And I said, "No, I'm not going to edit it. Like, I can edit it. It wouldn't take me long. I know how to edit, but I'm not going to because I spent a lot of time editing, and now I'm not going to do that." And so it was pawned off probably on you or somebody else.
Yeah, I did it. But that makes sense, though.
But then how come Eric can't be like, just go find the intern?
No. It's a different scenario there. Something like that needs to get done quickly, expeditiously. It needs to happen right away. But then Eric will give me something that it's just part of his routine that he usually does throughout his week or whatever like that. It's like, just do it yourself. I'd like to continue on the other work that I'm working on.
What specifically, though? Because all I hear specifically is this thing where you didn't want to go look for the intern.
No, it wasn't that I interpreted
because you're watching drumming videos.
I apologize that. I apologize for that. I thought Eric was just trying to be an asshole to me. That's all.
Don't apologize for it because you do the same thing again. You don't apologize for it.
What do you mean I'll do the same thing?
You don't think Eric was being an asshole?
Do I think? I didn't know he wasn't able to get in touch with the intern. Therefore, at that moment in time, yes, I did think.
But then why wouldn't you have asked him?
What's up?
Why wouldn't you have asked him?
I told him. I said, call the intern. And he didn't write anything back, so I'm assuming he just wasn't calling the intern.
Yeah, but don't you think that's a pain in the ass text to get from somebody who is your subordinate?
Yeah, we were pulling down. Remember, I was the last one there with the internet feed because they were wrapping everything up because I had to send everything out.
We were putting together 4 shows from the Izod Center. We had stuff on our plate. I'm saying.
And I'm writing him. I'm not even thinking of the fact that to say, "Oh, I called Alan. He's not picking up." But when I just said, "Did Alan leave?" No. He's doing something for Choice. Okay, so he's there. Here's the PDTs. Can you make sure he's doing this? Give him a call. I don't know where he is.
Yeah. And what he was doing for me could have easily been on hold.
And I wasn't saying that whatever he's doing for Troy isn't important or any of that stuff.
The thing that for me, if Sal's in the office, and this is the whole thing, it doesn't matter what anybody was doing, because I heard the text that you just read, Eric.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you would respond to Eric and say, call Alan, instead of just calling Alan yourself.
Yeah, I just thought Eric was trying to be an asshole to me. That's the only reason why.
You always think that, and that's not the case.
But that sounds like you're being an asshole. Because you're saying call Alan instead of being like, yeah, I will help you out because we work together.
Right. No, I understand. It just didn't make sense to me because Eric was coming back to here to work, so I didn't realize that he was trying to give the intern the work earlier then, so that he wouldn't have to do it when he got there.
But I said that in the email also the day before I left that the intern was going to do the PDTs.
I don't
understand. Sam and I finished everything.
I don't understand any of it because I don't understand why it would be any more complicated than.
I understand.
Oh, let me just go call Alan.
In retrospect, I have a greater understanding of the situation. Now,
this is crazy to me.
I know. There's nothing here.
There is something here because we have to analyze the fact that you can't just like read a text and do what the text says.
Well, there's been Sal is frustrated because I think he thinks a lot of work has been pawned off on him from Eric. So, like a lot of Eric's work that he could handle has just been given to Sal to do. So Sal, I think, is just frustrated and was like, "Oh, this is another example of this."
It mainly comes from Eric. When you guys give me work that you need a hand with, it's usually a little more. How do you describe it? A little more intricate, I guess. A little more technically involved.
Makes sense to you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's work he wants to do versus work he doesn't want to do is what it is.
Yeah.
Because the work that was given to Sal has always been approved by somebody down the hall.
So you think that when Troy and me give you work, it's that Troy and me have our specialties. This doesn't fall into that, so we give it to you?
Right.
Or is it that you like the work that Troy and me give you and you don't like the stuff?
If anything, the work you guys give me is much more involved. It's not necessarily more pleasing.
It's not more creative?
Yeah, it's definitely more creative.
So doesn't that make it more interesting?
To an extent, but, but for a lot of the work that Eric is giving me is just simple, like
loading.
Yeah, it's just like it's just
utility
mindless work.
Yeah.
So that's the problem then. You don't like doing the mindless work.
It's not that I like doing it. It's just like if he needs it done, why can't he just do it himself when I could be doing other things?
Well,
you know what I mean?
you also got to understand that Erock is 2 levels above you.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I understand the power rankings and all that sort of stuff.
He's a senior producer, so I mean, technically, he can say, "Do all my fucking work," and sit there and just delegate the work. Now, that Erock wouldn't do that, nor would it be fair for him to do that. But I mean, technically, he could.
I mean, that's Sal's job,
right? And the other problem, I think, is there's no boss that the employees fear. Do you know what I mean? That's running the show where they're like, they tell Sal, like, you need to do this. Because, like, really, like, Erock can't fire Sal.
No.
He can't, put him on suspension. So it's like there's nobody that has that authority that works directly with the show.
Let me talk to some of these folks. People have opinions. Kevin in Texas, you're on the after show.
2 things. First off, Sam, you did a great job yesterday. It was badass.
Thank you very much, man. Yeah, and by the way, the Wrestlemania show, and I got a lot of comments from people who enjoyed it even though they weren't wrestling fans. So if you have any interest in me doing interviews with wrestlers, it's going to go up on demand. We can get it up later today, right, Eric?
Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah, we'll get it up. I'm sure Eric will just ask Sal to do it.
I was going to say,
we'll get it,
and then I'll go do it. So.
We'll have it up on demand later today. It's got like new interviews with like CM Punk and Paul Heyman and Dolph Ziggler. I asked Dolph Ziggler about Amy Schumer, so it was exciting. But go on, Kevin.
That was cool. Second thing, Sal is a whiny bitch.
Oh.
He's not a team player. He's, why not? Why question anything? Just get the goddamn job done and be happy that you're there. Eric's got seniority. You got seniority. Just get the things done and move ahead. Quit being I hear this day in, day out on this show. Sal's always the whiny bitch.
What about that, Sal? What about just get the job done?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And get it done properly.
Yeah. I mean, when Eric ever gives me something, I always do it properly. I don't, like, purposely fuck it up or anything like that. I always do it quickly and efficiently. I think that's very important thing to do.
Yeah, but then you have something to say about it.
Of course.
Well, I mean, that's part of it, though. Like,
I'll just stop bitching about it then.
Well, no, it's not a matter of just don't be vocal about it. It's a matter of if you have reason to complain, if you think you have reason to complain about tasks being given to you, then by all means complain. I think the issue is whether or not you actually have something to complain about. Like, it doesn't sound, in this instance specifically, I don't see what you had to complain about. This one sounds like Eric was in the right and was just like, just call this kid for me. I'm doing stuff over here, and you were like, oh, fuck Eric. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
is that far from the truth?
No, that's exactly what happened. So, yeah.
Let me talk to Gus in Houston. What's up, Gus?
Hey, I know the whole Sal's a whiny bitch. I think that's just a foregone conclusion, so I'm not even going to make that point.
Good.
I think that he confuses on-air Eric with Eric is my superior off-air. So off-air, it's not a fucking bit. Dude, they ask you to do something, shut the fuck up and do it. You don't have to know why. It's called being a grunt. You have to pay your dues. I'm tired of this. Oh, my God, I'm so tired of this entitled bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it. You have to pay your dues. You want to get somewhere in this business. I can see why Opie fucking hates you, because he has to pay his dues.
I'm not sure. Yeah, thanks, Gus.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Do you want to get somewhere in this business, or you don't care?
Of course.
No. Tell me the truth.
No, absolutely. I would love to advance further.
No. I know you would love to advance further. Who wouldn't love to advance further? But do you want to go further in this business, or is this paying the bills while we work on music?
I love working here. I love working for the show. Of course, I want to further myself. Yeah.
Do you really love working for this show?
I do. I genuinely do. I hear like my friends who have other jobs. Like I have by far the most exciting job.
Yeah, because I don't believe you. Because if I were in your position, I would not love working for this show. Many times I don't love working for this show, and I kind of have a pretty sweet deal here. Of anybody
I think
here.
That's fair of everybody here.
What?
What you just said.
Oh, yeah. But, like, if I were in Sal's position, I would think most days I wouldn't like working for the show. I mean, Eric, I would assume your worst days on the show are when you're getting shit upon, correct?
Yeah.
Those are the days that you like working on the show least, correct?
Well, who would enjoy that?
Correct. Which is why, I mean, it happens to you a lot. Which is why it would make me think I wouldn't like that.
And he's not going to say that he hates the show, because then everybody's going to be like, fucking good, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
So he
the
has
good
to
Lord
say,
hit you.
he has to say, like, oh, no, I do like working here.
Well, he also said, too, that he hears from a lot of people that like the show that you have a really cool job. So he might like the appeal of the job to other people.
He likes to go out and be like, yo, look where I work.
No, I don't think he flaunts it, but I think he likes hearing when people say, oh, that they know he works on the show.
Oh, shit, you got
a
picture with
job.
Mike Tyson. That's crazy.
So that's why he's liking the job, not because, radio was his thing.
And I'm sure he likes the interest in him on, social media sites and stuff like that, because it's like all of a sudden people care about you.
And it doesn't hurt. He's in the music industry. It doesn't hurt, he meets an artist and he's like, yeah, I work at Sirius XM.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he wants advanced in radio. I think he wants advanced in radio production, and that's or in audio production. That's why he likes the stuff that we give him, because it's doing what he does.
Is that true or false?
I mean, I love okay, I could say this for a fact. I love working with Troy and Sam, because I was pointing at you guys.
Okay.
Way more than I like working with Eric.
Okay.
It's much more creative, and it has a...
But was Troy right in the sense that you want to improve your audio production skills, not necessarily move further, advance in the radio industry?
I would like to have more position of like what Troy has, where it's more...
production.
Like, all-day radio production, as opposed to... doing the phones for 4 hours and then doing the other things.
Dude, you gotta understand, man. I had to do all that shit too.
No, I'm not.
That'd be like an intern coming in and being like, so I would really like to get a job like Sam has, where he gets to go and interview wrestlers.
Yeah.
But I just told you, just asked what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do.
Fair.
I'm not saying give me that job.
Sal's at a way better advantage than I was when I started.
Holy
because
shit.
I mean, everybody that remembers that was listening back at the time, I was trying to get Pro Tools. I couldn't get it.
Yeah.
For 2.5, 3 years, they would not give me Pro Tools. Sal, day one, starting, had Pro Tools at his desk.
So Pro Tools is this, the editing stuff that we make the production with. And Troy's battle cries, his original complaints, because he's always had, progressively, you've always had some kind of complaint.
Yes.
But the original complaint that was brought to the show was, they won't give me the tools needed to complete this job.
Right.
Correct? That was the battle cry,
and I was doing work at home.
Right. Right.
I mean, do you think Sal would take production home to do it at home?
Sal once told me, I'm not going to do shit at home.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I looked at him like, what?
I mean, I have a different mentality now.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would do shit at home?
Yeah, I mean, I do one sheets at home. I work on stuff like that at my place, but yeah.
Grizz in Boston.
Fuck it and suck it, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
What's going on? I just wanted to let Troy know Joe DeRosa headlined at the WrestleCon at the $5 wrestling show at midnight Saturday night.
He did?
Yes, he did, and boy, did he suck a big bag of dick.
Oh, come on, Grizz.
Hey, it wasn't just me. I thought he was all right, but he got a bad reaction. Those nerds did not like DeRosa.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for calling in, Grizz, but that's...
No problem, dude.
We were talking about something else entirely. That's totally...
I have all the calls. You picked that one.
No, I didn't know. This is blind. We don't have a phone screener, unfortunately. Denise in New York.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I just wanted to say I've listened to your show from the start every day. I love it.
Thank you.
But it's getting to the point that it's every day self-complaining. It's not that he doesn't want to do mindless work.
Right.
He doesn't want to do any work. I don't know why you keep him around. I really don't.
It's tough to fire somebody in this.
It's really hard.
It is.
It's even hard just to move him to a different position.
You know what it is? It's because it's lawsuits. It's people are afraid of wrongful termination lawsuits, and Sal strikes me as the type that would possibly complain to parents and sue a company. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, because he'd be like, well, I was gay, and now they fired me because I was gay.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Anyway, I'm just hanging out with my boyfriend right now. You think, would you ever do that? Would you sue Sirius? If they fired you today, based on the after show, they were like, Jesus Christ.
The clip of Troy calling me gay, is that what you're saying?
No. If they were like, Jesus Christ, Sal really does have a piss poor attitude. He wouldn't call the intern because he didn't want to make a phone call because Eric was working in New Jersey. Sal, you're fired. Would you then go and try to twist it and be like, they fired me because I'm gay?
No. I would never imply such a thing because I'm not gay.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's a shocker to you somehow.
What?
I mean, frankly, if we're just going to do bits, we'll just do bits then. We're not going to be honest. Tony in Jersey.
What's up, guys?
How are you?
I don't think that Sal would survive at any other job anywhere. So he better love his job there. How many employees get to not do their work and then come up with excuses why they didn't want to do it and discuss it and still keep their job?
Pretty much, I think it's pretty much just in terms of that description, I think pretty much just Sal and Erock. Just those two, pretty much.
It's just like you can't pick and choose your work.
Right.
Eric is your boss.
Right.
When your boss tells you to do something, you do it. You shouldn't have an excuse. I'm just going to do my work now. That's how I get ahead. That's how people like me, and then that's how I succeed. Not, well, I'm going to question this. I don't want to do that. That's just crazy. That's not any other job. Nowhere.
I think the problem is Eric's not really his boss. I mean, he's
superior.
He's above him in rank.
He's a superior.
But like I said, he can't. You know, if Sal's fucking up, he can't suspend him.
Can Eric tell you what to do?
Yes.
He can.
Yeah.
Do you have to listen to him? This isn't a trick question.
No, I mean, Eric can absolutely tell me what to do.
I don't pay attention to how things work, so I know that Eric's title is above Sal's title, but I don't know if Eric can actually tell Sal what to do.
When the show is on, anything that anyone asks me, I do.
Right. But then the show is off for many hours.
Right, yeah. No, I mean...
Can he tell you what to do? In your mind?
Yeah.
If Eric tells you what to do, is it like your boss telling you what to do?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would definitely help him out.
So if your boss, the person who hires or fires you, said, I need you to tell this to the intern, you would text your boss back and say, call him yourself.
But Eric, like Troy's saying, Eric isn't my boss.
So he's not. That's what I'm saying. So he can't tell you what to do.
He can though because of the seniority and tenure ranking.
Yeah, but you don't have to listen.
I don't have to listen, but I do it.
See, there really isn't like a boss.
Eric, are you Sal? Does Sal have to listen to you?
Yeah, he should.
He should, and that's the difference. I think
he should.
He doesn't have to
because. But most of the time, when there's a reason behind things that have to be done or whatever, and you don't need to be like, well, why the fuck are you telling me to do this, or I'm not going to do this because you told me to do it. It's like, why do I have to fight with him all the time over dumb shit?
Usually I do. If you ask me to do something, I usually do it. When the show is on, no, I don't even ask questions. It's just get it done ASAP, whatever it needs to be done.
Is that true, Eric?
For the most part.
Okay.
But when we're off air, let's say, it just sometimes it's confusing to me for Eric to be like, hey, can you do this for me, when it's just something that Eric traditionally does, or he could just do quicker himself.
But to be fair, and we've all been here, so I'm not just casting blame on you.
Yeah.
But you do get off on saying no to Eric.
It's amazing.
Okay.
It's so much fun.
Eric, do you find it fun?
No. And then he complains when I go, okay, you don't want to listen to this, and I go a step higher, and then he complains, why did you tell them? Because you didn't do what was told.
You rat him out a lot?
All the time.
When it's important, yeah.
He rats you out a lot?
Oh, yeah. I've heard from many people that
who?
Doesn't matter.
I see him on the emails.
Who do you rat him out to?
Boss Cross.
Rob Cross?
Yeah.
Is that who it is? That's who you were talking about?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Who are you talking about, Gary?
Travis has told me that Eric's gone to Travis before and said that, like...
This is the fucking craziest thing in the world. I go, who's Eric ratted you out to? And Sal goes, it doesn't even matter. And the big reveal is Travis. He didn't want to. He didn't want to name drop.
I went to Steve Blatter and was telling him.
He didn't want to name drop Travis. Travis, I hope you're not mad at Sal back there in the office.
No, because when there's an issue and I tell some of the bosses, they say, "Did you talk to Travis yet?" And it's either yes or no. So I have to. So the chain of command is I have to go to Travis, and then
so
after
fucking
Travis
weird
it goes
around
up.
here.
I know
I think
it's so fucking weird, isn't it, Troy?
It's just bizarre. It's just like sending this person to here to there.
Nobody wants to be the boss.
Nobody is the boss.
You know what happens? After this, I'll tell you all what happens. I'll let everybody in, okay? Because everybody wonders. This is one of the main questions I get when I meet people and we're talking and everything. It's like, what do you really do for Opie and Anthony? And I try to explain that Opie, Anthony, and Jim are a fairly self-sufficient unit. Meaning, you put stuff in front of them you think that they might like, and then you just see what they do. And you kind of just have to be there as they go to pick up on whatever it is that they're doing and try to make their time easier. Right?
Right.
Now, when they're gone, basically what happens is management opens up a cell, like a jail cell, and they shove everybody who works on the show in the jail cell, and they give us some pads of papers and computers, and they go, okay, come up with some shit, and then they leave.
Yeah.
And then everybody just fights.
Yeah.
And everybody throws their shit at each other. And Roland pours club soda on himself. That's basically...
And water.
And some water,
Thank
too.
you.
That's basically what happens, which is crazy town.
Yeah. Because there is nobody that's holding it together.
And then a young guy like Sal comes in, and he's like, oh, fuck it, every man for himself. This is great. Lord of the Flies. I know who Piggy is, and it's not going to be me. right? Have you ever read Lord of the Flies?
Yeah.
Eric, that wasn't a joke about you being fat. There is a character named Piggy.
I know.
Do you think you're Piggy in this Lord of the Flies?
Sure, why not? Keep the story moving.
Do you think you are? Don't smash his glasses, Sal. If I see you smash Eric's glasses, I'm going to be pissed.
What are the glasses? Didn't he get it smashed in the head with a boulder or something?
That was later. Spoiler alert. You read Lord of the Flies, right? Yeah. Patrick in Connecticut. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Sal, you seem like a decent guy. I kind of identify with you because you had a kind of a upper-class upbringing.
Well-to-do. He wanted for nothing.
Yeah, well, and there is a stigma when you're raised like that of, well, technically I don't have to do this because in the end my parachute is much larger than most people.
Right, you got that big golden parachute.
Right.
Unfortunately, what Sal doesn't realize is that big golden parachute is just weighing him down to the ground, just rushing him quickly to the field.
That's absolutely true. I struggle with that too, but I recently started a year and a half ago in real estate, and I work for this big shot in Fairfield County. And Sal, if you think what you're being required to do or asked to do is stupid and mundane, I had a fucking open house on the other side of Fairfield County, and I'm required to then drive to his open house afterwards to pick up the signs in his yard. Now, he is there. He is at that house. Yeah. But I'm required to drive over there and pick those signs up. And I don't fucking ask questions. I just do it. All the other stuff, I'll be on my way home driving 20 minutes, and then I'll get a call saying, hey, I need you to go do this, and I have to go turn around and go all over the place. I've driven, in about 3 months, I've driven about 13,000 miles. So you really need to just, I'm not saying this
to pick up signs? 13,000 miles to pick up signs.
No, and showings and all that crap. I'm saying in the last 3 months I've driven 13,000 miles.
How pissed would you be, Sal, if Eric was like, Sal, I need you to come over to my house. There's some rocks on my lawn. I need you to brush them off. He would. Yeah. Eric would do it?
Sign guy, whoever he is, that's Eric.
That's Eric being like, well, Eric, you are the guy who's been here the longest time. You have garnered the authority to be able to ask people to remove signs from your lawn. Am I right?
I guess so, yeah.
Now, let me put it this way. And now I've been doing this for a little over a year and a half. I don't have to do that shit anymore because we have a new person.
Right.
We have a new person that does that shit.
I'll tell you what, Patrick, if you had been complaining about this the whole way and you had been difficult about it, would you still be picking up signs?
No, not at all. I'd be done. I'd go back to corporate or something. There's no way. There's no questions, man. You just do it, man. Like the other guy said. Pay your dues, and you'll eventually, if you stop complaining about it and you just do it, people recognize that stuff. And not to sound all cheesy, but that's how you further yourself.
I understand what you're saying. I don't really complain from anyone else except for Eric.
Because you think he gives you a lot of grunt work that's really his work.
It's not. It's just. I don't know. I guess it's the manner in which he gives it to me, or it's just kind of like.
Is he disrespectful when he gives you work? Is he dismissive?
No, maybe
like a bit like you're a servant.
It's not that bad.
Oh,
but what in my mind I'm thinking. Well, if I were able to be working with Sam and Troy more often,
is that because you want to suck my dick?
Yeah, Sam. That's exactly it.
Oh, that's
no. In my mind, I'm thinking.
Yeah. The other day, I'm talking about that got weird, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
All right, go on, Sal.
He said that. In my mind,
yeah, sure. That's like he said he's kidding now, and it's like one of those things. Like, do you want to go out? And it's like, no, I know, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, I would never do that.
Yeah, do you want to go to the prom with me? No, I already have a date. I know, I'm kidding. I do too. I'm joking. Totally joking. You didn't get that? Anyway, I'll see you later. Go on, Sal.
Anyway, what I was saying.
No, I'm not gay. I know, neither am I. I was kidding, bro. Anyway, peace out.
I don't want to hug.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Should we hug each other? No, I know, right?
Yeah, no.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's totally. I'm with you. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty. What I was saying is by working in a more creative aspect.
Do you want to trade clothes or something? No, I'm good with my clothes. I know, me too. That's so stupid. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.
I didn't wear special underwear.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Come on, Sam. I'm getting you to 11.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You're not. Please, let me tell you something, Sal.
Kidding,
you know who's getting me to 11?
I'm kidding, dude.
The same person who gets me to 11 every day. That's me.
Right.
I look around this studio almost every day, and you're in here almost every day. And you know what I see? A pile of no help from anyone.
Right.
Every day. All right, I have to fucking drag all of you. Not everyone in this room.
I'm just
Travis is good when he comes in. Roland always has some dumb shit to say, and Troy's always good. But the rest of you, I have to drag till 11 o'clock out of you. Okay, like your sacks of rocks attached to my ankles.
I was just
so don't tell me what you're doing for me. Go on with what you were saying.
Sound frustrated.
What I was saying
Well,
is...
he's an anchor on my belt. Who walks around with an anchor on their belt? They're heavy enough to keep a boat from floating away, and I'm a human being. Anyway, as you were saying, Sal.
I think it's more beneficial for me to be working with you and Troy
and
a more creative element because that provides something
Do you think
that I can add as opposed to something that...
Right.
Do you think that work that Eric's giving me that just literally an intern could do?
Do you think your well-to-do background makes it so that you have this sort of aura of, at the end of the day, I don't need this?
No, I need it. My parents don't help me out anymore.
They would.
You don't need it.
You're not going to be homeless.
No.
I'm not going to be homeless.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, like, for instance, I know that if I lost this job, I'm not going to be homeless. My parents aren't broke. So I'm never, I know going into life, I'm never going to be homeless.
No. Yeah,
so,
I mean,
and that, but this is all I want to do, so I need it. And these fuckers at Sirius know it, too. They got me by the fucking balls, and they all know it down there, don't they, Troy?
Oh, yeah, stringing you along,
Bunch
buddy.
of assholes every day.
Stringing you along.
Just stringing me along. Oh, look at this, Sam. We got a little carrot for you. Oh, really? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh, just work hard.
Yeah, just keep working, though. It's a little higher. You can get it, though. Just keep reaching.
Maybe we'll reevaluate in a couple months.
They know it. They know they got me by the balls. Yeah, we're going to we usually don't do it, but 6 months. Come.
Yeah,
all right, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
You know, you do this, it could be good for you, you know.
Oh, really?
In the future.
I'll do it then.
They say reassess.
Right.
See, Sal has never worked. I've said this before. Sal's never worked a real job. He's never had to work hard. You know what I mean? He's never, been like having to fucking work in a factory or deal with a lot of bullshit and be the shithead in a factory.
But I also think that Sal is not going to be homeless. So you're going to be like, if your parents aren't helping you out anymore, but if you needed them to, they would. And that's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I don't fault you for that.
They very well may be helping out. He's just not going to say it on the air.
I mean, I think they're still probably paying his phone bill and some shit like that. Yeah, probably his cable. He's probably got like a sling box connected to his parents' house or something like that.
That
so they're
is
not.
true.
All right, so they're not technically paying for their. But it is your cable.
But I mean, yeah,
You're not paying for your own.
Right. Yeah. I mean, people who watch television, a lot of them pay for it themselves.
Right.
Like adults, I'm talking about.
Right.
And you don't have like this desire to be like, well, this is make or break for me. Like I have to be here doing this. So it's like at the end of the day, you're like, I don't really need to do that. Is there a little of that, you think?
I don't look at it as black and white like that. You know what I mean?
Shades of gray, like not like black or white. Like I don't need this. I do need this. A little of this. I don't mean.
He doesn't want to be in radio. He doesn't have a passion for radio. He doesn't want to be a broadcaster. So his job, or what he does with production, can be done in music. It can be done in a million different ways. So,
and that's why he's like, "Oh, this is fun. I like this. I'll do this." And then Eric's like, "Oh, could you hook me up with the Worst of the Week countdown?"
Yeah, that doesn't benefit his audio career.
Yeah, no.
I think it's also the company or the show would be getting more out of me utilizing my strengths as opposed to.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
No, are you 23 years old?
20, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, so you don't have any strengths.
It's
You're
like,
23.
dude, like you got to just fucking suck it up, man.
No, I understand,
and you got to let the people that have more strength than you in certain areas, they do what they do, and then you have to back them up, and then you slowly start moving your way up the ranks.
Like, hang on. Let me talk to Joe in Jersey. What's up, Joe?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good.
By the way, great show yesterday. Amazing job.
Thanks, dude.
All right, so listen, I manage people and have for years. It doesn't matter what you're doing, what you think you're strong in. At the end of the day, whether you end up in radio, whether you move on, people are going to remember your work ethic, and it's garbage. The only thing that should come out of your mouth if someone, like Eric says, I need this done, is yes, and when do you need it? That's it. There are no other answers to this, period.
Hey, Joe, do you want our Sudoku C-Nation prize package?
That'd be awesome.
All right.
I got these too.
And do you want? Actually, no. I'll take those. I don't have ticket stubs.
He sounds like a nice kid, and you know, and I mean, I don't know him, so you know, I can't think personally of it, you know, but it is pretty common that most young kids coming up, and it doesn't matter what field they're working in, is that there's zero initiative to this. And you were describing earlier that you would take on these tasks at work without asking to be told to. And he's taking it even to another level where someone's telling him this is what he needs to do.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Not only is he not like being like, yeah, I'm just going to start doing this, but he's actually being asked to start doing it. He's like, that's not for me. That one's not for me.
People in my business will look for something very specific. Like, I'll just compare it to radio. You know, they want to know what radio experience you're having, what radio experience. They're forgetting the very basics of, how about just a responsible human being to start?
Right.
You know, and then we'll throw in some radio stuff on top of it.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to give you the C Nation Sudoku prize package.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Eric, are you okay with Joe getting the C Nation gear that you bought for Opie's kid?
Sure, why not?
That's got to suck. It's fairly humiliating, isn't it, Travis?
I mean, just to have it cast aside so quickly. I mean, it's 10:49.
He literally, Eric handed this to Opie at the end of the show, and immediately when Eric left the room, Opie said, "Does anybody want this?" And I was like, you know, I'd look a fool wearing C Nation wristbands around the office, so he said, "Give him to a caller."
He's wearing them now.
Yeah, he's on Fox Business.
Oh shit! What's John Cena doing on Fox? He's got the belt. See, the fucking Rock, he was doing all this press. He would never bring his belt with him.
Oh, he's not proud.
He's an asshole. That's why I'm in the C Nation. Are you in the C Nation, Sal?
I'm not really sure what that is, to be quite honest.
You son of a bitch. Frank in New York.
Hey, guys.
You in the C Nation, Troy?
Fuck no.
Oh. Go ahead, Frank.
Sal is the way he is because the Opie and Anthony show has a long, proud tradition of the inmates running the asylum. Whether it was Rick, Ben, Steve, rest his soul, you guys all treated them like shit.
True.
Every one of you. I mean, he wants to be one of the cool kids.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what the thing is, though? At the end of the day, with all those people, even with Steve got it the worst on the air, but Steve could tell us to do things, and they would actually get done.
Oh, yeah.
There'd be a lot of ball busting, but...
A lot.
But they would get done. There was no, like I would never... If Steve texted me and said, I need you to tell the intern something, I would never... I might send him a text that said error 404 and just be goofy, but then I would call the intern. I would never text Steve back and be like, call him yourself.
I can't tell you how many times Danny told Steve to go fuck himself on air.
Well, guess what? It didn't exactly work out that well for Danny, did it?
No, it did not.
No.
And for a show with no screener, you know everybody's name.
Huh? I'll talk to you later, Frank.
Yeah.
You feel like you learned something today, Sal?
Yep.
You know what I feel like, Travis?
What's that?
Sal gets these lessons, like, literally several times a week now.
Yeah.
In one ear, out the other every time.
Right out.
It is, right?
You know what? Here's the problem. Is, you know, I agree with everybody's points here, but it's also so easy to just want to give Eric shit.
Right.
So, like, I can see where Sal would get caught up in the whole thing.
And you can get away with not doing shit.
Yeah, because there's no boss.
Right. So you could be like, oh, but Eric's like, hey, Sal, can you help me out with the countdown? Hey, Eric, can you help me out? Go fucking yourself.
Yeah. Fuck you, dickhead.
Yeah. And it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, nothing
pussy?
will happen.
Yeah. Hey, Piggy, what are you going to do,
Yeah.
bitch?
Yeah.
Give me your glasses. I'm going to smash them. Don't do that shit, Sal. That's Piggy in there. I got Piggy's back because he was helpful at WrestleMania. Okay?
All right.
Don't break his glasses. And definitely don't smash him with a boulder.
No.
I'm going to go over to the Fox Business office across the street and see if John Cena wants to hang out because he's also in his wrestling gear there. And I love when John Cena's in his yellow T-shirts and stuff because he always wears his suit. By the way, if you want to see any more, I did all of my wrestling interviews. If you enjoyed them at all, the whole WrestleMania special is going to be on demand. That's the whole Radio Row show that Eric and me taped from WrestleMania Radio Row on Friday and on youtube.com/notsam. Already posted John Cena, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, Big Show interviews, and there'll be more throughout the week and today.
And can this be it for the wrestling
stuff
for a long time?
Not on the after show, my friend. Not on the after show.
Like it's enough.
I can't make that commitment.
Like it's been the past fucking how many weeks? It's just
one is the answer.
No, it's been a little bit longer.
Well, it's been mentioned, but it's been one intensive week.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been intensive.
Just a constant bombardment of wrestling.
And it happened again today, didn't it?
No, not the whole after
First
show.
hour.
Well,
first hour of the show today.
That's when I took a dump.
Yeah, well.
Do you think this will be the last time we talk to Sal?
No.
No, we'll have the same conversation with him, and within 52 hours we'll have the same conversation. Ron and Fez are coming up next. See you later. Goodbye, everybody.
The Opie and Anthony show is now over.